Hello? Hey, the news, the news, the news, the news, the news. What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome to another live stream. How is everybody doing, dudes? कैसे हो? Very good night. A very good night, boys. A very good night. आ गया.
It's been a new IGLing coming in as well, going into stage one. That responsibility given to Rossi.
Bye bye, love
Rossi
you, love you.
to call it right for this whole team and making sure that they
Phoenix
could squeak it through against Leviatán. A tough game up ahead, should I say, for Envy though.
Yeah, he has said himself, you know, when it's not going well, it's on Split, especially in his interview, it kind of fell on him. Stunner has been saying when the team's jittery, that's on preparation. And preparation is on Stunner. So they
hello Bunks, hello, yo.
They can't follow up on or coming from and already trying to
gaff marne aa gaya.
Have to against LEV.
By the way,
it's going to
excuse
be
me.
super fun to see what the preparation is going into this game because Bine
by
is a match
sare youngsters
they haven't really played it yet. They've always
versus Demon One
stage. Leviatán, we've had some reps. We've seen them play. They had a banger of a series in that map as
Lala,
well.
Demon One 40
marega.
marega.
Now it's just okay. What's the prep? What's the win con here to try to fight against Leviatán? What composition you want to come out as well?
Lev to gayo.
Signing, as you were mentioning, Stunner is responsible and takes that for him to be like responsibility of, oh, I'm going to be able to do this for the team.
Night to kate tha Nial be andle
Wine going into this one as well is, I guess I pre-fired that a little bit going into the map vetoes, but at least Bind that first map is super cool, right? Because we haven't seen it from them.
Fracture Heaven.
When they were playing Split,
I
for
think
example, and they were trying to
map
play against C9 against
NV
Neon, they were not having the best of times. So I wonder if can we come out with a composition that has more utility, more stall, because Neon is so prominent going into this
NV
game
OP भी कर सकता है.
Deuce can get up on the board. Fracture next. You got to let's go.
Yeah.
Finally get some Fracture
our first
here
one
in America. So no tape. These teams are about to go fresh into the second map, and we will get that. And ending on Haven.
Lev created the monster who's gonna destroy them today.
The other fun part too, if you want to give some hopes to NV Sign, is that Sato also
Big
mentioned
I'm playing out of my mind. Iris P2 to Askande in 3 in just 48 days. Thanks for teaching on live. Love you. Maja aur maja aayega lala.
Because we didn't have the reps. Now they have no reps against NV. They don't know what comp NV is coming out with, which we get to see right now. So we're gonna have a Neon and Neon. Sato's gonna sound to his Phoenix, but I think if you're looking at NV Sign and focusing here, you are playing to the strengths of every single one of the players into these roles, with the exception, of course, of Exter. He's been playing the smokes mostly recently.
And he's been kind of finding his own. He said there was a bit of fog of war getting onto that stage, and even on the Yoru it was tough.
Bind to alog jeet jayenge na. Bind to alog jeet jayenge.
Sky back at home on Bind. What would you expect anything
if
left
you have
here
a dream,
to
what will be how much time needed to complete the dream?
It's going to be a good one. Like we said, Lev is
Depend
going in hard on this to make sure they can lock themselves in.
Binks, you good? I am good. Thank you for asking. I am good. I am good.
We'll have an opportunity to see them start off here on the defensive side.
And it's time for that match start.
Best PC for gaming as of now. Kitna lagega? 3.5.
Sato saying recently they don't do a lot of standing around. It's very hard for them to even stand still.
Tired ho gaya? Pagal hai kya? Tired hu main. Hello. Pehla stream mein mera aaj ka.
Already trying to look for some information for Envy and early dog. There's not quite right into
भाई दो बंदे दिखे और फिर भी स्पाइक इन गया.
Rossi welcoming arms on that play. They already TP'd through, not realizing the hookah was a little separated from the play due to utility.
दिख के वो डायरेक्ट स्लाइड कर दिया क्या? कि दो बंदे दिखे क्लियर कट.
Give up a bit of space. Oh, Kesnet playing a little funky here for a moment, but they are still trying to back each other up. And not give
full re-clear kar diya,
bro. Dangerous because Poppin didn't have a second flash here. I thought they were going to try to swing
full
through that wall,
but
they're just trying to win that timing back in their favor, which is nice here for Envy. Now it's guaranteed
to know that Leviatán's going to smoke ka kuch bhi dal diya na,
still have a little bit of shower control, so this is going to be a nice little pinch here.
वो लोगों को पता है यार कुछ एक वन वे स्मोक ए शॉट पे कुछ तो
oh, just seeing one. Yeah, they're gonna have to accelerate a little bit or turn around to fight, and they choose to fight.
Oh, shot, Rossi!
Just heating up already, and that's gonna bring the team around as well in the momentum. Waiting to see if there could be a TP. Already thought about by
Nikal sakta
Rossi.
hai
He's
kya?
waiting
Nahi
on
na.
B side.
The thing is, right, though, they have to cover every single one of these lanes. So
Nikal
King
to
has
nahi
an
sakta.
opportunity to play a lot of 1v1s here.
It's a great point.
Extra
Sets
Premier
himself up.
में
He's
दो के
no
बाद
stranger to
excuse me.
these situations either. He knows
Good
he
for
has
his
to
before
seek
lenses.
one out.
Yay!
Creates that angle. He can get one on each side of U-Haul here and hope
मैं
to
बोल रहा हूँ
only
जो streak
find
चल
that
रहा
one
है
play.
UPI की 159
He
को
might be forced
membership
into a few. The slide
Yeah,
out comes in
159
too
का
quick,
UPI,
and Kesnit's going to be
159
able to
membership.
capitalize. They go for the defuse as well. Actually, they're throwing it down for orbital strike. No, okay, Rossi gets it. Just going half and half for Budsies. I think.
I mean, it is interesting to see where they want to focus on their defense, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
getting that pit up early would be super
Vitality
important for
बाहर
them.
क्या
I
पता
think
नहीं.
another win con. Looks like to me they want to fight with a lot of aggression. I like the first fight though that we saw from Leviatán at that contact on Sands, because Neon actually dropped a nice smoke into the teleporter to disrupt the vision
वो
of
standing
Demon
देखना
1
पड़ेगा.
actually going through the
Classic
TP.
Rossi first round ghost, bro. Insane.
So they didn't have a chance really to set the best crossfires. So there was some great trades coming out from that side. What I'm liking at least from the get-go
कल
from
exam
the
में
side
jinx
of,
कर दो.
Envy,
काय
sorry,
को भाई best
is
of
that
luck
they're
भाई,
not
hello.
giving up space. And
Membership
they're okay of
gift कर दो पैसे
challenging
नहीं
that back,
excuse me
which
मेरा
was
chat
something that was
ignore मैं
missing
ignore नहीं
against their
करता.
game against Cloud9.
Not a great
Giving too much space, rotating through spawn on the early info they get
कल hope अच्छा है. I
from
hope.
the Sky utility or just your
I
initiator
hope to.
utility.
Double timing
This on the
में
flash
मारने का.
doesn't get a contact towards Shorty yet, but at least they got a kill through the smoke.
Should just be able to walk this in for the plant.
Plant तो
The
मिल
post
जाएगा.
plant, a different story once they meet the guns of Envy here. Nice delay. More so damage. Oh, sliding in. Kesnit finding two.
Neon Wars
Beautifully done on a swivel there.
बोलते.
It looks like you might even get a third.
Neon
Just
Wars
playing with his
बोलते.
food here as he just strafes back and forth on blows. A third kill. And these points are
Shot
coming
bait.
quick. Like we said, the plant would probably come in a little bit of money, but Envy cleans that up.
Yeah. And Kesnit's still going to be able to play that judge
ये
going to the
Rossi
next round, which
अपना
is
इसका
going to
Rossi
be
है क्या?
very strong
Excuse
going
me,
to the
ये
bonus.
इसकी Rossi है.
If he dies, that's overdrive going to round number 4. So again, all the chips are stacked correctly for Envy to have a great start on a defense. Kesnit already 5-0 going to the last
Kesnit
2
मारता
rounds.
भी है,
But
लाला.
I think really what cemented them for a nice little victory on that pistol round was especially Rossi pushing forward for those kills and those trades
Reply
on
तो
short
दे
side.
कभी
So
reply to.
you're also seeing a little bit of a variance out of how Kesnit is moving around with his
Tomorrow
neons,
you'll be
being
outside
selfless,
the
finding
dance flipping.
space, not only just tackling down for
Yeah.
kills.
Next time you'll take
If he's
these.
guaranteed the shot with the buckshot close range, sure, he'll take it. But if not, he is trying to
Into this.
narrow that gap that he takes in the first place so the team could follow up with him for these trades.
You got to imagine he's got a lot of good duelists on the team to practice with. Demon 1 and the
जाओ,
next
जाओ.
are in there. Honestly, this team is just full of them. Okay.
क्या हो गया? काय क्यों?
Always getting good competition,
Side up, side up.
finding the best of himself from this squad. We see a first engage there.
Good night,
Just a heal
good
up
night.
coming from that is it's like level reset to rethink this.
It's a nice little W as well, because that means you only have like, what, 10 HP left in your regrowth if you want to heal the rest of your team in the post plan. So
So see you into dice.
Envy could actually bring a lot of damage going into the post plan.
Yes, bye. Thank you for the membership.
Extra stall on showers. And it looks like everybody's moving into more of an anchor position now. Time's ticking a bit down. And again, Rossi feels comfortable. Sit solo on B. We saw this come out of the pistol
Demon
round.
कितने kill रहा?
And they were
Excuse
just
me.
considering all of the options that Led have.
Scout
And
destroyed.
Lever, they're just waiting down to the wire here.
और मैं
because they
काफी
want to
डिप्रेशन
fight
एलोन
kill
टाइम चल
and
रहा है
want
कुछ
the pressure
सजेशन
of
दे दो
hoping
एंड
to
थैंक्स
force
फॉर
this
लाइव
offside.
हमेशा अच्छा लगता है भाई गाना सुनो भाई
Lev
बेस्ट
looks like they're just going to
रोमांटिक
play the wall
सॉन्ग सुनो
contact back into
सेक्सी
the A
सॉन्ग
side just
सुनो
to surprise some
और
players.
सो जाओ
30 seconds left.
नया डे न्यू
Flash.
रीसेट
Oh,
ब्रो सेक्सी
Demon
स्पैम
1
मारा
caught out
बेस्ट
early
थ्रू
too. He hasn't been really able to fire off a shot. Lev sees him, they take him down. Spike covering a bit of elevation here, but
मस्त
Phoenix
मारा बे
Wall stops them. So they dash through together. The teamwork is there from Lev.
ब्रो
They light up
खतरनाक
that
फाइट
kill
किया बे वो
feed.
लोग
Now
ने
they leave Poppin and Rossi. Oh, drawing a picture of his opponent there with the judge instead of taking
Shot.
him down. Blows finalized.
भाई
The last
खतरनाक
two, and Lev
खतरनाक
will
फाइट किया
take the bonus away.
खतरनाक
And they do have their protocols going in for Envy in that round, just trying to react
Language
correctly to what was
Dipesh.
happening in that map. When you cut noise here for Leviatán, you're still throwing out these smokes from Pop-In, just trying
Friday
to
the
get contact.
Pacific
You
2-0
get a bit of
हराना
a
है
ping, but you're also
जिसको
trying
Ifs and Bucks वाला
to
फंडा है
move Kesnit as fast as you can into these right moments. But unfortunately, he still had to keep jump spawning into this B site, which allowed here Leviatán to go for such a big pop through their attacker side wall.
टेंस करना वैलेट
Kinda
में
like
आ
that
गया
too,
इवोक
that
भाई
allows
कोच
for
बन गया 180
a
भाई
little bit
कभी
of the
कभार हो
coverage
गया
to not
हाँ
allow
क्या
Demon 1 to get too much value with the scopes if
पता
he's
नहीं
going
मेरे
to
को
have
नहीं
to
लगता
try
खेलेगा
to opt
टेंस
from heaven or opt from APC. So it's a nice little wall that you realize here for Leviatán in that previous round, and this time though, nice little denial from Demon 1.
चार बंदे
on the
उसको
board
मुंह पे
with
पुश
Lev
कर
running
रहे हैं.
a lot of their pistol rounds.
दो मारे
It looked
लाला.
like here with guns. Still a few
दो
trades,
मारे और
trying
वो
to stay
अभी भी
alive
जिंदा
as
है.
it gets pushed in, and Lev is just swarming the site. Water falling in before Envy can react. Popping with just a few
NT
bullets
रे,
left.
मैं
It
ding
is
पड़ा
not
लेकिन spam
enough
नहीं
to
पड़ा.
answer the call needed. Lev
जी out of
quickly
play
put
नहीं
another
नहीं
one
नहीं.
on the board.
Yeah, unfortunately, a
जी का
dig through
chance
the
है,
wall
जी
that
का
doesn't do
chance
too
है.
much damage there from Poppin on a 1v2. Almost isolated that first fight in the end, but man, was that quick for Leviatán.
जी का है
A little
chance
bit
है,
of change of
tension
tempo
नहीं.
on that side too. And that's something that has evolved a little bit more for Leviatán once we started looking at this stage 1. Since Neon joined his team, and they had time to really practice going into stage 1.
अच्छा fight कर रहा है ना Lev लेकिन बे.
Santiago. But Demon 1, like I said, did an excellent job denying that first pick. But then he gets hit by the
Friendship
vulnerable
वाला
here of that
खतरनाक
snake
एक
bite,
दूसरे
and
के साथ
there's
fight
just
कर रहे
too
हैं
many
bro वो
bodies running out so that the two players cannot help. Because they didn't have that stack. It's weak side now.
लोग. Oh
Very weak
shot
side on
बे.
B. But it's only a pistol that we have here for Envy. So save going to the next. You're trying to have a little bit of a win con with Demon 1.
Phoenix
with this
ult
headhunter
मारेगा
here.
mostly.
But
भले इको है, I think
still
it's
taking their
better
time after getting the
कि
player
Phoenix
advantage
ult
because you
मारे.
still don't know where the stack could be coming from.
Yeah. A nice first kill by Sato. You actually saw Poppin hiding at the triangle of their back spawn. Moved over as
एक
soon as the
इधर है,
kill
अब
came in.
मारेगा
So
कि नहीं
already
मालूम
Envy
नहीं.
was saying, okay, we have one
एक
that
इधर
can
दिखे
lean,
तो उनको
hopefully
ये तो
set up a
मालूम है कि
trap
B
if that's
heavy
where
stack
they
तो
go.
नहीं रहेगा.
Everybody through B long though, kind
मारा
of
तो भी
avoids
अच्छा
that
लेकिन
hookah
कुछ.
trap. A clear from the Trailblazer. And
नहीं
Lever
मार
in
रहा.
again.
Should be easy for them to take two.
Yeah.
Right now, they also have Orbital Strike for the post plant. They already have, if needed be, they'll run it back. You definitely want to save this going to the next round.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, actually picks one up there.
Close.
But they can't get any of the weapons just
Close.
out of reach. The kills are finalized
एक
by
हाथ और
Lev.
गन गिरा सकते
And
थे
3
बस.
fast
Close,
rounds.
not bad.
Really showing
Mod है
their
कोई मेरे को
aggression
दो
and just
tension नहीं है.
keeping a pace of their own.
The real test coming through here.
I'm
if
just happy
NV
crew
could
का
actually
comeback
stuff
देख के सड़क
this
by
big
OP.
ult round that's available now for Leviatán on the attack.
सड़क तो OP तो है.
Remember Sato, when he's
QTB
playing this
है.
Phoenix as his role is just to run it down.
मुझे
Or
VC
you're
से
chasing
खेलना है,
kills, or
कैसे
you're
चलूं
dying, or
टीम
you're
बना
picking
के.
up orbs. You're just trying to bring up that running back ASAP because that's a free drone as well for the team. It's almost like a Yoru ult at home. Where you're still going to go in, try to get some info, you can still
Hello.
get some picks.
Pradeep,
But if you get picked
hello.
off there, you can still survive, and that's it. Hookah control, but now leverage him to scout into the site. It's Rossi holding it solo.
They
There is
went
no
through
way,
B
right,
long,
Chad?
now they crash and waterfall out of Hookah again,
Oh
rinse and
my
repeat
bro,
for Lev
bro,
here,
bro.
and it just
Bro,
seems to
कुछ
work.
next level
They
teamwork है
sourced
bro ये.
every member of Envy that
क्या
was in the B
speed,
site
क्या
and pushed them
stun.
back to their own spawn.
क्या Brimalt,
I think you have no choice but to save at this
क्या
point.
that
isolate
was-
कर करके मार
They're
रहे
just
bro.
forceful about this right now.
Because you definitely know
जिधर
as
एक
well,
जगह
Sato,
control
he's not
होगा,
going to be
उधर
chasing for
Phoenix
kills anymore.
use
He just
किया.
used his ult. So for him to fall back is super
वो
important
info
or
पे
stay with
खत्म
the
कर
team.
दिया बे.
Maybe he wants to start chasing to make it a little more expensive here for
खतरनाक है
Envy
ये तो.
once they realize here that Envy is on a save. So there you go. Confirms it. They're pushing in towards that spawn. And yeah, they're not giving a chance here for Envy to save their
Oh
weapons at all.
shot Rexter.
I didn't really like the approach.
भाई
from it at
जब
the
जब
beginning
ये
of their
बंदा
rift,
dot crosser
'cause you
में
already knew
मारता
here,
है.
looking at the
उसका
tab,
वो
you're
वाला
looking at the
crosser
scoreboard,
देख के
you know
मेरा
if there's a running
आत्मा
back
गया था.
available. You know they're going to be very explosive going to that one. And again,
वो
it's,
लेके एक ही
it's,
game रखा था.
it's a one-up. It's a free life.
ए
You
क्या
can't
हेलो
waste utility. You can't waste your life.
क्या
You need to find ways here to stack with your team or play the retake at that point, and you're playing another 2 versus X players
Yeah.
on the side of Leviatán. Envy cannot hold that so far.
Yeah, I think the state of the game got away from them a moment, and they realized, oh, there was a lot to layer there. I think they recognized 2 rounds in a row now that the snake bite,
The fuck?
the strafe jump that
सारे guns
Lev's
गिरा
hitting
दिए
out of
उसने.
Hookah is not giving it as much value as it would they would hope.
क्या मैं ऊपर कर लो थोड़ा सा कर रहा हूँ.
And looks like we still want to keep our timeouts now for Envy. Not really,
मैं
doesn't really
देखा नहीं
seem like they're
actually
really
को.
scrambling for a solution yet. But I think they're realizing this
बराबर
fast
है.
tempo from Leviatán is starting to happen quite
एमर से
often.
कुछ ज़्यादा ही बे.
If you're giving up that
देखिए
space
एमर
towards
से ज़्यादा
Hookah, you
एक
gotta
साथ
expect these
फाइट
type of
करने का
explosions
utility
here
बहुत
towards this B
crazy है
site.
उनका.
Demon 1 Guardian round. They're trying to put a lot on this one. Oh, he gets spun on. Neon was expecting it. Overdrive is going to drop Rossi where he stands. And again, 2
अबे
are
वाटसन से
instantly
उल्टा घूम
dropped
के
in
मारा
B site, leaving the rest of Envy to scramble.
हेलो
Yeah. Eco round though, at least the rest are going to go chase for
ब्रो
some
ने
kills.
क्लीन लग रहे वे लोग.
Blows ready for the Seekers for the next round, and they're just going to try to
Cat.
hunt down Kesnet, who doesn't
Lag
really
gaya
want to
kya?
give an orb away here to Sato. So he's trying to find where Blows is at. Blows already has his ult, so it doesn't really matter. Now he can even save a weapon on top of that. It's actually not too bad.
gonna say Kesnet's the only one on his team without an ult as well.
Yeah.
He gets that, and they actually could get a few rounds back to back here if they sync those together.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna need it.
5-2 down hai.
Nice movement.
Right now, at least, Leviatán are doing also the excellent job of maintaining and managing
ऐसे
the
टाइम पे ना
economy
जाने
of
का ही नहीं,
Demon
warm
One.
up होने का
Maybe
देने
into
का
the
ही
next
नहीं
round,
है.
what would happen here is Poppin could buy the op here for Demon One. and
Until unless
Demon
तुम्हारा
One just
खुद
drops
का
it for
ult
one,
है,
and I
जैसे
think
अभी
it's
Neon
also
लड़
falls to the
सकता
next
बस.
one anyways.
Right.
So now you could cycle potentially 2 ops go into the next few rounds, but of course you're not trying to lose the upcoming ones here on NV.
Poland like करो chat. Hold on,
Shower up now. It's Ben B long and Sato.
1200 लोग देख रहे हैं, क्या like से लाला?
Demon One trying to play tricky again. They got to switch something up.
Look at Neon with that flick, by the way.
That's what he spun.
The plays that he makes on just flicking shots is just insane. He
भाई
did
उस
so
दिन
many
भी
of them
Neon
as a
ही flick
chamber
मार रहा
against
था ना,
G2 last
highest.
week too, and man,
इधर देख के उधर मार रहा था.
potential and the
भाई
firepower
कुछ
that this
तो
roster
सीन है
currently
बेचार.
has,
कर
even though being
सकते क्या
very,
चेक
very
सुमड़ी
new,
में पीसी.
are looking like a veteran team going into stage 1 already. And
हर
you know what,
बार
it brings an
किधर तो
interesting
देख के
point because
किधर
when
मार रहा है.
we
उस दिन भी
started
सेम
the
कर रहा था वो.
offseason, they won an off-season Chinese event, and then you're like, oh, well, Leviatán, they're going to be the dark horse. They're probably going to be top 3, be able to make it to Santiago once Neon's able to join. And then you started seeing the fall off a little bit because you had to change roles here and there to just adapt it to Neon not being in the roster yet. And then once he finally joined in that lower bracket run, they weren't that impressive because it was such a short turnaround of time. You know, they couldn't get it done. So I feel like those stocks kind of went down. But now that they had a chance to boot camp in Santiago and show what they're made of here in the stage 1, you're like, oh, yeah, these guys are legit.
It's big. I mean, even from last year when they came in, Sato mentioned, and this is just a comparison of joining a team building it from a position that when him and Oki joined, they were all friends. It was still great, but you're not getting a good base still. You're just kind of being thrown into a team. So you're right to have that time in Santiago now to build before this and figure out what that 50-50 split no longer having to be played between the team looks like with just one player now in that spot.
So I want to get to the conversation we were mentioning before, the win con here of the op. Where do you want to use it towards showers? I was going to say no because there wasn't too much conditioning from Leviatán at that side except for that flash. Usually it's a start out towards his B, so you see now Demon One starting over on the B side, and Lev reads it correctly by flashing through and getting the first 2 picks.
People just getting washed over there in shower. Lev cleans up 3, and this is fish in a barrel. Okay, the fish is angry. Poppin gets a few there as he just holds down that one. King is still able to come away. Smiles across the faces of Lev. King's serious, obviously. But yeah, they shut down a timeout right out the gate. Going to the next one, feeling good.
It's tough as well, because when you're looking at it, you had great positioning for Showers control and already a 3-player stack over on the TP side of B. So they had whatever was needed to try to go for a flash pick into that spot, but because we smoked out the entrance of Showers, there's no real way of doing the real crunch by sky flashing through and then fully popping across. So that kind of just fails in that plan.
उसका blind देखो ना, कितना प्यारा देखने में लगता है कि बंदा प्रो है. अगर मेरे गेम में सामने स्काई ऐसा ब्लाइंड दिया ना, बैंक सीधा सरेंडर. लंडन में खेल रहा मैं.
Showing that they're able to take full control of Showers too, and they want to start that way as well and force these rotates.
ये Demon One का round है.
Push up already. I'm sure Demon One has a little bit of audio here. There it is.
God. Oh my God!
He was shadowing his teammate, jumping back, but Spike takes full advantage of the situation, takes both down, and they clean that up.
It went from shadowing to body blocking.
Yeah, exactly. Poppin gets 2 again? Deja vu?
Wait. Very winnable, though.
Yeah, very winnable. Not gonna.
Heal तो गया. ए आवाज दे दिया.
Just yet. Oh, Poppin gives a shoulder, gives the fix away. And Bro just hits the shot as Rossi goes for the short swing.
Clean
7-2. They seem like they can do no wrong in these last rounds.
This is insane too, and also when you're looking at this roster for Leviatán, you're always thinking of all the other ones you never really see a chance for blows to activate, right? He's always flashing for his team, being the utility, but this time in the clutch, he's able to win a beautiful 1 versus 2. Look at pick these fights.
Oh no. Sato didn't even realize what he just saw for a second and then lost it. That's what's happening right now. They go for another fast play. He'll follow up on this one. That was just going to be a solo check play, but it's all for the distraction in sight. Sato's still moving. Run it back's about to fizzle out. The team's already gained the space.
Bro, sandwich ho gaya. Oh my
gosh, they
god.
caused so much chaos,
Bhai,
man.
kitna layers hai be?
Where do you stand? Where do you look now? What's the timing of the movement of Lev on these plays?
At least they're solo right now. They're kind of isolated for Leviatán. Envy has a chance to really close this gap, but now you're starting to see a little bit of alert from King on that B side. They could actually go for a late TP here if they want to try to waste more util with another tap spike.
Obviously,
Just imagine this Odin for popping is like all these smokes and everything are down. He's just doing a Rambo yell every time he's holding it down. It's like results will follow. They do get one though. It's paid off. 5 kills in the last 3 rounds with that thing.
Thing is, right now they're just going around the world.
Yep.
They broke the trip. They forced a TP. It forces to rotate from Envy all the way out towards that spawn. Yes, it's cool. It still allows for you to get the plant into the A site, but I love that Envy. They stay as a 3-pack mentality just to make sure that they can flood retake as a team. And the more time that you waste, potentially a flash from Poppin should be available for that flood retake in the end. See if they can get it done.
Plant down.
सब जगह prefer मार रहे हैं, सब जगह prefer मार रहे हैं, hello.
And they are going to split here for a moment. They have a bit of a crossfire on
कितना
each
गोली
other.
बचा है?
Short flash doesn't see one.
Nope. An opportunity for blows now for sure because of that.
Slow push. Blows one, blows two again. A repeat. Like I said, they can do no wrong. 29 HP. Going against an Odin and a rifle. Now the crossfire is going to be here as they just make noise to try and play with him. Kings able to crown himself on that one. And Lev pick up another round after, like you said, going around the world.
Yeah. One thing that I found that C9 was struggling, ND was struggling a lot versus C9 on split, was the lack of utility to stall this first wave aggression of Neon. Because the best thing you had was maybe like snake bites, you had nothing to really slow down. Even if you're trying to fight toe-to-toe, the Neon's just sliding across the place all the time too, and is just kind of breaking across our placement. At least they had a second player to try to trade off this time around too, but the more that they're trying to do these and try to stop the Neon at that first step without too much util or crossfire setups, you're always seeing a result. They're losing 1 and 2 in the process every single time, and it makes the retakes and the holds so much more difficult. I almost feel you gotta start giving them space for Leviatán. Make them think that they've garnished some free space and then trap them towards those back lines.
Yeah, the way that they're picking apart Envy, that space taken already, they're so deep.
Another 2 down.
Yeah, already on the back side of site. It doesn't matter which site they're going to.
And they play passive, but you see where the issue is. Isolated. Not really there for trades. No util to stall. They're trying to put Demon 1 at the front. Even if he gets a pick and he TP's back, he's traded out there from where he's at from the shower. So they need to change things around for sure. And hopefully, if it's not now on their attack side.
And they just got the protocol of everything figured out. Oh. Reacting very nice to that separated double peek off of the flash from Sato. Really clean to understand what was going on. This is the kind of performance they need to see here at the end of this first half. But Lev still has the answers and the shots. Blows alive, the safest pair of hands in this game apparently. Holy moly.
It's amazing. It's amazing so far. Now the one that I haven't had a chance to talk about too much was in this roster so far is just King. Because he's just sitting back calling all the shots and then the young guys are making the shots. Crazy. They've been saying the owner coming back in, really helping to refine the confidence in his IGLing and just kind of the direction to take it. Since it wasn't the really passive Lev that we kind of expected coming into just previous years of their coaching strategy. It's a very different, aggressive, and always hungry Leviatán. When you think about it in the last round of the half, yeah, I mean, the slide up, you're trying to stall early, but you're solo.
They already got the retreat with the molly behind him. Kesnet tries to do it, takes damage from that too. Holy moly. Lev's protocols right now are on point. They take the site. Envy realizes, like, we don't want to lose any more, as per usual. They keep a few more alive this time, but they're going to have to come back into the
I think it's going to give a gap, though. You can actually flood towards the back.
Flash. Ooh, not killed though. Traded on both sides. That's an equal one.
Niche,
Leon
niche.
starts to separate the trades, 1 for 1.
Oh
but
my
it
god,
blows
वापस
again!
blows.
Again!
वापस blows. वापस blows.
A 10-2 half.
वापस
Blows being the
blows.
closer of most of these rounds for Leviatán. Insane what this kid could do right now. But it also shows how insane it is for Envy's side. That it
था एक
almost
साथ
feels like
पिक
not
करता था
necessarily they've given
जब
up,
स्काई
but
लो
they
था
feel
और
like
वहाँ
almost
पे
have
था
to go
करके
for
हम
hero
लोग को
play.
पता है
Yeah,
उनको
you're
कहाँ
able to
से
do some
मालूम
damage here, you're able to stall.
प्लांट करने
Just
के बाद
die.
किधर गए हैं
That's crazy stuff. A runaway first half from Lev. We'll see if Envy can catch them in the second half.
भाई 1v1 तो वो दो बंदे मार रहा है
And the receipt.
1v1 क्या 3 बंदे आ रहे तो भी वो मार रहे हैं भाई चिपक रहा है वो
Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal today.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
I'm just gonna leave it.
Not much longer now, and I will also take to the skies.
Me too.
उधर ऐसा वो कुछ
No,
गलत
you'll
नहीं कह रहे
always
क्योंकि
be
बहुत
alarmed.
अनएक्सपेक्टेड है ना
Just wait and see.
यूजुअली लोग हेडशॉट एंगल में खेलते हैं वो क्राउच पिक करके आ रहा था और प्री मार पाया तो मार पाया ओडिन क्योंकि वो सब जगह प्री मार रहा था और सारे एंगल्स खाली किए उसने बहुत सारा एंगल्स अकेले निकाले गया उसने प्रॉब्लम ये हुआ कि ब्लोस कुछ ज्यादा ही मार रहा है ब्रो ये 10-2 वाला नहीं था ये आराम से 6-6 जा सकता था आराम से जा सकता था हर का टिप्स दे दो लैंग्वेज लव फ्रॉम मायामी झूठ बोल रहा है आज तक मेरे को मायामी से किसने सुपर चैट नहीं किया बता मायामी में रह के मेरा स्ट्रीम देख रहा है तू क्या लगता है एनवी कम बैक कर पाएगा नहीं ब्रो एकदम वो लोग एकदम डिमोनेटाइजेशन हो गए रहेंगे बे ऐसा मारा ना ब्लोज ने यो बिंक्स वांटेड टू अंडरस्टैंड ये गेम स्ट्रीम करने के लिए यू
Guys,
pay to them or they pay you or just
Leviatán
mutual benefit
running
just mutual
away with
benefit
that first half, lining them up,
I
knocking them
like
down
to watch,
one after the
they give
other,
rights.
find themselves with a 10-2 first half.
Yeah, it started so well for Envy too. Remember, Rossi has a nice little 3-piece. They went for a triple push, closing the gaps. I was like, okay, the game plan is looking awesome.
not from
but as soon as the
my
money started
but I
flowing in
like
for
to watch
Leviatán,
a stream from
you just always
Omaha
had
Nebraska अरे बाप रे सारे
disrespecting any
इंटरनेशनल
type of
लाला
defensive utility for the side of Envy. So
सारे
hopefully,
international
Envy
लाला
this time around could do similar pastures against
Love
Leviatán.
you,
As
मेरे जान
Chested
के
is going
बेटा।
to be at the point already leading the pack.
बंदा
into
love
the
from
U-Haul
दल्ला से
control.
तो गए दल्ला
The Lev squad, oh, they're just on the other side of the wall. This is about to be the clash. One dog goes in. No, who's going to enter first? They realize it is a
Fight
party
this.
in there, and it's going to be Extra that comes
Idhar
out
jaake
first,
maar
and here
rahe
we
wo
go.
log.
A fight at the doorstep. Poppin and Extra are able to come up with 3 quick. And it fizzles, realizing how many were there. Neon is going to have to limp out of this one, but he's only getting so
Bro,
far.
what the
Tourniquet's
fuck?
on. And they get
ब्रो
him down.
ऑलमोस्ट
Poppin
3 मार
with
दिए
that
थे
kill.
उसने
King he himself as a ghost.
And
Hits
T-Bay.
even one in the face, but he gets
Time
dropped.
shot,
They
bro.
don't even give him a chance. And Envy gets a very much needed round, or this could have been a quick second half.
Such an interesting look for Envy as well. Another well-prepared pistol round, I gotta say here
love
for
from
Envy. As they're winning
Germany
both
Goregaon
for this
Karachi
map.
Germany
And it's just a pack mentality to
Germany
fight towards that spawn,
ठीक
not
है
using
ठीक
any of
है
the just
love
trying
from
to catch
love from
their opponents off
Los
guard, rotating back
Angeles
from pipes here and spawn.
Baby,
love
let's
from
go.
your Sasral state
Let's go.
And that's what he needed potentially here. Remember, it was 10 rounds lost in a row in the first half once
Germany
Leviatán
से तो 3
started
बंदे
getting their money.
Okay, so I knew he was clutching rounds last half, but looking down, 21 and 5.
love
Really?
from Tane
Those-
ठीक है
2
ठीक
Ks,
है
2 Ks, one-on-ones.
Oh, Poppins 2Ks through smokes. The Guardian now was the Odin last half. Sato tries to teleport, but there is going to be the Law there holding down the passage. It's a rethink now for Envy.
वो
They've
दोनों को भी
dropped a lot of
टीपी मार के
numbers,
ना
they just
उसको हेल्प
don't
कर
want to
देते
lose
हैं
anymore to
साथ
something
मारा तो
funky,
मारा
so they get
वरना
together,
और ले लिया
make sure they can trade this one safe
वैसे
right
भी मर
into the
गया
plan.
And they don't want to lose. Look at that. All grouping up so they could heal everybody to top.
Exactly.
And then just moving as a group. I guess silver lining right there for
Love from
Leviatán and the Seeker was
language.
by having that push down towards that B side, hearing that he was popping, getting these kills, and then he also had Sato TP across.
Love from
and
Uganda.
it actually spotted two players from Envy on that side as well. So are they going to try to play a little bit more of the extremity controls here, going to their rifle rounds, and that will be a great opportunity for somebody like Spike to open things up for them.
Huge with those two kills, a plant.
क्या लगता है possible है क्या chat?
Early, a way to really shut down Lev if they get through a timeout or a gun round. You know they're going to go for the throat. So that's nice for Envy to have early.
Agreed. Yeah, you're right. Seekers and the buy is actually very good going to the next round. You have Kesnet and Poppin that could actually do some good damage long range. But I think at this point, if you want to be quite explosive around the Seekers against the rifle round,
actually Miami वाला
I think
निकला
it should be
बे.
important to put Kesnet on something
But
like
thank you for the $5.
from Ross here for Exter,
दोनों को मारेगा.
and not giving them a chance to even die to Spike. This is very good here for Envy to making sure they're done.
Love you, Mithul bhai. Love you. Thank you for the $5. Love from Toronto, Binks. How are you? I am Gucci. I am Gucci. Arjun bhai, thank you for the Canadian Australian $2.7.
Oh, the wall lineup.
At least got the orb. So that's an orb and a death. So that's getting closer to the run it back as well.
Language,
for Sato.
Abhishek.
He's currently 2 pips away from his.
Vipin ho sakta hai. How about cast those as a proof?
So Kesnet's going to keep this Guardian, but they are leaning
इतना
for some
रात
heavy
को कोई
control
इतना
here for
मेहनत तो
short
नहीं
A side.
करेगा. रात के
Maybe not
3
using the
बजे.
Seekers just to have the dog going a little bit more quickly.
Good turbo neon.
Yep.
Oh.
मायामी में क्या पढ़ाई होता है बे? उधर चिल करने जाते हैं ना?
And everybody backs off, but this is all to get the hookah space seen by King. He's going to relay that and call the team back over to see if they can hold off. We might be able to fizzle out the Seekers here, but they're getting pushed. Oh no, they're not getting pushed. Wait a minute. They don't even get into the site yet. Lowe's is still there to lock it down. They finally get a little help from Long, but Spike's there to retaliate with 2.
It almost feels that's what Envy was trying to do in the previous round. And one key difference is that, one, they had the third player, which is great. But what I wanted to focus on was the util. A simple molly on the ground, and the flashes coming out from blows from the elbow, from Octagon. Look how everybody's blind trying to jump through. That's why people are just dying, just melting here coming across. There you go. That was a huge flash coming in from long B side, right over there from blows.
Yeah.
कौन बोला VPN साला मेरा मॉडल पे गाली दो.
Here for the side of Leviatán.
The same as last time. They take away what would be the bonus.
Arshdeep bhai, thank you for the Canadian Australian $7 मेरी जान के today.
To focus out of hookah, they switch that power to long just to get the advantage in one position.
क्या बोलो?
The end of the day, though, if I could start sprinkling in some cope, it was fairly one-sided as well for Envy against C9 on that first map, right? It was very dominant on one half. But once you started seeing that second and third map, what happened? What was different there for Envy was that they came out with a new composition.
Love from Germany. I miss our PUBG Mobile gameplay. It was so fun. Love you, Omkar bye. Just saying I was top.
Fracture's coming up next. I'm assuming it's something similar like that.
Fun था.
That they want to cook up here.
Oh my gosh. What did they eat this morning?
सारे लोग multi-kill पे
ended the round like that. Gets a few in the middle of the
multi-kill
round. Doesn't matter. No pressure felt here from the Leviatán as they just bring the sauce on Bind to Envy. Just a few more to take as they find Kesnet and Rossi here.
Omkar bhai, thank you for the €5 of the pound. मेरी जान के day. मैं job करता है ऐसा बोला ठीक है.
Oh, he's just waiting.
Spike down B.
Flash for me? Sure. Wait, yep. And eat the flash.
Just look at him laugh at the bottom too. I thought it was just a selfless thing. I thought he was going to be the one that's just spraying while he's fully blind, so that blows could actually get the thinking and closer to results.
24 में से 25 घंटे वॉच पार्टी करके थोड़ा ब्रेक चाहिए एग्जॉस्टिंग टाइप. वैसा नहीं लगता. मतलब ब्रेक मेरे को चाहिए, मेरे को मालूम है कि मेरे को ब्रेक चाहिए, ये मेरे को मालूम है. लेकिन एग्जॉस्ट हो गया करके ब्रेक नहीं चाहिए. मेरे को ब्रेक इसलिए चाहिए क्योंकि मेरे को ब्रेक चाहिए. मैं फैमिली टाइम स्पेंड नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, पंखों को टाइम नहीं दे पा रहा हूँ. दोस्त मेरे को साल में गाली दे रहा है 2 बार क्योंकि मेरे एकदम अच्छे दोस्त को एक बार मिला, वो भी उसने नया घर लिया है करके.
What the hell?
क्या?
Oh my gosh. He doesn't even reload. He's like, let me get the rest of them with this 9. He knows.
Oh, fuck!
Spike's still down there, afraid to grab it even through the wall being up right now. And they're getting pushed from behind, already pinched in by Sato's run it back, which is followed up by Spike.
Spike गलत में.
Yeah, you need the other devil to step up now. It's even 1 on a 2 versus 4. Trying to work together here towards this B site, but again, just too many crossfire setups so far.
Puts him in the barbecue for just a moment. Demon 1 and Rossi can't really help each other on that angle. Okay, Demon 1's ready for the teleport though. His blows try to get a little backstab through the TP, and now they're going to reset to say, okay, we calm it down.
Especially when Neon can connect onto the shots too, so they just want to play player advantage, which is fine. Right now, if NV want to start moving towards this B site, they're going to have to knife out quite early. But you still have to get out to try to cross over towards the A short, where it's currently being jump spotted by Neon.
Crazy.
Yeah, no choice to hit towards A now. A Hail Mary now for NV.
Saw it. Just the hair on the head of Rossi. They go
hello, Hottie, hello.
And it's not going to be enough. Spike gets the final
LSB super chat. अरे $20 से अच्छा membership ले लेते लाला. Green में मस्त नाम आता है, chat देखने में मजा आता है. LSB super chat. ये लो Binks by non-velo friends को NA qualifiers लेके जाने वाला हूँ. Preparation के लिए आपका stream suggest किया है. All they learned is हाथी का line. Love you Binks by love you. तुम लोग खेलते हो वहाँ पे वैलो? फक क्या वाइब होता रहेगा ना? हाँ? ये होती है भाई गेमर्स. यहाँ से लोग वहाँ पे कसिनो वसिनो ये सब करने जाते हैं. हाँ क्यूटी से अपने लोंडे लोग देख वहाँ पे जाके वैलो 5 स्टैक. Hey bitch come A. Oh my god. W. Dimitri bye. Thank you for the $20. मेरी जान कर रहे हैं. और कास्ट दोस्त चैट जिसको नहीं मालूम ये मेरा 6th कास्ट दोस्त है. जिसको नहीं मालूम ये मेरा 6th कास्ट दोस्त है. और आप आइए हमारे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में आइए. एकदम प्रीमियम टॉप क्वालिटी हाई लेवल व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप है. हाई लेवल बट जो ग्रुप में होते हैं और जितने लोग ग्रुप में है वो राज सिर्फ तुम्हारे तक ही रहना चाहिए. देखो तुम पैसे भर रहे हो, समझ रहे हो. वो राज ही रहना चाहिए. याद रखना ठीक है. मॉड्स प्लीज हेल्प माय डियर फ्रेंड फ्रॉम NA. Triple ले भाई. लैंग्वेज 7th नहीं था 6th था. आज के दिन में इसने 3 बार 6 कास्ट 10 बोला. अरे बाबा रिन्यू हो रहे थे वो लोग. रिन्यू भाई अगर आपके पास डिस्कॉर्ड नहीं है 2 मिनट का काम है. फट से रजिस्टर कर लो. 2 मिनट का काम है. समझ रहे हो. गलत आईडी पासवर्ड डाल के गलत नाम डाल के कुछ भी करके रजिस्टर कर लो. और बहुत छोटा सा प्रोसीजर है. फट से ग्रुप में आ जाइए. रिन्यू करने पे नाम नहीं आता. कौन बोला भाई? आता है नाम. धोखा रखा दोस्त के साथ. एक्सक्यूज मी. विजिट आप कब खेल रहे हो? ऑन द वे हो.
Incluso lanza un besito ronda, pero 100% firmada por parte de esa.
Smoke blocking his vision. He has to activate now. He has to activate quickly. Oh my god, he's done it! He has delivered!
भाई मैं अंधा हो गया कि मेरे को उसका चैट नहीं
Coach
दिख रहा
Honor,
है
this
तूने
is an
उसको
incredible
टैग किया
performance.
लेकिन मेरे को
Once
उसका चैट
again,
नहीं
you
दिख रहा
guys
है
really hit the ground running in stage 1. If we look on big picture, obviously
जी।
you came into this
What's up,
season
Binks?
bringing
Come
in
join
so
for
many
Pani.
young players, and now those young guns are out fragging veteran players on the server.
Hello,
Do you feel like
Kapish
the
bye.
Lev
Thank
project
you
is
for
ahead
the
of schedule, or
Canadian
are there still
Australian
things that you're actively
$7.
No, I think that we have the best.
नॉर्मल मेंबरशिप के लिए इतना नहीं बताता कभी क्या करो नहीं नॉर्मल मेंबर कभी व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे उधर मैं बात नहीं करता बस इतना ही डिफरेंस है छोटा सा
My whole life, they have all my confidence, so I prefer to coach younger players. They are the best of the best. I think that we are like.
Love you, Kapish bye.
To be one of the best
Canadian
in the
Australian
world.
full form में भाई सीए का
Every game we are showing it a little bit more.
भाई क्या
So
गर्मी है
I'm glad
भाई
that the
नंगा
boys
शुरू
are,
करूँगा
like,
मैं
having fun
चैट लाइक
and
करो
showing and playing in their full potential.
Right. Can't wait to see more on that trajectory. Good luck in your next match.
Well, I'm glad his boys are having
नॉर्मल
fun
ग्रुप
because
में
that
बात
game was a
नहीं
whole
हो
lot of fun
सकती
for them.
दिन में
An
3 के
absolute
मैसेजेस भाई
smacked
मजाक सेट कर मेरा एक दिन फ़ोन हैंग हो गया था मैं एक दिन नॉर्मल वाला खोला कि वहाँ पे मेरे को ये चाहिए था स्टिकर्स और वहाँ पे तो भाई स्टिकर स्पैम होती है जिफ स्टिकर्स क्यूट ये वो बेंच फ़ोन हैंग हो गया भाई 3000 भी नहीं था बहुत ज़्यादा था 3000 से तो ज़्यादा था
was on fire. You couldn't even stop him mechanically.
पता नहीं ऐसा 20 लोग मिलके इतना कैसे मैसेजेस कर रहे हैं
like that you mentioned that out of all things, Sky. He's bragging out.
Fast type पर
Sky.
जैसा
I feel like last time that we saw this to this kind of level was a few
अभी भी
years ago
stream
when
अभी भी
Sky
stream
was kind of the
yeah.
GOAT. I really like what we just got the chance to see from Lev. I mean, not only you have a player that
बस मैं एक दिन 1000
also
गिफ्टेड
as
करूंगा
much as
जब
that is
कमाने
popping
लगूंगा
up,
इसलिए
but
मैं
then you
रोज
also
सुपर चैट
have the
करता
game plan that just works out
समझ रहे हो
perfectly. This is your dream scenario if you're Leviatán. The only runs that you lose are pistols, and that's it.
I
A pistol
mean-
on the antique, that's it.
Yeah. First of all, this stat line is insane. 4.7 KDA.
सोना नहीं है
295
सोना नहीं है मेरे
assists.
पास
But also,
I am
we saw
worried.
Lev play the way that we
Very
wanted them
dedicated
to
streamer,
earlier. In the
thank
pre-show, we
you.
were talking about how we wanted to see them just go fast. It felt like they heard us
स्टिकर
a
चाहिए
little
अभी
bit
वैसा
and
1
started playing
के
that
2
play
के
style.
बताओ
Oh,
नहीं चिल्ला
absolutely. And, you know, sometimes there's blows jumping.
आ गया क्या वो
In the front line, it was him in
नंगा
the
स्ट्रीम
post plants as
मैं
well,
तो
clutching
1
it
मिलियन
up. But I
सब्स
think
कहाँ
one of
से
the big things that was going so
1
well
मिलियन माइनस
was
कहाँ
how
से
effective they were at
अच्छा
shutting
माइनस नहीं तू
down
बोल रहा था
Envy
भाई
in the
साहब
post plant. Envy struggled massively.
नहीं,
They
अभी
went
तक नहीं
2
आया।
for 11 Dryad when retaking on the defense.
Which is an insane stat, but it's also something.
One
I've
map
talked
done,
about
खतरनाक
with
मारा
last
उसने,
series against
खतरनाक।
Cloud9, even if they got
Envy
the
ने
win, those rounds with
खतरनाक
Cloud9
मतलब
where they were struggling the most
खतरनाक
was
मारा
those retakes because they were not
खतरनाक
able to play together. And not only was that, it was sometimes they were playing it with numbers at a disadvantage because some of the
एक
players
बंदा
were
मेरा
swinging
लाइव
those
स्ट्रीम
angles
देखने
and
के
getting
जगह
taken
पे
down first. But then on top of that, you have a Lev that is using their utility perfectly. It seems like they didn't
मेरा
even
लाइव
have
स्ट्रीम
to
देखने के
use it.
जगह पे
But
2
it was
साल
just- it was a
पहले
mix
वाला
of
स्ट्रीम
Lev
देख
playing
के
it
अभी
really
कमेंट
well,
किया
really
है
clean, getting a lot of space early on, and then also an Envy that was never really
लाला मैं लाइव लाला
And Blozine just clutching every
And,
single time too.
yeah.
But I agree. I think the util part too. It's so interesting to see because they were using those mollies, the Phoenix molly, the Viper
नहीं रे
stick,
नचिकेत,
and the
clash है और
Grim
इतना
molly to
time नहीं
delay
है ना।
retakes from spawn, as well saving them for that post
करेंगे
plant
एक
to
दिन।
use on that
इस
spike,
बार
but
क्या
they
सबका
most
वॉच
of the
पार्टी
time
राइट्स
didn't
लिया
even
है
need to,
Yeah.
because they were
अगला
just so good
अगला
at making
2027
safe,
में
like you said,
फॉर्मेट अलग है ना
getting
तो
those
एक बार
numbers
समझने दो क्या
immediately.
सीन है कितने
You
मैचेस
talk
है
about using
उस
the
हिसाब
mollies
से
to
मैं
stall
प्रॉपर
at the
राइट्स
choke points.
लेके
I
फिर
also was
कम
loving how over
ये
on the A
करूंगा
side, you
और
always have Phoenix flashes
अपने
to
वीडियो
flash
लोगों
and
का
fight
गेम
for
थोड़ा ज्यादा
backside,
करूंगा
something
देखते हैं
you
अगले
can't
साल देखते हैं
always get away with doing, and you can kind of see like even just comparing everyone
कितने
in the
एड्स आ रहे
server
मेरे
to
एड्स
Flow,
ऑफ है
like,
लाला
this guy's crushing.
Yeah.
The fact that it was 13-4 and he gets 25 kills.
That's
I mean, that's the
insane.
kind of kills that you see when we're going overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was crazy. And the whole time he's still
उन्होंने
like,
बोला ग्रुप ज्वाइन किया
supporting
कहाँ
his
पे
team too. Like his flashes were kind of insane, especially
नहीं
on the
join
side
किया।
space or on the post plants. Like you said, the Phoenix flashes were the first to take that backside, but the Sky flashes, man, they were just like coming out of nowhere, especially in those clutches. He was using it for himself.
एक बंदे ने
really
नॉर्मल
well, like
वाला
that
ग्रुप
one
ज्वाइन
with
किया
the
लेकिन
1v2 in
उसका
showers where he just
प्लस
used
9
the
वन है
bird
वो
into
नहीं है
showers. It was perfect.
It was
लेकिन मेरे को उसका
absolutely
चैट ही नहीं
perfect,
दिख रहा है
but we're gonna have to go ahead
The
and hear what
fuck?
Coach Stunner has to say ahead of map number 2 now.
रुक जा मैं
You start to stage 1, looked a little bit
YouTube
rocky. It
refresh
seems like
करो
the
क्या?
team or some individuals were definitely affected by the meta changes. However, last week you really found, like, it seemed like you found your stride. Tough start to today's match.
ए तेरे
do
को
you
उसका
feel
नाम
like you're
देवेश
still
ग्रीन
kind
में
of
दिख
catching
रहा है
up
क्या
with
रे
the
Dimitrov's
No,
का?
I think we have the meta figured out. I think we're just not showing our full potential in this match. So hopefully we can show it up for the next match or next map. And yeah, we'll see.
Oh ये रहा. Big Black, glad to be 6th member of the WhatsApp group. अरे तो है ही नहीं लेकिन.
Yeah, let's not wait for the next match.
Mr. Pacific, do we still need one game for playoff or we miss the spot? We still need to defeat NS. If we don't defeat NS, तो भी I think वो हो जाएगा. दिख रहा है, अभी दिख रहा है. तेरा chat ही नहीं दिखा रहा था, अभी YouTube refresh किया तब दिख रहा है.
Was the most interesting.
तो अभी तक ग्रुप में नहीं आया, by the way, just saying.
When they played this map with Lev, when Owner was part of this team,
100% नहीं आया. ग्रुप का नाम मेरा खास गैंग करके.
Happen this time around. There's another younger players that can play the Neon.
No way.
But imagine. I'm just saying, imagine.
Imagine. No, I think this makes sense. I mean, we saw them almost running it down, just full executing every single time. I think on a map like Fracture, it's going to work out too. There was that one round.
Love from Pakistan. Binks, thank you.
Make space on the other side, like you mentioned, hitting that chamber trip in hookah and then coming back. I think this map is.
Hey, यही तो था शायद रफ़िया जो कमेंट किया अभी.
Makes sense that they picked it.
Yeah, look, if you want to see some people running it down, you're going to want to stick around for map number 2. Riven Vans are going to be back after this break.
नहीं आरसी नाम था उसका. ओ लेट मी चेक. मैं नॉर्मल ग्रुप में हूँ. हाँ मैं बोला ना. काश दोस्त करके लिखा रहेगा. काश दोस्त.
Not trapped at a desk in one singular posture.
Love from Mangalore, love you. Extra अंडा मंगा रहा है. Egg language. Fast to the incoming हो सकता है अभी उनका मैप है.
Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers.
कपिश भाई. आगे welcome.
Every move.
6th member बोलते. आगे कुछ भी क्वेश्चन रहेगा आप पूछ सकते हो. चिल है, बस किसी और को डीएम भी मत करना. दैट इज द ओनली रूल. बाकी कुछ भी बात करने का रहेगा. आज स्ट्रीम होने वाला, क्या कर रहे हो, एनी टाइम. T69 मैन. डिमिट्रॉक्स भाई सच मेरे चैट की लुली की कसम खा के बोलो 6 लोग है कि नहीं ग्रुप में, है कि नहीं? चैट को हमेशा लगता है मैं झूठ बोल रहा हूँ करके. नेवर नेवर नेवर. वेलकम टू द बंक्स लियो फैम. एक्सक्यूज मी. 170 आवर्स वॉच योर स्ट्रीम. 1 सेकंड. तेरे को इसको लग रहा है 170 आवर्स ज्यादा है? ब्रो कम ऑन मैन, कम ऑन. चैट क्या था वो कमेंट? हाँ क्या कमेंट था वो? टॉप आवर्स या ऐसा कुछ था ना. आवर्स. मनराज पाजी किधर हो? टॉप आवर्स टॉप आवर्स टॉप आवर्स. $1,867. How much is 1,867 hours in days? टू एंड हाफ मंथ उसने कंटिन्यूस मेरा स्ट्रीम देखा है 24/7. वो भी गलत रहेगा. बेस्ट पार्ट वो है, उससे भी ज्यादा है.
Tejo meta, this is going to be ×2 because you now have the Neon and also a Whaley to top on the
हाँ भाई 100 वाला किधर गया?
on the attack side here for Leviatán.
ओए
I'm excited to see Fracture. Lev,
बस मैं क्या करूं?
said before, they brought the split.
Teammates बस भागते गेम प्ले तो कुछ है नहीं क्या करो ऐसे लोगों का कुछ नहीं अपना गेम खेलने का भाई ब्लोस को देखा ना पीछे से टीम का हेल्प भी कर रहा है आगे से मार भी रहा है
Ooh, they don't love the start from Demon 1 and it's traded back from Spike. A quick shorty slide up.
सीधा घुस गया वो लोग पता Demon 1 अकेला रहेगा साइड
Already a flank from the top side though and Neon's trying to fight it.
Kesnet there. They're coming around from A lobby as well. They could time this. They have him just kind of stuck at Sands for the moment. Sato's able to drop Rossi here, and it is going to be a war just to get back in.
Oh shit!
It makes it a little bit easier though, as the smoke's clear. They don't know the angles that are open anymore. And we see Spike, Shorty. He can split this up. It's not. Oh, there's one. He's got to get that reload on. One shot left. That's all that's required here. Wait. Gets him off.
क्या पका रहा है?
Knows he has to hit again. And he's gonna win it. Oh my god!
Time नहीं है अभी.
6 HP. Spike goes around and they still are giving him a hard time as we start map 2.
He doesn't even need bullets to win. Just jump around here, ring around the rosy through the pillar, and just win that third time. It only makes sense there too, because you're playing the Neon.
Thank you for the membership, मेरी जान कटे. Thank you for the membership, मेरी जान कटे.
Opening that we had, yes, it was nice by Demon 1. The only caveat was that he picked off the 5th player. Everybody else was already tucked on that wall on Dish, so it was easy to surprise Demon 1 and already allow Leviatán to get onto sites before the rotates happened. I think Sato's going to run out of air by the end of this game by all the cackling he's doing.
His cheeks have to hurt at this point. These are where we see the breach come into play, but Lev's still able to attack back. They're going to give more to the fight, though, as all of Envy are going to bring to this battle. It's not ending. It's continuing.
Damage
the last one. Lev stands tall to get quite a few points in spawn. Is Envy wants to end that one quick, but do as much damage as possible.
And they did. You got to give them that at least.
Yeah.
You just saw the Neon run around too, just to bait out the utility.
अगर 6 कास्ट दोस्त थे, Binks को मिला के 7 होना चाहिए ना ग्रुप में नहीं, मैं एडमिन हूँ ना.
They couldn't really get the cleanest of shots for the other players of Leviatán, so it's still allowed here Envy to do some great damage with a whole pistol round. Bonus round still pretty decent though. You still have a Vandal that you're carrying over from Sato.
Man already छोड़ चुका हूँ यारो.
Right side of that map for the crunch.
Making Kesnet feel uncomfortable. They're already into A.
Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck?
The whole fight was in
भाई ये क्या सैंडविच है? भाई ये क्या सैंडविच है? बोनस है ये?
This is
क्या सैंडविच है ये लाला?
A bit of magic. He's got to pull more out of his hat if he wants to get through Lev on this second round.
भाई क्या सैंडविच है ये?
From Demon 1 could do a
क्या मॉड्स में कास्ट दोस्त में जिनके पास कास्ट दोस्त नहीं है नहीं मॉड्स दोस्त को पॉजी अभी ऐड होएगा कि कुछ लोग इनएक्टिव है तो फिर
I think they're just absolutely rocking Envy on timing a lot of the times. The distance they're getting in
उनको थोड़ा सा अपन
weird times.
फेयरवेल देंगे फेयरवेल.
Just throwing Envy off.
I mean, you already see it from the south side too.
तो लोग बहुत टाइम से इनएक्टिव है, बहुत मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा. उनका नंबर भी चेंज हो गया रहेगा वैसा. 3 साल से देख रहा हूँ 20-30 कास्ट दोस्त तो मैंने देख लिए हैं ऑन स्ट्रीम जब भी आया हूँ ना. 6 में भी इनएक्टिव क्या करे डाउनफॉल. This is what happens when team is dependent on one player totally. कौन सा one player भाई? One player तो बाद में है. Dependent तब बोलते जब उसके around team बनता है. One player तो बाद में आया है भाई. Demon 1 तो अभी आया है. और उस पे कौन से dependent है?
Unseen for both of these teams, but now they're learning quick and they have to learn on the fly.
नॉर्मल दोस्त कास्ट दोस्त में क्या फर्क है? कास्ट दोस्त में मैं रिप्लाई देता हूँ बस.
Seeing how they can get in Lev's face early, because at this point you got to take out a handful of them even before they get to the site. Because if Blows is alive, it's like everyone's alive. If few of the other guys are shooting like star power right now,
वो लोग तो चारों players हैं ना रे.
Demon में बाद में है ना. Full force of Lev.
ऑफ स्ट्रीम भी काउंट होता है क्या? ऑफ स्ट्रीम भी काउंट होता है.
Before they get to the site here and
ऑफ स्ट्रीम भी कोई मेंबरशिप लेगा काउंट
low buy for Envy. what are they going to have in store for these following rounds? We might be able to get a few of those all points here to set that up.
Yeah, and as you talk about firepower from the side of Leviatán, but if you actually go down that list from left bottom to
कुछ टीम्स ऐसा रहता है जो एक स्टार प्लेयर के अराउंड बनाते हैं, which is not a bad idea.
Firepower as well from the side of Envy. Now it's just trying to figure out how do you stop the util around that's being utilized by Leviatán in the first place. Sometimes it's walk contact once again that surprises you, or sometimes it's just the explosion of all the util. So it shows to me right now that Envy, they still have a hard time finding some active information, and it's probably solely because of this composition as well. So if it's not on face checking from util, it's maybe a sky flash, a dog or something, but you don't have
Jay Patel, bye, welcome back.
And hopefully you don't lose your body and your
Welcome back.
Look at
Thank you for the Canadian, Australian $100 मेरी जान कर दे मैच होता रहेगा एक राउंड है मैच होता रहेगा भाई
Yeah, Kasato is already lurking towards.
Thank you for the $100. Love you मेरी जान कर दे love you.
And it works out. Look at the trap play Envy was trying to do.
कैसे क्या चल रहा है लाइफ में किधर गायब?
You had the neon walk in. Now you cut rotates on top of that, and you're in a great spot.
बाद में जिनको नहीं मालूम जय पटेल भाई जब भी आते हैं $100 देते
How
हैं.
far up are they? Well, they're a lot further than you think.
मेंबर दे लिया जय भाई ने जय भाई मेंबर थे बीच में थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट हुआ था.
For this first half of Fracture.
अभी I hope everything is Gucci.
Spike just walking up left side wall. Always forcing just what would be one fight, really.
भाई ये लोग का एम चिपक रहा है कि मैं बह रहा हूँ.
And just aware right now.
Yeah, Kizzy was trying to slide out too to try to surprise some players, but sees nobody. But
that one sole player of
Spike inside B that gets 2 kills on top of that for the side of Leviatán. Remember, this is a saving grace.
Hey, जय भाई को पूछ लो वो थे खास दोस्त मेंबर अभी थोड़ा टाइम बाद जाके फिर रिटर्न आए हैं सेकंड पे थे पूछ लो पूछ लो सेकंड पे तो पूछ मैं हमेशा जब भी आते हैं $100 ही देते हैं ये भी पूछ लो मैं झूठ नहीं बोलता सेकंड पे सेकंड आपके लिए स्लॉट रखा था मैंने
Pop in an extra, still alive with Vandals as they try to approach the site. They're being found.
1v1 by का heavy trade ना लेकिन सीधा साइट एग्जीक्यूट करता
needs to be able to collect around for the squad, and he is.
Wow,
that was they kind of just swing each other at the last moment there, but yeah, Poppin ready for that in the final moments, and Envy need this big.
Like I said, once it gets scrappy, it has to come down to just a team.
Second.
It is.
You definitely do have players that can shoot.
I can confirm I'm the 6th cast those member. देखा? Hashtag OP.
This probably should have been around that.
क्या सीन जय भाई कैसी चल रही है हाउस लाइफ? What's new?
But what I'm hoping to see.
Yeah, attacking map है defensive attacking.
Is to start adding a little bit of that pressure on the extremity because Leviatán, they're basically just 5-manning every single thing.
उतना crazy भी नहीं,
उतना
crazy भी नहीं, लेकिन जो slow teams रहते हैं ना वो लोग attacking में खा जाते हैं. वो लोग site execute भी कर सकते हैं आराम से अपने basis पे.
So good against what Envy
Post plant भी खेल सकते हैं बहुत है ये मैप में.
All the power to retake though. And that breach makes it very effective, so let's see what Envy can do to get this site back after
Bro, क्या rotation है देखो ना क्या rotation है भाई जीत गया Envy. Oh fuck क्या rotation ही है.
I don't think King
क्या
shot
rotation
any
ही
of the
है.
secrets too. I think they just dissipated, so he could stay inserted here right now and
रिप्लाई तो
actually
मुझे
catch
अभी
Exer
भी
off guard. That
मिल
might
गया
pull the rotate
काश
back 'cause there's
दोस्त.
still another minute left on the clock to work with.
Oh shit.
They already knew here from the side of Leviatán that Envy were kind of just thunderfooting back towards that spawn.
Yep.
And look, that moment of uncertainty for Envy. They're going back and forth towards that spawn. Somebody has to peek out for some information. Now everybody's just getting killed.
And another quick peek there. Poppin does keep his life though. Sato's gonna take it. There's more than you think. Rossi feels like he can get somebody's back, but Sato's still looking. And they're going to be able to find one more as Sato just keeps hunting. A 4th one on the round.
And look at those X's. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Your rotates, yes, are quick by going from B to the A side through spawn. But what happens when you're trying to retake the site? You're going through the main chokes of 2 angles being easily watched by Leviatán. But also, if they stall right now for Leviatán like they have been in the mid-round, you don't know where they're going to be going to. So you're getting caught off by these rotates, and Stunner feels that frustration.
You can only do so much already. A timeout knocked by Lev. In Fracture here,
शिव भाई तेरे को अगर लगता है कि बहुत cool चीज बोले तो
neither does Envy. as they get back to another
Get well soon, Lala.
And they'll move around as a death ball here to try and predict the right site. And Lev will once again predict the opposite.
कैसी चल रही है बहुत बड़े बांग्स देखा ऐसे तो जाग गया आज लेकिन हम लोग बहुत इसमें बहुत अच्छा किया है ये साल में आज का दिन थोड़ा लेफ्ट राइट गया बट ये साल में क्रेजी न्यू हाइट्स न्यू अचीवमेंट्स बहुत कुछ किया है साल में बहुत कुछ किया है बहुत क्रेजी कुछ
किया spawn hits here from Neon, a fourth one on the docket. Oh, he's gonna go down. Special delivery from Spike up close on Rossi there, and they collect another round.
Sorry, Bunks bhai, कुछ नहीं. Sorry मत बोलो रे.
And that was just Neon just
okay लिखो. Sorry बोलने का अपन इतना मौका देते नहीं, हाइड देते समझ रहे?
They had to try. It was so quiet pretty much for Leviatán. Remember, they cut noise. You're not able to find early information because you're just pushing kind of slowly as a team.
क्या पोजीशन पे एंड क्या ऐसे डलने? भाई आज नेट बनता भाई, खेल नहीं पाए लाला.
Only got one in the process.
Oh fuck, वो लोग कॉम्बो करने वाले लेकिन कोई है नहीं अयो. So basically fast वो लोग जाने वाले डोर से और ए से एक बंदा आएगा इमेज ऐसा. एक क्या दो. प्रॉब्लम है कि वो कॉम्बो के लिए कुछ था नहीं ब्रो. क्या नीड ब्रो.
Is there to throw a punch.
Bro, क्या need है वो?
So far, and they get on top of this really fast. Blows the last one alive.
Demon on बाप मारा लेकिन bro क्या need क्या damage सब कुछ बाप के लाभे.
Yeah, that was so many players blinded and insaned.
भाई एनवी ने मारा लेकिन वो इतना प्यारा फाइट इतना यूटिल काउंटर यूटिल आने के बाद कितना प्यारा फाइट. कल का दिन अच्छा जाएगा. God is dead. Hopefully. सब चंगा. और बताओ एमआई को जिंक्स करके सही लगा.
It was just Spike trying to go in and beat that util, but as he was fully flashed, he could get out to safety. So Leviatán felt like they had to swing out and try to help out so they could keep their teammate alive. Fortunate for them.
अब वापस वो लोग के पास एक और कॉम्बो है. वो लोग के पास अब भी एक और वापस कॉम्बो है चैट.
Aggressive push here. No op. Actually, the op money is in the hands of Kesdit.
Still going for a little bit of peek there as well. The risky business is the popping him. Neon trade back and forth.
Oh shit.
A little bit of a lobby.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah, that
they're fighting on so many fronts here. Rossi's, they're A main again. They've backed off a bit. No, somebody is still there.
भाई क्या है भाई?
Throwing Envy for a loop.
Youngster versus Demon One होने वाला था ये तो.
Peeked down on that line and he got owned. He calls the info that there's probably 3 players there already.
Right?
So why would you want to try to repush that if you stall towards the A side? So,
but you feel like you're falling behind so much, so you might need to push that play, right?
Bring a teammate with you at this point, to be honest with you.
There's got to be a better answer.
You already have Kesdit already opping in this round, and he's also opping from a distance on the top of Jenny to look down that line. So why do you want to push down there?
प्लीज आरसीबी को सपोर्ट मत करना. अच्छा खेल रहा है ब्रो. ऑब्वियसली भाई ऑब्वियसली अच्छा खेलेगा. फुल सपोर्ट है आरसीबी को.
Just made a play right there
on the hard line. 30 seconds. Still got another one for them to cross into sight. They've got Lev mixed up for the first time here as Armageddon comes flying through. Wait a minute. Blows finds one. They're going to try to get this swing together, knowing it's heaven.
Oh my God.
All right. Oh, trying to squeeze in. Knows how his own molly works.
Spike planted.
Yeah, unfortunate. Spike still gets planted.
Oh, the Vandal spray does a 30.
King
comes up big with the kill to solidify the round, and Lev get another one.
Was a nice attempt too by Extra on that 1 versus 2. I think it was a little bit preemptive on the orbital strike, but I think it's the sole reason of he just got hit by the special delivery, right? He's fully stunned. He's trying to fall back. He's
भाई 4-on-2 में वो लोग ने 2 किल लिया, जिससे दोनों का पोजीशन मालूम पड़ गया. 2-on-2 कुछ नहीं कर पाए.
Fortunately, you just saw what happened. There's still a gap of space for you to just freely plant.
तुम लोग को मतलब समझ में आ रहा है कि लेव कितना बाप टीम है.
Move back into the B site here with your own orbital strike. Very hard for you to try to win. So as it looked very scrappy, very doable for Envy on that previous round, they're already back on another eco here. Leviatán are just
कि मेरे को भी वो खेलने को मजा आ रहा है.
Comfortable lead in his driver's seat.
The win-loss money reset is painful for Envy to come back here. They are going to retake this space, but they decide to slow it down.
मर्सी भाई से बोल के मेरा सैलरी इंक्रीज करवाओ. काश दोस्त लेना है.
Again, they're really going to go to the opposite side again. Lev is just
मैंने तो एडिटर है क्या?
3 sites all map long. Spike's going to be able to tell him that soon, too.
Yeah. But it's him, first one, able to just dash away freely, calls for the help, and now everybody just thinks to fight.
Oh my gosh.
Too easy.
Editor हो उनका.
And now they don't even know if they want it. They said, all right, there's a push there. We either
मैं
go
बोलता
into the
चुगली
team
किया
or we
तूने
wait it
करके.
out.
पैसा नहीं दे रहा है,
We'll
कम
see
दे
what's
रहा है,
really
ऐसा
happening
बोला.
for Leviatán on every one of
Audience
these
के
opens.
सामने
It's
मैं बोलता हूँ.
always
उसके बाद क्या एक बार जॉब जाएगा ना फिर एटलीस्ट 150 रुपए का तो मेंबरशिप ले लेगा तो कोई सीन नहीं है.
4-1 on that side. If it's east side, then it's 4-1 across the board. But there's never really somebody in the other opposite quadrant. Just because when
भाई
Leviatán
सारे
starts
एडिटर
to
का
go for
यही
the
हाल है.
explosion,
सब
and
लोग
the one
गाली
that's
खाते
actually
हैं.
running
आदि
util,
भाई हो
for
गए,
example, smokes or something like that for Neon,
फौजी हो गया,
he's gonna be the one watching that
वैनम
down
भी
too,
अभी.
and just cut those rotates.
पैसा सुमड़ी में कमाते हैं लेकिन.
Really
भाई
quick.
flawless जीते बिल्कुल.
So many
Flawless.
people, too many eyes, somebody playing
Flawless.
anti-flash. Again, the answer for everything.
भाई ये लोग
Yeah, that was gonna be
youngsters
tough anyways,
है,
but
youngsters.
Lev do it clean, yeah, exactly. Like,
Youngsters
Lev
मतलब
always having a bit of an advantage, and they know in the
किंग
situation.
को अगर हटा दे तो शायद मैक्स
This
एज
was
क्या है
crazy.
20
They went so
कोई है
slow that
20
they
के
were
ऊपर
able to
वहाँ पे
react to this as well, so it played right into their hand again.
शायद से 21 का एक है शायद से लेकिन मोस्टली 20 बे.
Oh my.
Usually he does that face when they're winning crazy rounds, but that... So there you go. See, all five of them kind of just group together. Once they start using util, smokes are coming down. Neon should be watching that flank. And now we see the crunch coming through here, finally.
TP out. This is the response we've been looking for. They had it. It Sands
मेरे को
over at A.
24
Now
कुछ
another
भरोसा
round.
नहीं
If
है.
we get into 11,
ठीक है,
it looks
अभी
like
भरोसा है,
Envy
अभी
comes to
भरोसा है.
life one more time.
अभी भरोसा है.
And they need it for the rest of the map. Oh, Sato doesn't have the timing on who's behind him.
चिपक
No
रहे
play to be
बे.
made there. Envy pick up another one.
चिपक रहे बे. वो लोग राउंड जीत रहे तो भी ये लोग को देखने में मजा आ रहा है बे.
Small steps too, right? One extra round that they've gotten in and a half.
मगर भाई गरीब पे पेट पे लात पाप लगेगा है. वाह भाई मैं भी गरीब ही हूँ भाई.
To lose their 13-4. This time they actually get the third round by having
दोनों
that
गरीब
crunch.
मार सकते हैं एक दूसरे
Having
को.
some
टेंशन नहीं
aggression
है.
coming out this time around too. A double flank
We're in the
on
same
top of
boat.
that. With the stall that they garnished towards the arcade. So that was kind of nice. Will it repeat itself so far here as they have that 4-1 setup to try to fight the south side push?
Oof. That Waylay ult just primed. If
Hey
they didn't
dudes,
even know
hello.
Satellite. As they're actually pushing up. Nice info for Envy. If you're focusing on their side, this should be great movement for
Bro,
what they're
नियॉन के
able
पास
to do on
इन्फो
defense.
देखो एक बार. सामने वाला नियॉन अपने टीम का नियॉन या नियॉन वाला बंदा नियॉन जो नियॉन नहीं है. ये क्वेश्चन तुम लोगों को खुद को पूछना पड़ेगा. Hey Panko, why not sleeping? It's 3:30.
You can see it there at the bottom. Goes down though. They get onto him too fast. Can't live through that. And here goes Spike to create even more disruption. Back and forth. The Waylay ultimate, you hear it goes off as well, and they absolutely smother Envy with utility. There's just no chance. Sato picks up the 4K, and even he can't believe it.
Yeah. I think you're also realizing too that TP for that
उसने
Vito
टावर से
a
मेन का
lot
अल्ट
slower
मारा
than
था.
the Chamber, a
जब
lot
ये लोग
slower than
सिटी
the
जा रहे
Nori.
तो कोई वहां
He's
से ना
like
आके मारे.
Having to turn around.
75% trying to like pop it up until it gets broken by that shorty. Another dominating half we have so far by Leviatán.
Very nicely done. Envy has to press back when we get back from this break.
बंग भाई मेरा डिस्कॉर्ड अकाउंट का बैकअप कोड्स नहीं होने के कारण डिफरेंट अकाउंट से डिस्कॉर्ड चला तो कंपेयर टू द यूट्यूब वन. इसके कारण मैं मेंबर का व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप नहीं ज्वाइन कर पा रहा हूँ. उसका क्या सोल्यूशन है पता नहीं. मॉड्स इसका क्या कुछ सोल्यूशन है? इसका पता नहीं मेरे को कुछ सोल्यूशन है क्या.
Red Bull gives you wings.
फॉरगॉट पासवर्ड करके या कुछ करके कुछ कर सकते सर. 993 एक मैप डाउन है और उसके बाद 93 अभी लेव क्वालिफाई भी. लेव क्वालिफाई बे सीधा क्वालिफाई. और जिस हिसाब से खेल रहे ना अगर ये फॉर्म रहेगा 101% लंदन 101%. बाय द वे इतने लोग बाहर से है और कोई भी लंदन के आसपास से जाके मैच देखना. मास्टर्स ऑलवेज वर्थ इट. मास्टर्स कोई भी मास्टर्स देखना स्पेशली सेकंड मास्टर्स और चैम्प्स एब्सोल्युटली वर्थ इट. और बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे लेके जाना. राइट स्टोर बहुत खतरनाक है. मेंबरशिप गिफ्ट कर दो, सब टक होगा. एक्सक्यूज मी. लैंग्वेज हिनाटा, मतलब हिनाटा बाहर का है, उसको 2582
Let's get
दिख
this
रहा है.
second half underway here. VCT
ये
Americas
बाहर
is
का, ये बाहर का
Envy
है.
have to try
ये
their
बाहर का है.
hardest here to figure out what Lev has been able to figure out, what they're doing, and how they just keep running this aggression straight to the site or
Planning if got visa. What about you?
before they get to the
मेरा
site.
थोड़ा सीन चल रहा है. मेरा थोड़ा
Quite
सीन
honestly
चल
with
रहा है.
you though, if I'm looking at how I digested that first half,
Schedule
though,
के साथ भी
they
सीन
really
चल
didn't
रहा
have a
है.
chance to really learn what
और
Leviatán
बहुत
was
कुछ
going
चल
to do,
रहा है.
right? Was fairly passive for most
तो
of these setups for the
most
side of Envy. I think
likely
the only
तो
time where we saw
नहीं
a
है,
little
लेकिन
bit of
पता, you never know.
at the
You
beginning
never know.
of these rounds were when they're on ecos and staying as a death ball. It wasn't until like round number
चलो बंक्स भाई श्रीमेंट कर दो. डांसिंग दिसंबर में इंडिया आ रहा हूँ, कुछ करते हैं मीटअप का. डांसिंग जय पटेल भाई, औरा औरा तो है. जय पटेल भाई को चुपा दे दो जाते जाते. गुड नाइट. एकदम एकदम लबुबू लबुबू किस दे दो. जय पटेल भाई कमिंग अप with $200. $200. #OP. #OP. 12-12 हो सकता है बर्थडे के दिन भी मीटअप हो. पॉसिबल है, पॉसिबल है. You never know.
And there's just too many bodies in the first place. He was already running inside the spawn.
WJ भाई thank you. ये लो बड़ा पाव.
In these replays, you can see a
Fuck,
minute
मेरे को
30 on the
देखने भी
clock,
नहीं
10
मिला. लेव
seconds
जीत
into
गया.
the round. Lev was there,
क्या
ready for
scene?
an A play, ready for the counter again. Just
मैच देखा भी नहीं तो भी जीत
reading
गया.
Envy.
क्या टैग करके प्यारा प्यारा पपिया दे दो.
Rainbow.
छुपा दे दो
No. Good new caster.
भाई. ये
Oh my God,
जो
Spike.
स्टिंगर है ना ये.
Just using the medium to long range stinger upgrade, I guess. Oh, Sato, what is that, bro?
ए
If
चैट
anything,
नहीं
Envy is
रे.
hoping for a new map, but they
भाई
really
चेक
gotta
करना
start
पड़ेगा
stepping
बे
up. Complete
पीसी.
hero flawless is
अभी तो
gonna be
मजाक भी नहीं
devastating
है.
though for Envy. Can't get any plants in the last
Love
two,
you,
and
bye,
that's
good
the economy
night.
staying quite low. We'll have to.
जी का क्या सीन नेक्स्ट
try to
डू और
see
डाई है
if
ना.
the
मोस्टली
best
डू और
teams
डाई है
can
नेक्स्ट.
fly here. I almost feel like if you are now afraid of playing against an outlaw,
Bro,
for
ये
example,
क्या
in
है
this round,
bro?
you're gonna have to force full shields, and if you're gonna force full shields, you won't have the best of utility.
How much Ors gonna suffer because of new tournament system? No Ors will suffer. पागल है क्या? सीन पड़ेगा उल्टा. No Ors will suffer.
Oh my God.
And look at what I'm talking about here. The
जो
util,
अच्छा
you
और
don't
से
have
वो
these
लोग
walls
अच्छे ही
like
करने
Upper
वाले.
Kismet, which
नए
is actually
लोगों
quite
को ज्यादा
crazy
मौका मिलेगा
that they're
बस.
gonna go to try to play
ऐसा.
that strat, to try to move in as a team. Well, actually, you don't need to. You already died.
They are.
Love you, Jay bhai. Love you,
themselves
मेरे जान
thoroughly
बेटा.
right
Thank you so
now.
much.
Just
Love
kind
you.
of making these plays, Spike in and out for one, says no, there's nothing more to be had here. Where can we go now is the team and just kind of jump around even more. They clear long here with the drone, give that position over to Spike,
क्या कर सकते?
and
कुछ
they
कर
just set
सकते क्या वो
defense
लोग?
back up here. And really no ground has been gained by Envy.
Yeah, now it's just the highest priority to try to
मेन
keep
ये
extra
कि
alive
कोई
as well, 'cause
एमेन
you only have
भी
two
पूछ
smokes
हो
left,
सकता है,
and that's
बीमेन भी
all
पूछ
you
हो
have
सकता है.
to
बोले
go for
पास
the exit.
किधर का भी
You
इन्फो
would
नहीं है
have
कि
loved
उनका
to keep
इन्फो
a
है
wall
कि
or
नहीं.
have a wall east in that round. Like I said, Keza didn't buy
और
one.
अभी जिधर जा
So
रहे
you could
3
actually
बंदे
split the
प्लस
site and
ब्रिज
have
टर्न मार
teammates follow
सकता
up
है.
with you. Now they also lose the tip of the spear, so what could Rossi really support here as this
Oh my
reach?
god.
Nothing. So they have to walk contact. They're getting spotted. He could catch some players off guard, and they might get toppled down fairly quickly now.
Really clean by blows there, not giving up too much. Saying like, oh, there's 3 there.
Yeah,
I don't
क्या
need to
चाटे दे
repeat.
रहे
Backs
रे?
up. Envy still trying to reach and grab for the straws. Which member can they get first? And they're going to go for blows. He can't get out of this one now,
Bro,
right? He
क्या?
can't get out of this one now! Blows
Bro,
stays
no
alive.
way,
Spike
hello?
comes over, helps from over the
my
shoulder. Pie to the face on Envy. And Lev get to match point.
भाई तुम लोग ये देख रहे हो 1 घंटे में वो लोग ने 2 मैच खत्म किया है.
Yep, it is. That's freshly baked.
Oh man, but yeah, you're right. You know, the fact that he's still able to survive that while he's fully stunned.
Oh my god. Damn. Just Goomba stomped him.
Oh man.
दो मैच
It's hard to make
खत्म.
something out of this too, and be hopeful for Envy in this series, but
2
it
मैच
has
खत्म
definitely
पंकु.
been one-sided throughout this whole game.
और वो भी सामने कौन कौन है? सारे रैंक डिमॉन्स, डिमॉन 1.
Waiting. As first time they really don't have to meet Lev at the front door. And there aren't too
मैं
many
कब से सोने का ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, मेरे को नींद आ ही रहा था, फिर अचानक से $200 आ गया.
That's the one to go crazy. He gets taken down by Exter. So they miss one of those
आके
avenues back
चुंदेगी
in.
मेरे
His
ऐसे.
It also whittles
अभी
away
सीधा 8
the
घंटे बाद.
chances for Lev to take the match on this round. Very nicely by Envy playing this defense calm. There it is.
एक सेकंड, 2 मैप्स खत्म नहीं हुए.
Really behind each other on the trades there.
पता चला एक 10-12 ओटी गया, biggest OT of the century, comeback of the century. बोल नहीं सकते, बोल नहीं सकते, बोल नहीं सकते. कोई तो बोला था लेव डिस्ट्रॉय होगी. कौन बोला था? टैग करके गाली देने का इससे लोगों को, जब नॉलेज नहीं है तो. मैं तो पहले से बोल रहा था लेव जीतेगा. उधर डिमन 1 है, इधर 5 है. 5
fault line came out from Rossi, able to add some assists to the column here to allow Extra to get these picks, and also, as we call him out, getting a 2K within that previous round to shy away from that 314, and not shying away though is Leviatán. Northside crunch, bonus round that they did a little bit of damage.
पॉसिबल तो है कमबैक, देखो मानो या ना मानो, पॉसिबल तो है.
All right. Full play.
वो लोग को बस 8 राउंड में से 5 गन राउंड जीतने, 3 ही करेंगे.
On what this hit's going to be.
5 राउंड्स possible
to choose the correct site. They'll get another free one. This really solidified them last round and being able to set up that garrison for post plant, and they'll have quite a bit of time. They get that spike in, they're going to trade it off first.
अब तो स्पाइक लेट नहीं हो गया.
Alarm is being sounded as the chokehold just got picked from the back, so we're really thundering it, but there's nobody to support and fight that because they want to push it towards the spawn.
This seems a little reactive at the moment.
सब लोग prefer
happy to see
खेल
that, so they can crash back in here, preparing for the take. And a peek from Exter to actually start it off for them. Sato grabs another one, and another peek towards spawn for Rossi as they try to figure out where the in would be to save this round. But it's all out the door. Lev's able to capitalize, 3 for blows, and that's going to be a 13th for Leviatán as they take down Envy.
Double 13-4 in the series. And I gotta say that last round, they just lost all their timing. I respect the Rolling Thunder back towards that spawn on the south side because you wanted to try to find your timing to fight into the spawn. But they just gave up that space and gave up that
बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया ये. जेबे क्या सीन? क्या सीन लाला? It's too much love लाला. हल्का सा टू मच ओवरवेलमिंग लव हो गया ये. क्या सीन, क्या सीन? हल्का सा ओपी टू मच हो गया लाला. $200 and 50 gifted members is no joke. It's no joke. चैट सब लोगों का आँख खुला, भड़वे लोग फुल स्क्रीन करके बैठा था. मेरा चैट कुछ नहीं भाग रहा था, मैं खुद का चैट बना के पढ़ रहा था एंटरटेन करने के लिए. हाँ, अभी गिफ्टेड आया, सारे लोग दोनों आँख खोल के डब्ल्यू लिख रहे हो, एडरेट करके टैग करके प्यार दे दो, प्यार. और उनके हेटर्स के गांड में हाथी का लंड, उनका फेवरेट डायलॉग है. लव यू जय भाई, लव यू. आज थेपला खिलाऊंगी. अब मेरे को थेपला खिलाएगी क्यों? जय भाई का ये $300 और थेपले का क्या कनेक्शन लाला? भाई लाला बोलना क्यों चालू किया मैंने? वही सीन है लाला. हाँ, लाइव जिंगा लाला, कोई सीन नहीं. मुझे नहीं मिली मेंबरशिप, रैंडम मिलती है. चैट जिसको भी मिला है, जो भी लोग है, प्लीज़ जिसको नहीं मिला है उनको भी प्लीज़ एडरेट करके टैग करके थैंक्स बोले. जय भाई को थैंक्स बोले. एकदम ढेर सारा प्यार दे दिया, ढेर सारा. वेरी कंसिस्टेंटली 20-50 लोगों को मेंबरशिप मिलते देखता हूँ. इतना कंसिस्टेंसी पढ़ाई में दिखाया होता तो एक्सक्यूज मी. वो लोग लकी हो रहे. Heavy hearts, love you. Wish you more success and happiness in life. ऐसे ही रहो, मतलब मैं ऐसे रहो, मतलब ऐसे नहीं किसी प्रजेंट कर रहा हूँ, मतलब डू वेल डू वेल डू वेल डू वेल इन लाइफ, बस मतलब ऐसा एकदम खतरनाक आप स्टेज पे जाओगे और मेरे को ऐसा टीवी पे दिख गए एकदम, समझ रहे हो, अंबानी टाइप्स, और बोलोगे आई यूज्ड टू वॉच बिंग्स बाय स्ट्रीम, बिंग्स बाय बोलते चेडी खोलते ब्रो, वो मेरा रिटायरमेंट है, वो मेरा रिटायरमेंट है, समझ रहे हो। 70 ईयर्स में सोचो, मैं घर में ऐसा बुढ़ा होके ऐसे 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 जा रहूँगा, स्ट्रीम पे आऊँगा और कोई ना कोई आएगा, हे टीवी में देख बिंग्स बाय बोलते चेडी खोलते, हाँ, फ्रॉम वन ऑफ द रिचेस्ट मैन इन एशिया बाय क्रेजी क्रेजी, आपकी कृपा से जल्दी मिलियनर बन जाऊंगा अभी। सुनो, ये जो आपने किया है ना, उसका मतलब आप मिलियनर हो। मिलियनर वो रहते हैं जिसके पास मिलियंस होता है, आप हो वरना कोई ऐसे 30 फेंक के नहीं मारता है, समझ रहे हो। बिलियनर बोलो, बी बी बिलियनर बोलो, ठीक है, बी बिलियनर लोडिंग है भाई, बिलियनर लोडिंग है। আমি তোমাকে নিব ঠিক আছে না বিংস, ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে, लाइक कर दो डियर्स, लाइक कर दो, लाइक कर दो। हाउ टू कीप calm in any situation, any team, bro, there is one thing which I do and जितने भी लोग हैं, हर कोई ओवर थिंक भी करता है, वो लोग को एक प्रैक्टिस करना चाहिए, व्हाट इज द बेस्ट केस सिनेरियो एंड व्हाट इज द वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो, सिंपल बात, समझ रहे हो। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मेरा यूट्यूब को कुछ लेफ्ट राइट होता है, कल परसों मेरे पास जॉब नहीं है, करियर नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है, ठीक है, क्या मैं एज अ पर्सन चेंज होऊंगा? नहीं। बेस्ट केस सिनेरियो ये है कि मेरा यूट्यूब बाप चलेगा, वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो ये है कि मेरा बाप लौड़े लगेंगे, बराबर, बाप लौड़े लगेंगे तो भी एज अ पर्सन तो मैं चेंज नहीं होऊंगा, है कि नहीं। जो मिनिमम है, सर पे घर है, खाना मिलेगा, ऑब्वियसली मिलेगा, तो चिल है भाई, बीच में कुछ भी होता है कम ऑन, स्टूपिड है इसका, ऑलवेज थिंक पॉजिटिव। एक सेकंड, इससे ज्यादा पॉजिटिव चीज कुछ है नहीं पंकु, बेशरम, तूने मेरे को आज तक कभी देखा है टेंशन लेते हुए? जब तू मेरे को टेंशन देती भी है तभी मैंने लिया है टेंशन, बता बता, नहीं बता, पैसे कहाँ से मिलेगा? लेकिन भाई जब जिसको जो मिलने का है वो हो जाता है यार, क्या बात कर रहे हो, जब जो होने का है वो होगा, जो इंसान तुमको बनना है वो तुम्हारे हाथ में, सिंपल। मेरा यूट्यूब चालू कब हुआ? 28, जब मैं 28 का था, शायद 8 साल पहले, 27 28 जो भी है, डेस्टिनी है, बट हार्डवर्क भी है, हाँ ऑब्वियसली हार्डवर्क भी है, ऐसा बैठे बैठे तो कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला, हार्डवर्क भी है, लेकिन वो वैसा वाला मतलब नहीं कि तुम लोग हार्डवर्क कर रहे हो और तुम लोग को रिटर्न्स भी चाहिए, जब भी वो एक्सपेक्टेशन से करोगे हो सकता है मिले, ये नहीं बोलो कि नहीं मिलेगा, गोल्स और वो सब रखना अच्छा बात है, लेकिन और उससे तुम लोग डिसअपॉइंट हो रहे हो, देन लगे तुम्हारे। अभी मेरे चैट में कितने सारे इंटरनेशनल लोग हैं भाई, कितने, 900 में से कम 500 लोग तो इंटरनेशनल लोग हैं। कभी मैंने सोचा रहेगा क्या कि ये लोग एक जगह मिले, जस्ट चैटिंग करेंगे, एक दूसरे को हाथी का लंड देंगे, जूस पीते पीते हंसेंगे, समझ रहे हो, समझ रहे हो। कीप ग्राइंडिंग, और नहीं तो क्या। मैं जब भी एकदम गिव अप करता है कि आज स्ट्रीम नहीं आएगा, मेरे को पंकु लात मारती है, उठ स्ट्रीम कर तो जब तुम लोग मेहनत दिखाओगे यार, तुम लोग का सराउंडिंग भी ऐसा रहेगा कि यार एकदम सपोर्ट करते, बंदा कर रहा है कुछ, समझ रहे हो? पिंकी कितना सपोर्ट करते हो तुम लोगों को दिखता नहीं है. हर दिन 24 आवर्स में 4 स्ट्रीम करता हूँ तो मेरे को 4 into 2 8 गाली पड़ती है और 3 मेरे हिसाब से मुक्का मुंह पे और एक हल्का सा मुक्का हेवी अटैक पेट पे. यप यप यप. लात देखो ये एक्स्ट्रा आ गया. Love you, back. Keep grinding, keep streaming. Love you and your fam. Keep laughing and jinxing every team. Excuse me, मैंने बोला था कि लेव जीतेगा. मैंने बोला था लेव जीतेगा. Just saying. मुंबई पुलिस कैसे आ गया? मैं कनाडा से देख रहा. इंटरनेशनल बोलते हैं टेंशन इज पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ. पीपल गो थ्रू अप्स एंड डाउन्स. भाई एक दिन बाहर का दुनिया देखो, लोग क्या क्या टेंशन लेते भाई. लात बुलिया. अच्छा उसके लिए मुंबई पुलिस समझा. सच बताओ, आई बीन टेकिंग यू एज मोटिवेशन बंक्स. इतना ग्राइंड करना मैं बहुत कम लोगों को देखा हूँ. लेट नाइट वॉच पार्टीज वैलो ग्राइंड मेंबर्स ओनली. इट्स नॉट इजी. लव यू जय भाई. लव यू. लव यू मेरी जान कटे. है सैक्रिफाइसेस है मेरे भी, लेकिन मैं एक प्लान बना के चलाऊँ कि अभी जो अपन सैक्रिफाइस कर रहे हो अपन थोड़ा 1-2 साल के बाद थोड़ा अपन टाइम वैसा बांटेंगे दोस्तों में, फैमिली में. ऐसा ऐसा नहीं कि अभी बिल्कुल ही टाइम नहीं दे रहा हूँ. टाइम लेकिन बहुत कम दे रहा हूँ. बस वही है और कुछ नहीं. बिंग में बहुत ज़्यादा लो फील हो रहा है और ये फीलिंग पिछले 1 महीने से जारी है. नो वन टू टॉक. इट्स ईटिंग मी फ्रॉम इनसाइड. हेल्प. बाबू नो वन टू टॉक नहीं है, तेरे को टॉक नहीं करना है. तेरा कंफर्ट जोन है वो. मॉम डैड को बोलो 2-4 गाली खाओ, लात खाओ, मुक्का खाओ, फिर अगले दिन उठ के जब रोटी खाओगे ना मज़ा आएगा. समझ रहे हो? मैंने भी ये गलती किया था. मॉम डैड से कुछ भी छुपा के मतलब नहीं. कुछ भी कुछ भी. दिस इज ओनली फॉर जय भाई. बस करो $400 हो गए लाला. जय भाई ओपी. जय भाई ओपी बोलते चढ़ी खोलते. जय भाई. ये भाई $400. कल मैं फाइनली पानी पूरी खा सकता हूँ भाई. मजाक सेट कर. महंगा हो गया. जय भाई थैंक यू $400. मीन्स अ लॉट मेरी जान कट रहे. अभी थोड़ा हल्का रखो, लेकिन थोड़ा वो अपने को भी थोड़ा ऐसा ओवरवेलमिंग लगता है. बस करो जय भाई. देखा सेम तुमको भी सेम बोल रही है. सेम. लव यू जय भाई. चैट एक बार प्यार दे दो से. बंग भाई लव यू. रियल एडवाइस ऑनेस्ट विद देयर मॉम डैड. हाँ ऑब्वियसली ऑनेस्ट. कुछ मतलब नहीं है भी छुपा के. कुछ भी छुपा के मतलब नहीं है. तुम्हारा हार्ट ब्रेक हो रहा है, छुपा के मतलब नहीं है. फाइनेंशियल डिसीजन गलत लिया, तुम्हारे लौड़े लग गए, छुपा के मतलब नहीं है. समझ रहे हो? कुछ भी चीज़ इंसान है भाई. जो गलतियां तुम लोग ने किया ना, वो लोग अपने फाफा मम्मी है. वो लोग ने डबल द दुनिया देखा है. समझ रहे हो? और उस टाइम पे दुनिया खतरनाक था. मोबाइल वाला सिस्टम भी नहीं था, कंप्यूटर वाला. अभी तो दुनिया थोड़ा इजी है. उस टाइम खतरनाक वाला खतरनाक था भाई. जो बैक स्टैबिंग हो गया, बैक बीचिंग हो गया, वो सब कुछ नहीं है उनके लिए. समझ रहे हो? तो जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स है बताओ. मार तो खाओगे. देखो सिंपल है. गलती किया है, मार खाओगे, उससे ही सुधरोगे. मार तो कंफर्म खाओगे. बाय मी सम फूड. आई हैव नो मनी. सेम. मैंने आज 2 वड़ा पाव खाया. सारा खत्म. See, staying out of country and someone who can connect the same vibe, staying alone and still getting smile on my face, that makes me feel like home. Always there. Binks and Babaji ko pranam. Love you, Kapish bhai. Love you. Pinky just saying. वो एक जूस डाउन है, just saying. हाँ, उसको मेरे जॉक्स अभी डबल सुनाई दे रहे. Kapish bhai, thank you for the 30 Canadian Australian dollars. Almost close there, almost close there. Yes, bhai. Thank you for the first super chat and thank you for the 100 rupees. Love you. तीन जूस डाउन. 3 बोलने से ज्यादा कपिल भाई कितना आपने जूस पे ना उतने कुछ लोग रैंक पे नहीं पहुंच पा रहे. इमो 3 जस्ट सेइंग. म्याओ, एक्सक्यूज मी. बिंग्स भाई लव यू. अब मेंबर हो गए, अब दावत पे बुला रहे. कब हो आप और प्रिंसेस बाबी के साथ, जल्दी बताओ. जी आज आई कैरीड योर सन. छी बे, जो बंदा दिन में 4 जॉब खेलता है और हफ्ते में 1 बार खेलता है, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस. कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस फॉर दैट इंसेंस फ्लेक्स. ज़रफ़ इमो हो गया, ज़रफ़ इमो हो गया, रेगा इमो हो गया, अपना स्पोर्ट्स प्लेयर इमो 2 है. लगता है उनको भी बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रेस होएगा. एक बियर दे चुका स्ट्रेस उनको, एक बार दे चुका स्ट्रेस उनको, दोबारा नहीं देना है भाई. तू स्ट्रेस खाएगा और कुछ भी लेफ्ट राइट होएगा, वो लोग डबल स्ट्रेस खाएंगे. उससे अच्छा एक बार स्ट्रेस दे दे. ऐसा मेरे को भी लगा है भाई. मैं बोल रहा हूँ, मैंने अप्स एंड डाउन्स, लोज ऑफ द लोज देखे लाइफ के. लोज मतलब जो बोलते ना लोड़े लग गए, वो कुछ भी नहीं था. तो मैंने सब कुछ देखा है, सब कुछ मतलब सब कुछ देखा है. फैमिली से बड़ा चीज नहीं है. सिंपल बात है, सिंपल बात है. अगर मॉम डैड है बात करो, अगर मॉम नहीं है डैड है बात करो, अगर डैड नहीं है मॉम है बात करो. अगर कोई सीन नहीं है तो अपना यहाँ पे इतना जो 1000 लोगों का फैमिली है ना, ये लोग है. समझ रहे हो? लेकिन ये लास्ट ऑप्शन. मॉम डैड के बाद आते हैं फ्रेंड्स, जिनको तुम मानते हो. ये नहीं कि मैं उसका फ्रेंड हूँ लेकिन वो मेरा नहीं है. तू जिसको फ्रेंड मानता है, फ्रेंड है. सिंपल. अदरवाइज थैंक यू फॉर द 10 euros ऑफ द फाउंड्स. मेरी जान के टुटे. घर और फैमिली से दूर रहने 1000 थॉट एंड प्रॉब्लम होते हैं. जब फ्री होके स्ट्रीम तक तो सारी दुनिया गायब कर देता है ये बुढ़ा. लैंग्वेज दल्ले. कभी भाई थैंक यू फॉर द $7. थैंक यू फॉर द $7. क्या हो गया बेंच? सुनो, वॉच पार्टी चल रही है. क्या है ये? इधर बंकू गुरु ने बैठा है. हेलो, तुम लोग ऐसा प्रॉब्लम शेयर करते 10 जन को और टेंशन आ गया. फक, मेरी जिंदगी में भी प्रॉब्लम है क्या करके. चिल करो बे. टेल मी हु इज विनिंग, आई वांट टू बेट. देखो इसको, देखो इसके गार्ड में आती कलन. देखो इसको 4 बजे. एक शायरी हो जाए, शायरी. रात को हर्ष भाई हम देख रहे हैं एनए का मैच. रात को हर्ष भाई हम देख रहे हैं एनए का मैच. क्रिकेट खेलता ही नहीं हूं, कैसे करूं मैं कैच. Bavasir Pro Max. Let's go. Let's go.
Picks, getting those kills, even the ones that look kind of insane. So I feel like, you know, going
love
into
you
this,
bye, love you bye. Sexy
kind
na.
of back
This too
on the
shall
wall.
pass.
That's a
Bugs by
really
और नहीं तो क्या?
Insane.
Love you Atar bye.
3.
With the
That's
guard jersey
great.
still
Can you
on.
do just setting? I'll get
Absolutely wild. But I think despite
Nice
G2's
to
record,
meet you.
they're still going to be the favorite going in here,
No,
right?
they're not.
Sorry,
Yes.
wait, no, they're not?
No, they're not.
According to who?
Where's the board? Where's the board? I've been cooking. I've been
Where
cooking
the fuck
recently.
am I?
I've
चाय
been
लेके
thinking
आ रहा
about
हूँ.
it.
जब तक मैं
Everybody
चाय
was
लेके आ रहा हूँ,
making fun of
bot
me
by
because I
OP
picked
spam
loud
करते
last week.
रहना.
And let me explain this
They're
to
still making fun of you.
Why
is
they're
this?
going to win.
बोलते
First of
नहीं
all,
है, मैं बोल-
Where did you get the laugh go from, bro?
Number one.
What's going
Let's
on
think
here?
about it. Loud. What is loud? Loud is sound. What is sound? Energy. Energy? Who are they? The champions of last year.
Oh.
So Loud are the champions of this match.
I don't think
Then you
I
think
really
about
want to hear any of
what
this,
is
Dan.
Loud?
Dan,
What is
I'm sorry,
Loud's
we
win?
have the first
100%
piss
when they
round.
win
The first piss
there.
round's ready in just a minute. Uber White are going to be on the other side of the mic. You're going to have to stop this right now.
We're
because we
undefeated against
have
you too.
Valorant to play. Don't go anywhere.
When you've played FPS as much as we have,
you have tried every mouse, every shape.
And we know shape matters. Shape is key.
This one has both our experience,
Our family name,
the next piece of our legacy,
built for the big stage,
for the biggest moments. The
Susanto Brothers Mouse.
Preserving my energy, don't you belittle me. No, this ain't symmetry. I'm in the field, I'm in the lead. Gassed up and you running on E. Walk tall cause you standing on stilts. Elevated cause the rock that I'm on. Celebrated cause it's up and we gone. Out of here, reach a new level, that stratosphere. I'm not a star, raising a bar. Light on me cause the sun with me. Fourth down and the bros with me. I achieve cause the chief with me. Haters mad cause I move swift. Stay humble, I won't lose grip. I bet it all on me. Step to the line, that's 3. Weight of the crown, that's heavy. Locked in and I'm ready. I got the green light. 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 Bet it all on me. Step to the line, that's 3. Weight of the crown, that's heavy. Locked in and I'm ready. I got the green light. 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 Alley hoop, how we came up. Starting 5, we ain't change up. Back to back teams. Championship rings. Ayy, beast in the east. 305, how I'm bringing the heat. 4-0, that's what we calling the sweep. Dominating, never smelling defeat. Ha, hey, shot clock, no, I ready assist. Show 'em why.
King has to step up now, but he won't. How do they win that?
Niente.
Bought by coming up huge with the 15,787.69
Folks, I can't believe
rupees.
how many times he adjusted his casual
As
pose
usual.
before the cameras came to us. Welcome back.
As usual.
Over here with Wyatt, of course, jumping into a game with 2.
बॉट बाय बोला तो करो, जी पे कर रहे हो लाला. 15,000 का हिस्सा एक शायरी. मजाक सेट कर. I have thousands of शायरी on the spot वाला. कोई है मैथ्स वाला? यप. कभी भी आपको किसको शायरी बेचना है, मैं रेडी हूँ. यप. जल्दी बताना कौन जीत रहा है मैच. G2.
Now, though, when we're looking at London very closely, and we're scrutinizing
रिफंड
these
लूंगा
two
ये.
teams.
जस्ट सेइंग. मैं मजाक सेट कर मस्ती कर रहा था. मेरे पास शायरी खत्म हो गया. खत्म. फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट था वो. लास्ट समझ रहे हो? वो भी मैंने ढापा था किसी से, मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा है. कॉपी पेस्ट.
Put these guys, and you're right. Work with Bati. We're still seeing this team
एक
make
और
the
उधर
best
नहीं.
with what they have and try and make a late
रिफंड के
run
बाद चल रहे
into
पागल.
stage 1 playoffs, but that's going to require them, frankly, to have success here. Let's jump.
लाउड जीत रहा है ना.
first into,
इम्पॉसिबल. लाउड जीते.
picking the
इम्पॉसिबल.
Haven
उधर
is
कास्टर मार रहा है.
Maps in his pool that G2 haven't played yet in stage 1.
Yeah, both Haven and Pearl. Breeze has been one that both of these teams have
Ball
played,
change,
so
huh?
no surprise to see that as the decider. No real surprises
This is
in the
normal
bans
why?
here either, especially the
Normal.
first two. Both of them have been perming Fracture, and if you're
मैं
allowed getting
ज़्यादा
that
member
second
दिख
ban,
रहे हैं,
yeah, just
मतलब?
get rid of Bind. That's always been G2's
ठीक है, अभी लोग कम है मेरे,
best
1000
or
लोग हैं.
one of their best maps. Haven though, yeah, I'm curious. Just on account of this being the G2 pick, and
they lost 2 games. They lost
kind
this
of
game.
train
Not
of
qualifying
thought
नहीं.
for this
उनका फिर हम
Haven
लोग के
map
जैसा
is,
सीन है
okay,
Ifs and Buts.
G2
वो
have
लोग
not
एक
played
मैच तो
Haven yet in
जीतेंगे.
this stage. They had a
लेकिन
lot of
ये
success in kickoff playing Phoenix and Yoru. Well, Yoru, see ya, brother. You're out the meta, right? So are they going to mix things up in regard to
what is it, Phoenix Neon overall?
I mean, Phoenix Neon is the standard, and yeah, that is what they're going to go with. So Leaf is going to play the Phoenix. He was on the Yoru before. That's an easy little swap. You get Baby Bay on the Chamber, or more so than the Vice, where you can have a takeover game. Though, I mean, respect to him, his Vice has been super consistent.
We were wondering whether, we kind of felt that Leaf would be picking out one of these duelists, right? We actually wondered if it would be the Neon. He's got like 500 or so Neon official rounds under his belt. But going back towards the Phoenix season makes sense. Does feel like this is the kind of map where G2 found success, with the Phoenix in their comps prior to this now, and they're going to try and fold it in.
लेकिन आज अगर जीतना चालू कर दे तो chances ज़्यादा है.
On Pearl especially,
he was frying when he was on that age.
Close है बे, बहुत ज़्यादा competitive
है. Because he
they beat G2 13-3 on Pearl.
Yeah, if you remember, they had Jaw playing a lot of the Waylay, and it was kind of so-so. He goes to the secondary duels roles, is playing the Phoenix, and he was
hello brother, hello Ron bye.
So and we'll see if Leaf can do much of the same. On Loud, it's obvious the players are looking at the step up against Lucio and Darker. Lucio right now heading into this server.
बॉस ने देखा लैंडर ने पाया फिर तूने मुझे स्ट्रीम में हंसाया सीधा बोलूंगा तू मेरे लाइफ में सबसे बड़ा रिलायबल है ये सोच के रोना आ रहा है पागल है क्या
attempts to play off his own flash with limited backup and no presence from B main from G2.
Yeah, that's just a pure solo play.
भाई ये बीटी तो है ना लेकिन
Darker going to get some control of Lava. G2 wants to press for some space elsewhere.
बहुत बार देखा मैंने और फिनिक्स ही खाता और कोई भी एजेंट है एजेंट नहीं है जो खाता ए इक्वलाइज हो गया तो
yeah, Draw obviously able to find a headshot there. He does drop low. Here's Baby Bay. He's going to have to rendezvous one out. It's going to be instantly smoked. He might still look to try and play into this, though. Oh, he's going to get some action. Right clicks, though, not quite connecting. Barty gets on the board, though, with Valen. Does push it right off that A side and gets caught.
Yeah, Valen just wants to continue that push through, punished. Love that double peek into the smoke. And I like the Loud are just keeping a slow pace to the round right now. Isolate Jaw backside. This one's as good as done unless Trent makes a miracle happen.
Oh shit, क्या बात कर रहे हो? चलो finally.
Too shabby. Trent obviously.
अगला मैच में NS सपोर्ट कर लो जिंक सर. वाह. मेरा तो सीन ही नहीं है. कास्टर मारेगा हाँ एक कास्टर है ना.
And then they lose the subsequent two maps. And for the first time in America's regular stage history, they lose two series back to back. Really just not used to seeing G2 lose, well, kind of at all in America. So to find them at 0-2 and in some amount of danger of not qualifying for playoffs is crazy.
I do think like the whole process of self-discovery that G2 kind of began in Santiago, when they were running up against these non-mid force, neon-based comps, and they were trying to find a middle ground, I feel like, between playing the hyper-aggressive style and a really slow, static style. And I feel like on some maps, that's kind of why we've gotten the Harbor sort of brought in here. Still trying to carve out their niche.
Yeah,
it's not a fully refined idea, though, right? So it kind of explains why we see some up-and-down performances. And the road into playoffs for G2 is a little softer than their one up until now, in fairness.
Yeah, they play the two other best teams in the group. So
it
feels like they're a favorite to make it into the playoffs despite not having a win yet. Let's see what they can do on this eco round. Looks like they're just set up for a simple flash, dash kind of play with the neon out.
Yeah, for break
this time he's going to some backup. Timing though is the question. There's the relay bolt, but nicely done. That's going to allow for the Phantom of Verdi to be recovered pretty quickly. Looks like the ghost play here.
Must contact
no small amount of sound as he works his way over towards this seaside of the map, and Trent will instantly seize, catches two. This is really going to slow things down for Loud.
G2 have already got 3 players on C. If Loud overcommit here, they could get boomed.
They're just going to hit this one. I feel like they're priced into it at this stage. Nice ping. Haunt reveals two. Barty and Lucho, they're going to throw down, and it's all on Jorg. At least with the Phantom to work with, but this is, again, a slow work into the park for Loud.
Yeah, pretty fortunate that Loud have the GOAT in Lucio, and it doesn't matter what weapon he has. He's just going to collect the kills when you're 3-on-3 taking the site. But maybe Jaw can clutch this up.
Spike planted.
Could be a double swing, double face. Oh, okay. Kalenzine able to survive. Actually, unblemished. Full health out of the round. And Lucio here, I think, is a top 4 player in ACS this stage. So despite Loud having some really up and down fortunes, it's kind of insane what Lucio's been able to provide.
Yeah, top in this server, ACS, kills per round, average damage per round. And
like कर दो chat जो लोग अभी भी आए जिनको like कर दो, we are close to 1
No one from G2 has really been taking over so far. Some major statistical drops when you're comparing kickoff to now. For Valen playing a lot of the Harbor, Leaf switching up his role quite a bit. BabyPay has been the consistent factor for this team playing the Vice.
Okay, here's that solo.
Again, solo swinging out and goes down.
There's no push down B main, there's no nothing. Now, this position has to be picked up by Jorg, who just gets spammed down through the smoke. This is getting ugly. Valen caught inside, stunned up, but still able to at least find his. Still a very rough start to G2's bye. I'd rather see the gimmicky play on A long again, frankly. They're going to be caught out of the sight here and not in a great position.
This defense is not looking particularly inspired at the moment, Mitch.
Full screen and chill time, BRB, that's it.
I mean, you're right. The play on the eco round, it feels like that had more thought behind it than what's happened on the other two rounds, including the pistol and the buy round. Somewhat more important rounds on the eco, at least. There's like that double up play, together. This is just 2 rounds where Leaf goes for its solo, which, hey, if you're a Phoenix on Haven, yeah, you want to mix up a play like that a little bit. You can go for that nice garage peek, but...
And clearly, G2 value trying to control garage as much as they can to avert those seaside splits, but picking up the garage position is leaving vulnerable. Maybe they tried to fight, had to face 2 down, that's not ideal. Barty just quietly, having a pretty good start to this game. G2 are serving a couple up on a silver platter, if I'm honest with you. Hey, take those.
Yeah, that's got to feel good for him. Hey, I like it. If you're watching this and you want Loud to win, to see the assistant coach getting some early kills. He got 2 on the pistol. The immediate confidence boost. It's like, wait a second, maybe I should just be starting on this team. Get me in.
Sign me up. It's a weird time to be following this G2 team. We are seeing Leaf sort of pick up a duelist here, but
3 people, they will talk like this. यहाँ ईमानदारी चालत है बाबू नहीं तो घर जाके
it's like a 17 to 20% drop, right? But he was definitely someone that was going to be able to be leaned upon much more frequently. You touched on Valen as well. Kind of would give you those captain's games once the series, those IGL performances really pop off. He's not on Harbor here on this map, but we have sort of seen those performances fewer and further between so far.
Yeah, I'm just thinking back to that last game that G2 had in America's kickoff to qualify for the first Masters this year. Went 65 and 33, playing the Astra to 3-0 MIBR. And so far across all the games he's played Harbor, he's only got 57 kills so far. He's just not putting up the same numbers playing this Harbor. And the Aegis where he was going crazy, where he was fragging, now Leaf is playing, and he's not putting up the same numbers. So it feels like there are just some comfort issues at the moment with them trying
के लिए प्लेऑफ्स खेलना पड़ेगा जहाँ पे सारे रीजन का आएगा उनको हराना पड़ेगा बंडा एसेंशियल वाला ही है लेकिन एसेंशियल तो साल में 1 बार होता था अभी 3 बार आएगा वो वाला सीन
Also G2 they're running out of rope though, running out of time to get things sorted out before we start to head towards playoffs. I suppose with a 2-3 you're an outside chance, but things have to sort of break in your favor if you want to be part of playoffs.
Yeah, now, by the way, with Leaf playing Garage so much well, G2, they're not playing into getting these orbs for the Phoenix, which is an important win.
At least trying to get all these orbs every round, bro. He's trying to swing out of
trying to get them via killing people. He's getting them from dying. He's getting one around.
That's right.
Louder just contacting into their site. Are they going to catch a timing here? Danger for Trent. Wow, right.
Yeah. Angle picked up beautifully from BabyPay, setting in the back of the spike. I think Loud really just focused in on Trent there. That shoulder peek had all 3 heads turn. TP up in heaven. It's not faked. So Barty's made his way through, but this round, wheels essentially fallen off the card here. It's only Luke Shaw who's still in that sewer position, hoping someone wraps the A site and checks for him. He knows he's going to have to make a move pretty soon because, yeah, that lobby spot is going to be crawling with G2.
Yeah, Loud really just hoping that G2 get explored.
Double pick on
and they will, but the flash is nice from Leaf.
Leaf got flash play. Let's go. It wasn't just turned and he was instantly killed.
Smoke jate blind double pick.
Bombed. Absolutely farmed. That was really nice though from Dreops. He picks up that spot there from
hello.
A 3-piece on the site.
Yeah, really what I'm looking at heading into today for G2,
language
we're already talking about it, but it's just this individual bye-bye. Been their most consistent player on the Vice primarily, but that's not an agent where you can really take over the game. You can have a lot of impact, and he's putting up really good numbers on it.
I got you, butters.
But the Chamber, that's a takeover agent. Yeah. And I feel like there's one player to do that for G2.
So this time Leafs over in B main. No swing out early. Party TP's in the spawn. He's stuck it. Oh, draw.
Yeah.
Wasn't born yesterday.
By the way, he threw a smoke over towards A heaven, so Bhakti's trying to make it seem like, yeah, I'm definitely going over there, guys. But yeah, Jaw.
Actually, मैं अच्छे side पे जा रहा है.
Aware.
Pull back into the spawn there, paying off the G2, but Valorant is caught out. Shot Astra down. So your stall potential
neon का lurk timing क्या हो सकता है? क्योंकि हो सकता है वो काफी late हो.
Wide open. Poison cloud from main. They're gonna have 30 on this.
ये लोग ही retake के लिए late होने वाला और neon मारने वाला है.
Value playing from window.
He is entrenched here. He's going to hear all of this action as well, and no one's checking that corner. Trent's down, and now, yes, Baby better have his wits about him. Lee trying to clear this corner. Verdi tries to emerge, but Baby Bay has the stopping power.
And that offers a lot of delay when they're getting into this site now. Press for time. Lucho is just going to rip that steel garden.
All right, here is electrifying forward from Jaw. Slides out of the site. Here's Leaf trying to get involved. This is scrappy stuff. It's down to Baby Bay to work his way in from the site, and again, he delivers. And yeah, a nod of the head. He knows he's him right now.
Hero for the team. Important delayed trade on Verdi in mid. That was crucial. Wins that 1v1. Kawanzi maybe regretting going for the peak, but low HP. Just wanted to try to catch some kind of timing there. Didn't want to back up and play with his ult.
Just stopping this game from getting away from G2 in these early rounds.
It's crazy that that round even felt so dangerous, given that their smokes player died 2 seconds into the round. They were still in winnable position. I'm so worried about G2, not gonna lie.
Possible.
Yeah, that one's gonna get some wind in your sails now if you're G2.
भाई सुनो जा रहा हूँ शिव से आया 11 को then game stream देखी 900 मतलब love you मेरी जान के thank you for the 100.
And of course, we have a judge in the hands of Baby Bay. What's he going to do? Play at a mid? Now, Leaf might actually have someone to play off him. Because he's conditioned the whole solo flash and die thing.
G2 have some great ults for retake here, including Leafs. Nightfall as well. What's nice as well, when G2 have this chamber, they get their best opera on the off.
Bro,
Hopping on Vice, not ideal. So Baby Bay can't take over with that weapon.
You've cursed him.
So we get 4 baje club.
Here we go, Luke Show starting to amble his way over towards C long, and Valorant's crept up again. He's in an awkward spot.
Bro, abhi jogamo C long push karega aur wo clear hone wala hai. Oh fuck.
Crack open one side of the map.
Oh fuck, bhai loud khel rahe hai chat.
He needs to double down. What's the timing looking like? Not bad, but not quite good enough. Leaf now aware that they're coming for him. He'll hear the neon cross and get ready. What's he got to work with now? Barty's going to show his back. Trigger discipline. Yep, it's there in spades. Unfortunately, the spray transfer not quite as much. It's even in numbers now. Luke Show a little bit low up on that side. Decayed down by this Nightfall. Prowler in is able to avoid it for the time being. There's still no plant. There's some stall here.
Oh
the
my god!
No health. Luke Show is 4 kills around. And Baby Bay misses another crucial shot. What is going on?
My god!
How have Loud emerged with that round win?
Luke Show is just actually goated, man. He's insane. He gets the crucial opening kill here, down to 47, gets the trade, eats a bullet to the body, and then he just swings, gets the trade, swings, instant death.
He's decayed to 1.
He is unbelievable. Like, it's so basic to say, but in a meta where we're seeing like very consistent comps, constant mirrors, obviously it's, you know, a little different here, this is a pretty classic Haven comp, Louder playing just with the Vice instead of the KJ. Like, so much of the game right now is the micro, and if Luke Show and Darker are just on point, they could take over, and that could be the catalyst of a Loud upset win.
Okay, Joe runs in there. Find here. This is a bit uncomfortable for Trent, but Leaf was able to swing off that. It's emphasis for G2 over towards the A-long part of the map.
Already वो तो दे दिया ना, क्या leaks?
That is an Omen off the table. Hardest Fury is still active here, and okay. We're running it back.
He just, finally has an opportunity to use that ult, but all of Loud have run away. This timing from Luke Show is beautiful as well.
He's so deep there into connected.
Like
Trent not ready for it at all, and yes, some information gained off that runner back, but Leaf didn't have the chance to throw down. B-side secured. Now, mind you, this is a post plant without the attack side Omen.
Ascension के लिए qualified है ना, Ascension नहीं है इस साल.
Look at Kawanzi.
Next year से change हो रहा ना.
He's got the Odin. It's planted in the window. He is ready to spam.
Oh, fuck through that. Complete लग गया अभी तो.
Hunter's Fury as well.
Complete लग गया. Zulfikar आज क्या है?
Make his first foray out of garage here. Potentially pinched, but I don't think there's any presence in mid-window right now.
तक भाई crazy करने वाले जिससे वो तो भाई वो तक भाई
Leaf here has to get rid of the bolt, and here's that Hunter's Fury now being set off. The sound cue is more than enough to spur Cummins into action. Leaf is going to get blown away by a a light breeze at this stage. He is that low. Counting with a shock dart to the side. It misses. The Odin does not. He has 3 different ways to pay close part there. One of them's got to work.
Beautiful. The exact value you want to see. The optimal cringe maneuver. But look at this. By the way, again, Lucho, they're down a player.
I believe.
Just walk forward, gets the perfect timing, evens things up into the 3-on-3.
Like, I'm not mad.
Sometimes to improve aim games in the currently silver 3 game खेलते
pushes into connector.
Play to learn.
The early frag gets so deep that you should be winning that.
यहाँ से lineup सीखो जो agent खेल रहे हो उस हिसाब से.
Did test MIBR on. They got 10 rounds. Typically, I feel like Loud have been better on defensive half so far on this stage. And they're up 5-2 right now on attack. They're going into this A execute. They have the Steel Garden.
Hello जी आप valorant rank करवा के आए हो?
Ult start running around and being annoying.
W बेटी भाई.
Eyes on captain here. Valorant is at a slow start.
ये मैप Loud का है ना? Obviously भाई 5-2 up है.
Loud want to double back at least for a moment to re-clear.
He didn't flash
ये
out.
मेरे को नहीं इतना नहीं पसंद पता है. 5-man A sound करके return जाना है ना.
To be gained here. The noise cut from Loud. Yeah,
बहुत left right आता है.
Oh, he is in a perfect spot.
एक भी angle miss हो गया ना एक भी.
Crossfire potential here on B's Leaf.
सीधा सीन हो
Going
जाता है.
1 for 1 is not enough. He's got a gold mine here.
Unless they all just go through the barrage too early. Okay, well that's
the spike! Oh, this is perfect. Now time by Jorgamo's got to the other end of the pincer. Leaf couldn't quite get there in time though. Georgia straight up loses that fight. Still the spike. That's the issue from the other side of the blaze wall.
If the
Good G2 playing from now. They back off it entirely. Steel guarded because you've got to find
something.
Spike,
दरवाजे को चिपकेगा तो भी मिल जाएगा. नहीं?
Run in there and pick up that spike. All right.
Oh, nice.
Nice job on the second try. Now they get into this C site for free. They have the poison cloud for main. Verdi can still run around with his ult. Be annoying even at low HP. Lucho has another Thorns to delay, so like a bit of decent utility, but really it's just Loud in these weird flank positions right now that are going to be so annoying.
And then there's no like C-long control though at all here for Loud, but that's not something G2 are in a position to make use of at all. It's Lucho trying to fight in a garage here.
It's unbelievable that he even gets one there. He's prowlered out.
And they're going to stack up. Loud putting all their eggs in this one
basket.
Darker and Verdi back to back, relay bolt. Yeah, it's about as you'd expect it to be. Baby Bay, another one on the board. It's a 3K on the round for Leaf. Finally get some of that action.
That was a nice reclear from G2 into Garage. Lucho gets the one, but yeah, ultimately he's going to get traded out, stuck behind box. And Loud were just not wise to that push down mid at all. I do think that's the first time someone from G2 has done that, so good variation from Leaf.
Leaf knows.
Oh, baby!
He knows that so plays it conservatively. Honestly, the timing
split to जीतने पे कोई slot है VCT ऐसे कुछ तो qualifiers खेलने मिलेगा. I want to learn. I think agents like Raze, Neon, Jet, you need to be a high sense player. मेरा लो sense है.
And just sprint down C immediately. Birdie probably popping all.
Neon के लिए चाहिए
something like that.
Astra Util is going to have to do a heck of a lot of heavy lifting to slow this down, and yeah, it's going to be tough. Allen gets some free damage for relay bolt in the corner. Jordo's getting involved, playing for around the corner. That should be enough. G2 clearly have the stopping power. Loud on a bit of a lower buy, of course. And they will put him in the wood chipper.
क्या spam मारा?
Yeah, having that crossfire
पे दो जन ने ऐसा full armor sheriff लिया.
Not bad. That is going to work out for G2 every day of the week. All right. That was a sick little shot, but this is going to result in Loud's economy being broken, by the way. So G2, great opportunity to actually tie this game up, win this round, and then just anti-eco the next one.
Pretty impressive.
4-5, ekar runner good up for G2.
He comes out and just racks up 25 kills a map in that first series they played, that scrappy one against Envy. Last week, for the series, 13 kills.
I play on default sensi and currently
obviously
it's a real clickbait headline. Yeah. I do like
as
the
long as you're enjoying it.
There's an 80% reduction in kills from week 1 to week 2, yep.
They do get destroyed by MIBR, who are arguably the best team right now, if inarguably, right?
Ignore above question to back.
I see big number.
Suskin walo 1K likes kar do. We are close to 1K likes. That is true.
From week 1 to week 2. Sign me up. But again, I think that Darko's going to be someone where
minimum phantom OP
it's him and Lucho. The two of them on defense specifically is where they're racking up a ton of kills. That is where Loud have been at their best so far.
I think that right now, especially with how this metagame is panning out with a lot of these like double duelist comps, or like, you know, with less of a macro focus on the game, we do want to look at the week-to-week performance of these players that are expected to carry a lot of that load,
GG ना हारा तो
I want to also see like
तो
how
नहीं qualify हो
these loud
सकता है
youngsters react
qualify
or
हो
do to
सकता
try
है
and
दोनों
throw them,
match
looking for
next
some,
दोनों match
especially
जीतने
the
पड़ेंगे
attack side, so that
GG
mid-round
तो नहीं
prowess
आएगा
shine through a little bit. But it's in
But
general,
ये
was
जीतेगा
a
तो थोड़ा
great quick
easier हो
rotation to
जाएगा
the side by Jaw, and Valorant honestly just makes himself hard to extract.
Yeah, Jaw getting on that crossfire, having the stun to cut off the rest of the team. Easy, quick response for G2.
Champs.
Not a bad time to get one of those.
7 rounds in attack enough, yes. 7 to 8 rounds in attack is
Darker
good.
saved that one rifle.
If you win Pistola,
and from there, we'll see what they can do. It's unlikely they're going to really
if you
have
lose
ults to
Pistola,
play
I
with
think
for the
6
rest of
rounds
this
is
half.
good.
Romanilli.
But then you have to
disgusting.
win the
You can see the
second half
passion in his
Pistola.
words, Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, I think that round, we saw it going in. It wasn't a lot of bells and whistles on it there. Like, pretty straightforward. Try and play with pace over towards that C side of the map. It does look like in the prior rounds, Loud giving G2 a chance to, like, overexpose the individual.
अचानक से improve कर दिया है खतरनाक वाला हो
has actually been more conducive to those round wins, right?
अचानक से एकदम crazy improve किया उसने पता नहीं कैसे
might be the better approach and just to slow the pace down.
फिर मकबर on bed. कॉलेज ने खेलने के लिए टेबल भी नहीं दिया. Lang beds. कॉलेज तेरे को खेलने के लिए टेबल क्यों देगा?
Control sending that molly down short.
Yeah, no fast thrust up a long for G2 this round.
Attack side में पे ना attack heavy attack.
Could be good early
सादा वाला नहीं
info for
heavy
defenders, though,
attack.
if they want to go for a foray, and yeah, Jaw is already starting to inch forward there.
Yeah, so Loud throw a lot of that A control util with the molly
वो लोग
short. You get the
सिर्फ push
smoke
mark
on
कर रहे हैं,
long.
लेकिन
So
C
that's
का already push हो
threatening for
गया.
G2.
अब ये लोग C
pushing
clear
2
करके
players down
जाएंगे ना,
C
depend
long.
करेगा कि वो
The
drone
vice
कहाँ
wall
से कर
is
रहा है.
there.
कि यहाँ से पीक
Your
लेगा
double
दो
doors comp on
बंदे लोग
defense.
देख के बैठे.
Got to get some kind of action going early, or find a way to get information. And with duelist comps, you just really need to play contact.
Thirsty का एक ही option है.
I like this response from
कि
G2
लोग
though. When all the utilities
neon
go
ult
early A,
करके
they just
जाए
take tons of space on the opposite side of the map.
और BBB को मारे. लेकिन BBB का तुम लोग को पूजी दिख रहा है क्या क्या है?
If they are just playing A for retake.
डब्बे के ऊपर बैठा है.
और
heaven TP मारने वाला है.
Maybe he gets a kill, cool, teleports away, gets back up to heaven, and then you know they're retaking from all angles.
Slow around.
Full retake के लिए तो भी चलेगा. वर्ती का ult miss हो
This is
जाएगा.
a spot that Drake can fall off very quickly. Damage on Verdi. Have to be satisfied with that. Back in heaven now. Overdrive active. Verdi, yep. Down 51 after that brief exchange.
Yeah, that's probably just going to expire at this point. You're going to have Valen be able to maybe throw a wall down for this retake as well. Use the Cosmic Divide.
Here comes G2 now getting in position for this, but bear in mind...
That'll be awkward given their double flanking. Trent gets the first.
That's Barty out of the picture now as well. Here's the Cosmic Divide, it comes down. G2 sparing no expense here, even on a lighter buy round.
पूरा long का आवाज आ गया भाई इसको.
On the corner skirt, really wants him in his Bucky Valley, but shows a little bit too much leg. Babyface able to bring him down. And that's all she wrote, folks. 4 guns carried out of the round by G2. They are back in this game.
Yeah, maybe if Verdi was able to get the first with the Bucky, there could have been some danger there. But after G2 realized that all of Loud are pushed in front of the wall because they have to be to fight close at the
Bed
chokes.
setup पे D2 current पे Askande 1 playing since last year.
Everyone on Loud gets completely pinched.
Askande 1 एक साल not bad.
Yeah, the double flank came through. Pretty important. Yeah, okay. You've got to be satisfied with this. A bit of a rockier start to a map that, frankly, you were feared on as G2 in kickoff.
तो है भाई का भाई.
Babyface got himself the op in hand. One away from that taunt force as well.
Top frag कर रहा है BB.
Right, so Bati wants to throw that long control smoke down again. G2 could try to just prowl their flash out of it. Wow, they're running down everywhere. Jaws down mid. Pressure on A.
Now we're starting to see what a Neon Phoenix comp on defense on Haven looks
cool
like.
G2 just aggression everywhere. They pushed every lane early round.
So
ये वापस spam का है क्या?
Ton of map control. How did Loud figure their way through? Let's hear it.
Bro, no way, bro.
Okej,
nie tappa mig, jag står vet jag ska på sig, okej? Bro, no way, bro, no way.
Right. Well, somewhere out there. His ankles are left.
That's
shattered.
Great play here from Trent. Leaf goes down first.
What?
What?
Even he can believe it, yeah.
Mental. And the Neon in a 1v1 clutch situation is actually just unbeatable.
Yeah,
it's
frustrating.
It gives you such an insane advantage.
Yeah, that is brutal stuff. Nice conversion there by Jaw.
I mean, unless you're, I guess, Trent stunned up. Verdi didn't ult, but I mean, he just gets one-tapped. Stuns are fake, I guess.
It was the most assertive round we've seen from G2 on this map. Pushing up on all extremities. This round, not so much. It's just Baby playing forward off the rendezvous.
I like the kid, though, as the judge to play close with the smoke and has the off.
बारिश का sound.
Again, some of these shots off our primary AWPer for G2 have been a little bit streaky.
It looks like they maybe want to throw the spike over to Lucho so he can get the steel garden with a plant.
First time भी जा रहे
हैं. Sighting out bodies
ये round loud जीत सकता है.
Safely, they have the Hunter's Fury for the post plant as well.
Ouch!
Badi! TP back into the body wall!
He wanted to. Oh god.
Okay.
Okay.
Verdi gonna struggle there, brought low, and a very quick retake here from G2. And you've got to say one of the freest of free kills you could ask for there for Leave. Hunter's Fury comes in, able to catch Leaf battle. Look at the push into it. What? Talking about caught by Darker. They are protecting this over. Time ticking. Trent a little bit low for the time being. Cowanzin's Odin is going to work. They've got to push out and take this fight. Cowanzin for 3 on the round, and Baby Bay is just so low. Can he get a touch? He'll be revealed here. Cowanzin can just play with his food before going in for the final chop.
Oh my god.
Not bad, Baby Bay, but unfortunately, it's just not quick enough.
That looked pretty disastrous for Loud. They gave the entire site, but we're losing players while doing it. It's a 2 versus 5. G2, they try to rush them down. No. But while they're doing that, no one is able to get onto the spike. They can't even get it to half in that moment because that ult was coming out with a Hunter's Fury. That is tough.
कोई सीन
नहीं. Trying to push it in that mid-window position. They just can't get there.
कोई सीन नहीं.
Real ugly in the end.
I feel like based on what we've seen from Loud so far, getting 6 here on attack, not terrible. Their defenses have typically been better, in my opinion.
Pretty lively start of this series
between
G2 and Loud. Haven,
of course, good half for G2.
Waiting in the wings in our second half.
मुझे उसकी याद आ रही है. एक मैसेज कर दो आज. करो बिंदास. बहुत ही खाओगे, ज़्यादा ज़्यादा गाली खाओगे और क्या. मन भाई स्लीप बाद में. पता है बग्स भाई, मेरी लव मैरिज है और मुझे मेरा पार्टनर वैलो में मिला है और हम दोनों के पेरेंट्स मान गए W सदी भाई. Cool parents, by the way. Max, someone can say no. Go for it. Or not, क्या? ये स्ट्रीमर तो सही में चैट पढ़ता. लव यू यार. एक्सक्यूज मी, ये थोड़ी हूँ मैं.
G2 looking to unveil.
आपका दोस्त
their Haven
victory in stage 1. Dost nahi hai wo.
In Chile, they were undefeated. Santiago 4-0 on this map. Definitely one of their best, and obviously they bring it back into the fold pretty quickly. Albeit with a new look. Leaf is on the Phoenix.
Chat सुबह ये बातें. Chat आज सेंटी हो गया पता नहीं क्या.
Though Wyatt, he's playing out of Garage instead of maybe on A-Long.
Not a lot of
one of those days.
Curious to see how much G2 are going to play.
ये तो तेरा biopic होगा फिर.
You do want to just be cycling that all over and over and over.
जिस दिन मेरा biopic का सारे A to Z आ गया ना Netflix पे.
Incredible. So I think Leaf is stepping into some large shoes that need to be filled here.
कर लो ignore कोई नहीं. Done scene.
There's Baby Bay early. Looks over towards Verdi and Co. Let's take a glance and blow. This man Hunter. Okay, just the one. Verdi slides on in.
Not bad.
Bandit in the hand. Barty has to try and hold his on. He's overwhelmed at the end. Cowanzin though. Good composure. Leaf is going to be stopped in his tracks, and that leaves the spike out essentially in no man's land.
Classic se.
Valen needs to find a creative way to recoup. fight his way through this setup here for Loud. Verdi's pushed deep, and Valen seems to have an awareness that the Neon might still be on this part of the map. Relay Bolt catches on, though.
Just run. Yep. Just run. Don't take that fight. Get out of there. You got the info on
Team
Valen.
Team Kizad.
With his teammates, they can play around the spike that's down.
And this one should be pretty short-lived, as Valen is going to be swinging into a double face.
Loud जीत सकता है. मजा से हटकर.
Verdi and Luke Show. Timing. Okay. Surely not.
First 1v1 तक आ गया. 1v1 fight दे भी क्यों रहे 3-1?
Pistol here for Loud. So again, G2 had to clamber back from a bit of a deficit in that first half. 6-round defense side is, hey, not too shabby. Really got to see him turn up here.
Yeah, I'm kind of just wondering if the 6-round defense was enough, because I know I just keep harping on about Loud on defense, but man, when Darker and Luke Show are rolling, they are a brick wall.
Favorite खाना क्या होगा Giros?
I like that response on the pistol with the double push down C long when they realize that the majority of G2 are pushing through garage, so they get that isolate on Baby Bay and then keep the C long control.
मैं भी बोल दूँ क्या फिर उसको seriously asking. Chat से पूछ के तो love life संभाल रहे तो.
And they lose a player immediately.
Seriously asking का पता नहीं था. लोड़े तो लग गए.
Taking some damage. Jorgamo down at 30 armor, 90 health. Here's Jor! My goodness. Finds himself the one, but that's about it. Classic for Verdi's able to shut Leaf down, and Baby Bay says, guess we'll just salvage what can be
balanced.
Pause for a brief moment and then just instantly re-accelerate into A. Bati had already pivoted there from B, so there's 3 players locking it down, and all they have is the Bucky to get open. Well, someone just said the funniest thing of all time. Baby straight cackling on the cam. At least the spirits are high.
Don't mess with the
Someone
Botox,
being
bro.
a jokester.
Keep a straight face. In fairness, though, look, 15 and 8's been solid. Even though when we've been on board with Baby Bay, some of those op shots have been a little wayward. Just due to having to ease into this game a little bit, but it's coming into your
स्ट्रीम देखने से पहले लग रहा था मेरे लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम्स है, लेकिन अभी इतनी सारी प्रॉब्लम्स.
Running out of free maps to get.
That is life. At the top of this map, but
आपके वजह से आज आपके वजह से सारे आज प्रपोज करने वाले लगता है चाचा आपके वजह से इमोट 2 लेवल का डैमेज. एक्सक्यूज मी मेरे वजह से क्या बे?
we'll call it.
कास्टर बन जाओ. नहीं.
The next map in that series was
बहुत पुरानी वीडियो बहुत बार देखता हूँ, बहुत फनी लगती है. Love you.
He sees his shoulder, man. That is nice.
क्या हेडशॉट मारा ना पिक्सल देखते हैं.
But even at that, he's so far ahead of the rest of the team. He goes 1 for 1, and no one can really trade. And even when they're trying, they have classics.
क्या मारा जोक सुनाओ ना.
Nice from Verdi. I mean, someone who didn't look super comfortable.
भाई वैलिन को सोने मार रहे हैं और बेबी भी 15 पे.
Back to the Bucky on attack Neon for the full buy round.
Yep. Verdi just wants to abuse this as much as possible. He got tagged up.
Shot. Oh God.
Got pinged as well in sewer. Loud are very ready for this. How did G2 fight their way out of this one? Let's listen in.
Oh my God. But say.
Nice. I'll prowler mid. Hold. Bye, C.
बस उसने उसको भी डैमेज दिया.
Yo, can we plant B? Yeah. We should just speed it up then. Yeah. I'll prowler A link. Use util. Walling A link, walling C link. Heard. He's in. Wait, cancel. Oh, Shentel. Neon 2? Watch behind you. Yes, both B. Hold on, facing. Both. Back side. Back side, close right. Show soon.
Oh, अच्छा call वे. Close right.
For sure. I heard below. Nice.
भाई W comms अच्छा था.
Hot dog.
Nice recovery there for G2. Just like some solid line holding there. C long for Baby Bay gives him a bit of a free kill. And they're almost trying to call a cancel there on that B side as a vice wall came up.
मोन वगैरह कुछ नहीं तो नशा करो language.
नशा नहीं करना चाहिए. Kind of getting that similar value.
आपका चैनल मेरा most watched था last year YouTube cricket पे. Love you. एक right में एक side में वही call था
when he gets that bot, he tries to get some more space back.
Actually वही call
था. But walks
Excuse
into
me?
the Bucky, so from there G2 are able to really just pick wherever they want to go on the map and execute, and they spot Luke Show on C, the Vice, so yeah, they're like, let's get into B.
They wanted to accelerate, but they weren't expecting the Vice util to be over at the B side.
Yeah, at least the wall, but all good, right? And that is a pretty common setup that Loud are using on this map. They basically always have the Viper wall extending from like C towards garage, and then Luke Show playing on C. Usually just have 1 Thorns thrown down. That's just for back sight control. There it was at the choke. But that's a pretty critical part of it. Yeah, just your Vice. So much of this meta is device plays somewhat, slows down attackers. Neon, run over and help. And the death ball comes and they all help device.
It's the same idea to the Astra, right?
कल पैसिफिक में किसका मैच है? कल पैसिफिक में एक तो मोस्टली DRX रहेगा. Genji DRX है और DFM barrel
passively on that C-long and just getting a pick and then working a different side, pulling the defenders around the map.
Genji DRX और
that stall plan on C just doesn't really have validity.
All right, critical round in the half. Odin picked up for Cowan, Zine off in the hands of Verdi. This is Loud having everything operational that they want for their defense in terms of the weapons, the utility, the setup that they've got with Darker and Luke Show towards this C side. B being played for retake, just the wall and the thorns to slow.
Verdi actually contacting up Sewer at the moment, so going to be able to hold that line with the op. That's going to free up the rest of the players on the A side, allowing Cowanzine to rotate early.
G2, 1 minute 20 into the round, have baited out a Thorns and one of the Mollies, so they can get into C now without having to contend with those, without getting slowed down.
Backside control, that's the question though. Jaw hasn't found his way in there yet. Relay Bolt, he's hoping they found some purchase, but he's not sure. Into the backside, and there's 3 guns trained at him, and now Trent, this is a bit more uncomfortable. How does he proceed from here? Valen sets up and actually lays the red carpet for the game plan. And Buddy walks straight into Trent's crosshair. This is the big investment round for Loud. Odin, Operator, both brought in, and that's got to mean that Verdi will need to sit this one out.
Loud get the advantage, but they press for more. Trade not being found onto Valen. Felt like a lazy, slow kind of backside swing from Darker and Luke Show after they locked down all of backside. There's just really not much of a reason to try to get super proactive, I feel, in that moment. They've got the smoke on the opposite side, too. That Body throws the paranoia through. It just feels a little unnecessary there. They give G2 a foot in the door, and they just kick the door down.
Hey, Jord just pushed up against that Viper wall. Lauber in a good spot as of that kill. And that's when they overpushed into Valen. Got 2 for 1.
कल एम ही नहीं है, कल पैसिफिक है,
ये even game yet again. The operator will be maintained here for Loud coming into this round. Number 17.
फिर वापस
yeah, that was a bit sloppy.
करेंगे, फिर एने करेंगे. 2 दिन मेरा
great goal from
back to back.
Oh, the paranoia timing is too late from Barty. That's the issue, right?
आज का दिन मिला के
little window was all Valen needs to find 2 easy kills.
Let's see if Verdi can do something with this operator.
G2
has not been particularly lively in the server so far on the Neon. Hasn't been able to get too much accomplished. Wants to get posted up over towards Sewer. Not going to have any opportunities for a shot just yet.
No garage presence at all. It's really just this sheer wall, which I might just push through of it. Okay, it's going to be baited out. Valen yet again finds this C-side kill. Push up for Luke for info. As they're getting uncomfortable, they know there's multiple players inside garage here. They're trying to work some players into this form, but this could be uncomfortable.
Awareness on point for Baby. Leaf gets one as well. Like, I don't hate that idea from Luke Show. You know, when G2 have been pushing into garage, they have a ton of players there. They are just leaving one guy C-long. So, you know, imagine Luke Show gets that headshot, recovers the rifle. They have all that C-long control. Totally different round. But, you know, look, he's still just got a sheriff and has to try to take a 1v1 there, so that's going to be tough.
At some point, you're going to face him using his off hand. Baby with the knife out is caught by Verti.
Look at Jaw on the bottom of the map. He's sprinting.
At this point, you've got the credit reserve to try and wrest this weapon out of the hands of Verti, who's been playing this position at the start of the round, actually. So, not really getting out there playing that C-side extremity, and well, he's given up the gun and the ghost now.
Probably not going to be an op into this next round.
Yeah, you win both pistols in this game, Loud, and you are still now languishing here in this second half.
Baby Bay is playing super well.
Good night, good night.
He is constantly finding openings on some of these rotating players. I think the second round in a row, he was able to find the timing on B to cut somebody off. Been a nuisance across the map.
It's just a really good intuition.
By 2 ulti hai, so ulti use ho jaye.
Oh, look at this full A fight from Loud. Jaws just pushed past that. Yeah, only 1 tag coming through, so Trent a bit weak. Value not really found. Oh, hi.
Lol,
that's a little bit.
There's no one to play off him.
Excess of footsteps.
Yeah, I guess he's
rein it in.
He's hurried by the L drone. I think there's no one ready to pick up lobby for him, so he decides to try and, you know, assuming the Sova's alone.
He feels like
dives the
someone
smoke.
might be like trying to get into the smoke with that.
Yeah.
Bro, what
in,
the
goes down. That was a nice little
क्या shot
tap
है
from
वो?
Trent.
How did Loud respond to this noise cut and slow of the pace?
They want to just look like they
क्या
want to double
shot
up
है
short
वो?
for a second, but Verdi completely adjusted
आज आ रही
backside
थी
to
जी,
pick long. So
आज आ रही तो
Bati's
qualification
at
का कोई
least
chance
gotta
बचा
get
है
his one here.
जी का मैच आज नहीं है.
Might be hard. He's going to make his way
Qualify
over
हो
into
जाएगा
the side.
अपन,
Verdi
tension
trying to stay
नहीं.
clear of the Phoenix for the time being.
Gets that anchor smoke just in time to play around, completely circumvent.
Bati.
Fingertip.
Bati one. He gets his.
भाई
Even Valen now with it all
Neon
to
का
do
भी
in a
main है.
2v3. Gonna have to start to work up onto this side though. Valen delivers. That's his
Timing
second for the
वाला
round
pick
now.
लिया,
Spike in hand
लेकिन
gives it a
timing
tap.
गलत हो गया.
Luke Shaw doesn't really have the line. And Leaf is watching for this push out of Link. He needs to buy a bit of time and get that Suez player set up.
Yeah, Lucio is just trying to
भाई
make
shot
noise,
आ गया
draw
वो.
attention, give Darker a timing to get up here. Oh, that is so
Speculating.
close.
Double swing here. Okay, just gonna do 1 for 1. Darker a little bit too small on that snake bite here. Leaf gets around it.
Bro,
Nice
spit
try
में
for
खड़ा
G2
रह
getting
के
a
मारा उसका
2v3 to
headshot.
cap off the round.
Yeah, Verdi is just stuck in that smoke, tries to get out of it. Maybe I can peek short. Didn't expect Valen to already be pushed all the way up here. We're
Timing
still
left right
facing
हो गया
down sewer and caught far before these rotators could get there in time.
This is always This is always a saving grace for me in these rounds, is that mid-rounding from Valen.
Hot dog के भी खाना खाने मिलेगा लोगों को क्या scene?
Hot dog. Okay, we are rolling back the years.
You want to play? Let's
Saved by the bell. Even I'm too young for that show.
Very video ना.
Well, Outforce G2 back. They're going to pivot over towards
भाई लेकिन
Garage,
कुछ भी
pivot
बोले एक
into the
अच्छा है बे वो
Viper
डर के नहीं
and
खेल
the
रहा है
Vice,
बट्टी.
who have really not been able to
Hello
accomplish
from
much
Boston
on
USA.
defense so far,
Hello Kush bhai.
surprisingly, I feel. Oh my
Okay.
god.
Bit uncomfortable.
All good.
Lady in the tramp moment waiting to happen, I think. So G2 back off cut noise after getting that sheer wall. It's one of the harder pieces of util to draw out. That putting the body on the line, but it's smoke obviously
तो कल
helped him.
जंजी हारना चाहिए.
Now that
अपन
drone is going
इसको
super
जीत गया
deep
अपन
long.
qualify
So I think to G2, that's going to imply that no one should really be pushed up close. If they're droning all the way back from site towards long, wow, okay. Baby Bay just getting caught in mid. Verdi is out of there.
And G2 was set up for a push out of
Bro, वो लोग सीधे
not
आने
out of
वाले
B
हैं.
long. So Valorant is not set up to play the
वो लोग
crossfire.
सीधे आने वाले chat.
All
Oh
five
my
players just
god, वो
rotated
लोग
over
खेल
towards
लिया
A.
bro.
Something tipped them off
वो
that
लोग
they were
खेल लिया.
ready to fight in that site. Yeah. It's fine though. I mean, they still can play for a 5-on-4 retake somewhere else if they need to. Bati just ulted in the long to try to get info. Everyone is here,
They're selling
man.
the fake, bro. Big time.
Look,
Leafy and Jaw going to try and work
Andre.
this. Both of them. Jaw backs away from the smoke though and leaves Leaf on an
Spike
island.
is running up towards B where Valen is already just lurked in towards Gong.
Okay, they can play the post plant here from mid window at the very least. There's Valen. Always a crucial
What a
involvement.
Oh fuck. बाप पलट मारा है.
Everyone out
बाप.
there was trying to flood in while they would have had the numbers advantage on site.
Because the retake's all coming from
बाप
this one
पलट
spot.
मारा है.
Overall's B-Link. Valen might be set up here to find even more, but Darker has good intuition. It's shot through the wall that claims G2's captain. Trent's got to be careful here. Yeah, Jaw has a lot to do right now, and eventually he's just overwhelmed. Guess you try and pick up this B-Long position. Is this being
मैं
watched
निकाल
for?
सकता हूँ
Yes,
पहले.
Barty's on the off angle, and he wasn't able to hold on to it. Trent trying to dance. Darker though exits around with 4 kills and a successful defuse for Loud.
Respect to G2 though. I like that. I like that last second pivot back to me. That was a crazy little call from Valen.
भाई
He just
G2
works
कब का
into
निकल सकता था
Gong.
पता है कब
All
का
this kind of
पूरा
A
साउंड आ
hit
गया
was
था
going on.
भी खाली सिकाली
And
सबका
then
साउंड आ गया था
on the fly, Trent just runs
ये
out of there. There's like
मस्ती
15
में लड़े
seconds
वो लोग
left. He's getting the spike down on B. The Nightfall was super good.
ये टाइम हमारे लिए बेस्ट है बात तो
Could sell ice to a Siberian sometimes.
If that spam from Darker back towards Gong goes an
डर
inch
के
to the
कैसे
left
खेलेगा
to
वो
the right, could
Vitality
be a
में
different round
excuse
with
me
Valen set up, but
All right. Still guarding here for Luke Show. Darker also with a pit. And maybe just an execute wall for Valen in play. Pretty far forward here already, heading over towards a B main, and that's a crucial kill. Fast lane here, draws Verdi out of the line of fire, but he's ready to fight Jaw man to man.
great shot. I love the confidence in that moment. even out this round. Drone just went down
Deep पे तो जाने से रहे एक बंदा deep पे वो लोगों को पता है
but maybe G2 will take that opportunity as some false info to try to now pivot back and take that space.
Loud, I have to pick up garage
चुपचाप
again. I think
चलो
that's the only
Phoenix
gap
को लग करने तो
in
वो
the
भी
net.
चलेगा
Yeah, now where Luxio is playing though, if they did come in from G2, he can get the Steel Garden off onto site and assist Counting to actually anchor there. Loud are really predicting that that's going to come in, it seems like.
Look at what Loud are trying to do to get this information. They don't have any passive ways to garner it. So they're simply just trying to gamble, preempt this. 37 seconds left of the round. G2 have some time to do-si-do a bit.
So that wall from Leaf puts up a threat that they could be jumping up into garage window now as well.
There's so much being implied by what G2 are doing here. Information overload for Loud, and eventually it's going to be an open B site. The G2 can plant it.
वो लोग पीछे जाएंगे
having no problem planting in the thorns.
Already वो लोग निकल गए
Astral was able to cut off
Alt waste हो गया
Link as well. Steel Garden is going to get Loud back into the site. It doesn't connect on anyone on G2, however.
अभी Viper का main है
But you're right, Louder in the site. Luxio, Verdi,
ये वाला fight main है
Kalinzine all on B. It's Darker's position that could be the curious one. It gives him the opportunity to wrap here on the coastline setup. Baby Bay is going to be ready for it. There's the cringe Astral on the site. And Luxio is spotted there, just ducking back towards goal. Not much to do here, but Loud are starting to lose their grip on this game as Trent gets the thumb screws on Luxio.
हमारे best time में message scene होता है W Banks
kills right now. For real, he is just the best player on G2 in this stage so far. And now that he's on a roll, on a map, I mean, I guess Agent more so than all sent to you, but on the chamber, he is just imposing his will on the server. And really, though, I guess I'd say imposing his will, but he's just playing so intelligently and collecting all of the kills, catching out
a lot of the
mid-rotate
players.
Yeah, like rotates, getting mid-round impact kills that's opening up the map for Valorant to
मारने
Okay, this time eyes over towards C.
Bro, no way. Bro, no way.
Again, they're trying to rattle sabers a bit because the buy is pretty awful.
Yeah, this is a little new, getting Luxio all the way down mid, not going to matter too much.
Barty is embedded here, but with the classic, I don't know, you're stuck in the middle of nowhere, really, trying to back out, but that's when he's spotted by Jaw.
Pre-kill.
Drone in first, Verdi going to try to put that wall up. Pretty close the distance, does so.
Traded out, Valen gets a 3B. Make it an extra kill to cap it off, and now it's on Luxio. Rifle the hand, but you're going to give G2 their 12th round if you don't at least have a crack at this. And hey, he's been hot so far this stage.
After winning the round.
Joy knows he's behind boxes. Got to get ahead of that Astro.
Level 2.
And there's life is back up on our radars with a 4K round 21 to get G2 to map point.
Very close to 10 likes.
Shooting range from Valen. Everyone just has to run out of the smoke. And it's free. It's just so free. Well, that was Loud with a pretty weak buy.
And you have
take C. I mean, that's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah,
so
they're forced to run in the backside with like no utility
भाई
whatsoever.
देखो इतना तो कंफर्म है कि लाउड के लग गए भले नेक्स्ट मैप उनका है वो लोग दो पिस्तौल राउंड जीतने के बाद
perhaps not on Pearl, which would be our next
वो लोग हल्का सा स्कोर लाइन नहीं दिख रहा रहेगा लेकिन हल्का सा वो लोग कन्विंसिंगली हारे considering दो राउंड G2 ने बकचोदी की
Okay, ping there on Valen, so not giving away too much
मेरा
info.
सेट इग्नोर क्या नहीं रे
We are having a drift over towards the A side by Verdi
now.
Yeah, this is interesting from G2. They just timing out the smoke with all of their players, get short for free, a little bit of long pressure. Counting is so close. They are about to pounce on him.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty ballsy of him to go drone at that close range into Neon.
Yeah, good supportive stun comes in though from Verdi to keep G2 at bay, so Counting doesn't get swarmed.
Here comes the like aim tactics wise नहीं रे aim पे इतना सीन नहीं है रे
Yeah, now if they go back, they're going to have to spend some util to re-clear.
Mostly agents meta or playstyle.
Know that they just want to stack up. They want to push
into
this.
Same agent like a playstyle.
Angle, no good. Another shooting gallery here for G2. Allowed have, sadly for them, let this map go by the wayside. Cosmic Divide in play to allow for a safe plant. And now Darker and Luxio, the two players kind of fated to lead this team. Have to go 2v5 for the map. That's a good start. Baby Babe was low though in fairness, and Dark is already off the table. It's on Luxio.
GG.
Nothing left to do but to do it. Shame. Handles Trent elegantly. That's 2 out of 5, buddy, for those keeping track at home. Back in we go, through the smoke, try and play into the side, but G2 stamp their authority, especially on this second half. vvvvvvv leading the charge, but Valen showing us a little bit more of the captain's game we've been waiting for.
Yeah, they were able to just effortlessly maneuver around that loud defense. No impact from Darker or Luke Show. They were not able to lock down those sites. Baby Bay was so crucial.
भाई दुबई आने का any plan फिलहाल तो नहीं है मेरी जान के टोटे. फिलहाल तो नहीं है मेरी जान.
Valen has his best map so far.
But अगर दुबई से तो cast those membership.
Comfortable agent, and he's back just like that. Leaf just
सुबह के 5 बजे तेरा भाई salesman.
In this game.
But I don't know if we're putting the Phoenix as a headline.
दुबई में लेकिन मेरा काफी हुआ.
Still good. I mean, him and Jaw was still just good.
Heavy relative.
Yeah, solid showing again. Trent also with some pretty important moments. We're stepping away, but then up next, Ender and the analyst desk are going to break down. Hey,
एक second, ये holidays वाला chat. दुबई holidays. Travel company creating customized domestic and international traveling experience from honeymoon. एक second. Sky High by बुरा ना मानो, हल्का सा डिस्क्रिप्शन आपको चेंज करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि वहां पे फ्रॉम हनीमून एस्केप्स लिखा है, तो वो ऐसा लग रहा है कि हनीमून से ही एस्केप करना चाहिए लोगों को. फ्रॉम हनीमून एस्केप्स टू फैमिली हॉलीडेज and group tours, we plan stress-free trips with honest pricing and end-to-end support. W ही कह दे, वो हनीमून एस्केप हटा दो थोड़ा सा, वो समझ रहे, हनीमून से एस्केप हो गया फिर लौड़े ही लग गए. just saying. वो खुद सेल्स पर्सन है, दैट्स व्हाई ही इज इन द राइट प्लेस. तेरा भाई भी सेल्स पर्सन. गुड मॉर्निंग. जब से वेले नर्फ हुआ है, एक बंदा पिकनिक किया है ब्रो. वेले को जेट को रिप्लेस करना है. जेट अभी पीछे हो रही है, वेले सूत गया है. वेले कुछ टीम्स खेलते हैं, नर्फ हुआ है लेकिन उतना बाप खतरनाक वाला नर्फ नहीं जैसा योरू नर्फ है. अभी भी खेलते हैं वेले, अभी भी इन्फो के लिए अच्छा है, डाइविन के लिए अच्छा है, सबके लिए अच्छा है. वो एजेंट इज नॉट दैट बैड कंसिडरिंग यूरो कितना बैड हो गया. हेलो जैसा साइलेंट वेयर, जस्ट वांट टू से रियली लव योर कंटेंट एंड इंस्पायर्ड बाय हार्ड वर्क. लव यू. एक 1v1 अदर सेल्स लैंग्वेज. जेट को बफ कर रहा है ना, पता नहीं. रेस को हो जाए यार बफ, इट्स बीन लॉन्ग टाइम. मीनवेल रेना फैंस, रेना रैंक्ड में वैसे भी पिक होता है यार. कॉम्पी में नहीं दिखता तो उतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, रैंक में वैसे भी वो पिक होता है. ओ भाई मेरा टाक टुक आवाज आया. Where are teams lacking? Can our players compete in VCT and win? कौन सा ओवर मतलब कौन सा ओवर? तो अगर पैसिफिक का बात कर रहा है, और पैसिफिक में हम लोग मास्टर्स में फर्स्ट और सेकंड दोनों आए हैं, और तो इंडिया एज अ रीजन और इंडियन प्लेयर्स का बात कर रहे हैं तो थोड़ा सो जाओ. मुंबई सर्वर का हालत तुमको पता नहीं. मुझे मैं फोन चार्जिंग पे लगा रहा हूं.
Josh RT, the pressure is mounting. You're 0-2 in the group standings, and this is kind of a must-win, right, if you want to keep your playoffs path in your own hands. It was a slow start to your map pick, but you guys grinded it out. What were your immediate thoughts and feelings after map 1 concluded?
I was glad the boys were staying in it. I mean, they definitely brought it to us. We sort of expected that. There's going to be a lot of, let's say, high-pressure moments where the lurkers will take a lot of space. It gets really, really scrappy. I hate when that is. But the boys were resilient today, and they fought through. They yelled a lot of hot dog. I don't know if the broadcast caught that, but they were just they're in it the whole time, and they finally clutched it out. And I'm happy we got the map win.
Let's see if we can make it too. Best of luck.
I don't understand what went wrong. 12 plus 15 plus 21 plus 4.
Hey, Dan.
It's okay.
Hey, Dan, we're starting. Dan.
What went wrong?
It's okay.
Are you familiar with a person? You actually worked with him last year. His name is Baby Bay.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is? He smoked your boys.
No, but that makes no sense.
No, it literally does. It literally does. Baby Bay came. That game was crazy, by the way. And welcome back also. Baby Bay just ran a clinic on Loud Athena.
He was so good. I mean, on this chamber, I was questioning it a little bit when we saw the agent picks, but it makes a lot of sense the way that he was playing. He was so good at being aggressive on that defensive side, walking down mid, taking that along A line, using the operator just in general. And he really shone on these retakes as well, just making sure that he could open up the round for the rest of his team, Dan.
We've seen a lot of the highlights that he's been able to get on Vice as of recent, and the reason why they're able to close out rounds, to close out maps. But now with this chamber, it felt like we went back to the classic with what makes him shine, and I really like it. I feel like Baby Bay has been having one of the greatest performances that we've seen from him. Where are you laughing?
Oh, there's something a little green right now.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh.
But Baby Bay is great.
Yeah, Baby is great.
He liked my coat. He just passed by and he said he liked my coat.
Yeah. I mean, I would be in a good mood too if I was Baby Bay and just had a map like that. I think also just how clutch he was later in rounds too was locked in.
If I was just Baby Bay in general,
You'd be happy?
pretty happy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the man can literally do it all. A modern esports renaissance man. I don't know if they make him like that anymore.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so at all. Well, I will say that on the other side, his Sentinel counterpart in Luke Show was also having a phenomenal game, even in the lost stand.
Yeah, he had an incredible performance towards the beginning. There was a lot of rounds where he was ready to swing when the players were getting taken down. A lot of lurks as well that he was able to get. It felt like Luke Show was having the impact that we know he's always able to get. Until we got into that second half, it felt like he started getting shut down. G2 started understanding they needed to invest a lot of utility to make sure that Luxor was taken down. And on top of that, they were able to get great timings against him. So I do like that he's able to shine in the way that he used to do before, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough for this map.
Yeah, I feel like they needed a lot more support behind Luke Show in order to close it out. And I think G2 did a really good job of adapting too with his Vice, baiting out his wall almost every single round in that garage, and just being kind of a nuisance and being really annoying when it came to dealing with him. And Luke Show, I mean, he was put in so many of these situations where he would get one or two kills, and just the follow-up just wasn't there from Loud for me.
Yeah, it seemed like G2 in pretty typical G2 fashion. We're calling these very slow rounds on the attack side, like you said, where they bait out the utility and just push and pull Loud around the map. And if we look forward to the next map, I don't think it would be a surprise to see G2 and Valens calling, in particular, stay the same.
And I'm wondering what they're going to be playing here, because we just saw that Double Duelist a little bit different, but very similar style to what they used to do last time that they played this map of Haven against Paper.
technical support mod के साथ
or how the Phoenix is
क्या simple Loud का map है.
This is another map where they
फिर भी मेरे को नहीं लगता. मेरे को नहीं लगता.
I think as we talked about, they
I think G2 is vibing too much.
They've tested a few things, and for Pro, if they keep
अपना split कब से next month end के आसपास है.
Do you think Loud can bounce
back? Join किया आपका क्या रिएक्शन था? W था.
Are you not saying this?
Can you explain the top number 4 one, please?
W था यार.
Well, Loud has 4 letters. G2
अगर अच्छा इंसान अच्छा करेगा लाइफ में क्या
रिएक्शन? G2 only has 1 letter.
4 is greater than no.
Love from Boston, love you. एक गिफ्टेड के पैसे से 50 कहाँ से बात कर.
4 is greater than 2.
एक साल वेट करो फिर 50 गिफ्टेड डन चाहिए. Easy win है G2 के लिए.
That is a Loud logo.
Easy तो नहीं आएगा.
Oh my god, that is phenomenal.
भाई इतना सब कौन लिखा है?
Absolutely ridiculous.
इतना सब कौन लिखा है?
What you're getting into. I sure hope that we have something else we can move into, because this is silly town right now. I just feel like you're letting your emotions drive you. This doesn't seem logical, Dan.
It is very do you see numbers? Do you know what is logical in life? What we can always rely on? The numbers. Have you seen the lucky numbers? Have you seen the 7? Have you added everything up? Have you subtracted
lucky number 7 thala for a reason. Logical hai.
G2 has
what is Harvard
0-1 against Loud. Well,
he's not joined. He's a founding member, dude. वही है.
That Loud introduced that.
मतलब he's with Apex.
Do you want to stand up? Like, you know what? You have the time in the world if you want to. Bust it down.
Explain it.
Back in the day, Loud
joined को भी वही बोलता है. Joined as a founding member.
And that was really cool because everybody was like, "Wow, that's crazy." They changed the game. And then who was really good at
favorite Apple team? जो जीता वो.
Copied Loud. Oh. Yes.
Good night, Raj. Bye.
Okay. So G2, they're always behind. They're always one
and they
step
just
behind.
played the meta, the Harbor meta, and then now they switched off of it. Wait, she's actually cooking.
There's no way
She's
you're
actually-
convinced by
I'm
this.
believing this.
Absolutely. No, I don't like that you're swaying my desk.
I
Sit
see
back
you.
down. We're done.
I see
Athena,
you.
Athena, no more. This is
RCB thinking done, RCB.
Someone else.
I don't.
I want to
कहना रीजन के भी मैचेस चालू है ना वो लोग का मैचेस चालू के खत्म भी हो गए रहेंगे वो लोग फास्ट है थोड़ा
zero wins. When you add everything up.
Any tips for Breeze Mac double controller? Double controller Sova.
We've lost the plot completely.
Any duelist? Double duelist खेलना है double duelist खेलो.
Okay.
एक duelist एक सेंटी खेलना है एक duelist एक सेंटी खेलो.
You're spitting some facts.
Double
but I still need
इन्हीं खेलना है एक duelist खेलना है वो खेलो.
It's probably Loud's map to convince me. I feel like with Luke Show getting a lot of those early picks, maybe
You know because overpowered Jet
Exactly.
not well enough हो चुके हैं अभी Neon बचा अभी तक नहीं और the reason आराम से करेंगे यार आराम से करेंगे देखो कभी ना कभी Neon नर्फ होएगा ही कोई एजेंट बफ होएगा कोई नर्फ होएगा कुछ को टाइम लगेगा कुछ को नहीं वही तो ब्यूटी है गेम का आ गया फिर से तमाशा देखने कैसे डिकी के भाई
Not so much. Besides like playing with our assistant coach, we always think that we can win against everything. We are not underdogs, you know. So yeah, it's just more like that. Just play your game, trust in our staff, and we can win against every other team.
Let's bring it back in map 2. Good luck.
W. What 3 mistakes you made in life? कुछ चीज मिस्टेक जिससे सोचता ही नहीं हूँ मैं जो भी मिस्टेक है उसका इधर मिस्टेक कैसे हो ऑल गुजरे हाउस यू सब बढ़िया डिके बाय
provide clearer and sharper images, helping
Love you, Aaron.
and avoid the distraction of
Next my prediction G2
caused by rapid motion.
Zowie बोलते Honestly North American servers best पता नहीं हमने तो कभी देखा नहीं है If you say so ठीक है ज़ारो रिप्लाई दे रहे ठीक है अब जैसा वॉच पार्टी स्ट्रीमर नहीं देखा हैट्स ऑफ आई लव यू बोथिंग सेम फाउंडिंग मेंबर सुनने में ज्यादा प्राउड फील होता है बात तो है ले लो बंग्स भाई ये वाला मॉनिटर कहाँ से भाई कहाँ से 1 सुपर चैट आया है आज मैं भी अच्छा ही हूँ कल प्रेजेंटेशन दे के आया ठीक है एक सुपर चैट और नहीं तो एक में है ना एक से ज्यादा है ना तो टेक्निकली एक में है ना वही तो बोला मैंने
with implications for both teams but certainly more in this G2 side the pressure is getting
Kilowatt कौन सा रीजन टॉप पे पैसिफिक बेबी फर्स्ट सेकंड तो अपन ते
so far not too shabby they get out of Haven alive against a team who honestly put up 10 rounds there against MIBR and now we're heading over to Pearl a map that somehow we didn't see from G2.
Actual में नहीं बोलना चाहिए कैंप्स की वजह से ना
in fact only once in kickoff
it has been a minute Loud well they played this map against Envy they did win 13-11 it did also require Darker to put up 28 kills Luke showed like 23 something like that
so
they were insane now
okay,
I do
game
want to talk about G2's comp because I'm looking over there and I'm seeing the harbor I expected to see the jaw leaf
थोड़ा सा YouTube डैशबोर्ड दिखा देते तो अरे मेरा नेट का स्पीड नहीं है वरना दिखा देते
they are committed to this harbor no matter what even though at the moment Phoenix is absolutely dominant
आप उड़ सकते हो अगर पिक की चैट में तो क्यों क्या बोला
Phoenix because I don't think they even really have 2 duelist players and they just put another one on the tally for Phoenix just being insane in this meta winning on Haven but they're not going into it here This is going to be Loud's pick, of course, and I think, hey, maybe an opportunity to bounce back just by virtue of the comp.
Be aware.
Trying this match, testing the Harbor on this map for the first time.
How do you feel about it?
Middling for them.
How do you feel
Maldives or Bali?
Crazy. I mean, this is a map that in the past teams have tried Harbor.
क्या प्यारा
on,
जगह
for sure.
मैं फिलहाल तो मालदीव गया बाली गया नहीं
Little entrance ways over on either site, which is nice. Like the walls are pretty effective, you know.
दुनिया देखना बच्चा मेरा
covers basically the entirety of both sites. Like that, there's definitely some
मालिन मरा
here. Except Valen gets caught with two people just walking through it and timing him out. Loud have won both pistols in this game so far, by the way, but didn't matter all that much on Haven.
Volume
losing one of your controllers so early in the round, though, that hurts. Leaf is still at large, and on the other side of the Tide about to have an encounter. Eventually there's a swing there, and all they do with Barty, but not before he gets his.
Honestly, a big 1-for-1. And gets the info on the location of at least one other player on G2, if not both of them. And Loud are going for a crazy site pinch right now, two coming from where the defenders spawn at.
You've got to call a cancel on this if you're G2, right? Yeah, not into the side. They need to play off of it here. Loud are going to be the ones that pincer on in. Baby Bay brought down. Oh, Brian and call no cancels, bro. They're going to stop this spike from getting flooded. Galantine tucked in that corner.
भाई लाउड को पिस्तौल अच्छा है बे हीरो पाजा टेस्ला में को मत जब भी आऊंगा बताऊं
Recon to play with still for super late.
दुनिया हम देखेंगे थोड़ा सा वक्त दे तो बस पॉज़र भाई काय हॉलिडेज होगा डांसिंग
Luke Show, by the way, on that one really was trying his best to win the game. He did put up 20 kills.
भाई लाउड का पिस्तौल अच्छा है 3 out of 3 पिस्तौल से लाउड का आज
He doesn't want to be the LeBron James no help image. Someone get in the mix. Help this man. He's so good.
This round really rises and falls on the fact that Loud get through mid connector.
Must get a 2-1-2
from Secret. G2 like they looked uncomfortable. Do we play on the site against this pincer they knew was coming in, and they ended up being 1 foot honestly in that world and 1 foot over towards Art side.
3 pistols in a row. Not bad for Loud. Gonna buy up 2 rifles into this.
Headphone budgets में.
See if they can get a really big bonus buy going.
Budget क्या उस पे matter करेगा ना?
If and when they close out this round, emphasis on A main control. With that knife from Bots, he just confirms that no one is pushing up. I definitely have my eyes on him here. The knife can get a ton of value, especially against this Neon comp that's going to be running up A main.
Shot the dash down.
When the side swap, running through A main to hit the sides. And if you just turn off the speed, that can be enough to shut down a push. Or to, you know, get easy space like they just did on A main.
If we get to Breeze in our map 3, that's also going to be quite relevant. That's another KO map for Loud. But now the Darker pins it down. Tries to handle himself best he can. It's going to be a ghost upgrade though for Valen.
Yeah, not a huge
question
deal.
है कि और guns गिरा सकते हैं क्या? That is the main question. Luke Show तो दोनों को मारेगा 100%. दोनों को मारेगा. Confirm.
He's feeling it. Feeling it a little too much. Yeah.
All right, well, that's the Outlaw traded over.
कोई सीन नहीं दोनों आर्ट्स पे रहो स्पाइक से मरो.
Yeah, it doesn't matter all that much because they still have the rifles and the Bulldog. So they're kind of chilling as long as they don't lose more stuff.
Okay, well, Barty does get chopped down.
No? Okay, well, they still got the 2 rifles.
कूद के मार रहे हैं Marcel baby be.
More damage than they would have liked.
Like expectations got changed about 7 times in the last 10 seconds.
Yeah, they really did.
Mouse matter करता है क्या? मैं 1K का thinking about by 3K का mouse any suggestion? है budget upgrade करना करो.
Through the corner of the wall.
Would love to see Verdi get
if you have a good mouse, you'll feel good. If you feel good, you'll
I feel like he had such an explosive debut last year in stage 2 with
this
Loud,
year,
but hasn't followed up on it this year. Some of it was because he was not comfortable on Yoru and it was hard forcing it in kickoff, but now he's really get into the mix.
Really got ahead of the Nova Pulse there.
Yeah, this A main control is so free, so G2 want to put emphasis elsewhere. And that's a nice spray down from Valen. Shaw peeking out of our timings are perfect. Yeah, I like that. Hey, they're taking A main. All right, let's fight mid together. Find picks there.
G2 really do not want to be pincered on the A side of the map. Last round they had 3 players. It's on a pistol and fairness on a save round, but they had 3 players up at mid door. This time, it's Valen playing off the smoke. Full control here for G2 now. Kauncine will need to saunter on away. Still money, obviously, fine for Loud here.
Good morning, Arjun.
Reasonably well. But that proactivity from G2. Now, they did this same look on Haven, but they had a double duelist comp that felt like it had to actually go for that early action. Here, it's about G2 trying to assert themselves to denying that push through mid. Kaunzini might get some extra value. Wow. G2 are not in a stable position economically.
This is fantastic damage.
Yeah, I'm not happy if I'm only carting 2 rifles out of the round.
बहुत खतरनाक damage दिया भाई.
Left in the bank. So,
hello?
Not a bad result from Kaunzin. He will take that. And he gets his ult because of it
Bro,
too.
G2
so
के actually लग सकते हैं अभी.
activated for any player in the game. Active, rather.
Promising signs. Baby Bay walked past us as he was, going for a break in between maps, and he informed me that he didn't know what day it was. So that's good. That means he's just focused on the game.
He's just so locked in playing video games in his room.
Yeah.
Time is but a concept.
I do think Hot Dog is being pushed. They're trying to make it happen.
He's trying to get that catchphrase over with
They're trying to make it happen harder than Fetch.
Jaw does get hit by that knife, so Loud know that there's a push-up in A main.
भाई problem
they were not
A
trying
main
to
से उसको
fight for
भगाना
the
पड़ेगा.
space as aggro as they were in the past. They are content.
थोड़ी देर रुक के सोवा आ जाए A main, उसको भगाओ A main से.
Towards this B side. Well, that shock would go for a standard spot that you would throw a molly down, but that has already been pre-circumvented by Baby Bay. That's what happens when you don't go outside, you don't know what day it is. You're so dialed in that you're already dodging the shock with your mollies.
problem है chat. ना wall trigger हुआ है, ना
So I walked down by
भगाया.
Loud towards this B side of the map, but the one thing that stands out is
So अभी भाग के जा सकता है. Oh my
god,
god, mid भी पूरा clear है, so rotate करेगा chat 3 बंदे B पे.
Do they think the Thorns have been broken? Because if they do, when they run into this, they're going to be stalled out.
It is going to be a
tough.
clown
car. They're going to get thorned. They're going to get storm surged by Valen. This could be tough. Unless Baby Bay doesn't pop them in time.
The knife? There's a catch on? Okay.
Oh my god, yeah, you're, don't go.
No, man, please! He's in there. He's out of there very quickly. Kaunzin finds very little there with that very speculative Hunter's Fury. Now Baby Bay's looking to fight for it. Trent tucked in the corner. G2, no reason to push the issue. Barty got tucked there. It was a matter of time until Trent dug him out, and it's not the optimal range for the judge, but hey, we'll take it. Joe eventually brought down, and up before, getting his pound of flesh, getting G2 out of round with 2 on the board.
Yeah, map control, none.
घर पे जब take है सब sexy है, सब sexy
Tough to win around when those are the circumstances.
First class.
Yep. Nice little
all Gucci, all
Someone's
Gucci.
going to screenshot that and be like, the state of Valorant is cooked. Even though it's fine.
I mean, there's something to be said for like getting a bit exploratory, maybe drawing out some util.
मेरा अभी सोने का struggle चल रहा है.
Going mid.
मेरे को तो
Not the plan here for Loud. Yeah, I mean, again.
मेरा सोने struggle है.
We push into that site with limited info. They've got Vice and Harbour comp, and that's exactly what G2 want.
महंगी नाक से की बात करती है ये बताओ.
Yeah, Loud. It was really awkward on the rigs. Like
recent के सारे messages, deleted messages.
Some they just want to go all speed, and luckily no thorns here, so they do get by.
Very untouched there.
हल्का सा hide दे दो.
The armor situation looked a little haggard.
तुम अभी मुंह से बात कर सकते.
Yeah, Barty and Dark struggling. Still able to find some value off that shoulder though, and Jaw is going to pick back now inside the tower. This isn't going to affect Loud that much, to be honest, because it's not a huge downgrade, but there's Baby Bay for 3. And the cleanup crew has arrived. Gold star for janitorial duties, gents.
Double eco कर दिया.
Baby Bay is just farming so crazy that he realizes it doesn't even matter. I'm just going to use my ult now because if they have more
But I think China
shotguns,
as a region
that's like
doesn't
the only
do great
win-con
in
that they have.
international. Starting में क्या था?
Just get rid of the Buckies.
EDG ने.
Get the
उसके बाद
cringe
थोड़ा
out
सा
of
ठंडा
the
पड़
game.
गया. करेगा लेकिन.
We say one round after the entire ground was carpeted and util.
सुबह कौन आ जाते क्या पता.
Subjective, folks. Don't forget that. Right, heading in round 6 here. G2 again, another lost pistol. Struggling with those, but again, when push comes to shove, they have turned up. Overdrive ready for jaw and a
shampoo कम use करते हो तो फिर language.
So we're probably about to get the standard little A main 0 point coming out from Bati and A main G2 are not going to be contesting too heavily as Jaws just playing over towards mid. Looks like G2 want to go for a fast little mid fight if the main pressure is there. But Luxo is so ready for that. It feels like an adaptation from the prior round where the exact same thing happened. Heavy pressure, A main, G2 trying to go for something in mid instead. Gets that kill, TPs away. That's a really nice counterplay. And now Loud can go into this full A exec. They have all of the space for free. How did G2 respond? No ultimates right now for the retake unless he finds a kill and can maybe pull off the main, but with all of the space just given to Loud, they can sight flip as well.
Yeah, they're going to play into a post-fight pit on the attack side.
This is really good positioning from Loud. Super tough for G2 to crack this.
That's like the accelerate in the A side when they realize that G2 have taken Plaza area. I'd love to see how they expect to get in here through all of this util.
Feels like they have every advantage in the world and should be absolutely closing.
They're going to go Team Envy, just like full re-clear with their entire squad.
Sorry, great play from them. Great setup.
Really, balanced on the edge of the macro decision making there for G2.
Just got home from Night Out, Levi streams, Levi.
Weird spot.
I think that's still, it worked for them before, so they just go back to the well on an idea that I think is super viable. It's going to be so hard for them to win A fights against the comp that Loud have, just like the knife counter, basically.
Coach बोल रहा रहेगा भाई बकचोदी मत करो क्या कर रहे हो 5 minutes.
Lucio is reading into that as per them losing to the mid push from Jaw on that prior round and some of the players in street. So that was just good stuff, top to bottom. Great Loud round, and that's going to force a timeout for G2. Josh doesn't want things to get out of hand at this point in the game.
Okay, I mean, some discussion about how they want to work these early rounds makes sense. I do think that what we saw in the pistol, G2 probably want to maintain presence over towards mid doors. They still deny that sort of organic
retake करने का और तुम लोग वो पोजी पे हो कि retake भी practice करते हैं ना लोग जैसा भी इसमें वो लोग बस आइडिया था wall काट के वो लोग ने 3 player का isolate किया था आइडिया था possible था retake ऐसा लेकिन नहीं possible लेकिन favorable नहीं था और CTUT सब जगह है और फिर retake होएगा वो लोग को image push कर दिया तो problem नहीं
or at the very least be there in time to try to spam, find a first kill, and then get in off the back.
The dynamic's interesting because now without Yoru, there's less interest for the defense side to fight that aggressively for A main, right?
दिन में 2 members only होता तो एक value against it.
Well, you still can, especially if they were running the comp with the Phoenix. It's really the fact that
maybe आगे जाके और कुछ पता चले तो
because if you're running up there but you get stalled out by the
कुछ भी रहेगा मैं ग्रुप में बता दूंगा मुझे भाई इधर पे ऐसा इंटरनेशनल वो होता है ना मैं ग्रुप में बता देता हूं
wow quick draw
हर जगह पे कोई ना कोई मिलता है जापान गया था वहां पे भी nearby मिला था
yeah look at them now scaling back towards their
reflex
his A main too easily. They're trying to negotiate from a position of power right now. Dad's going to be helped there with Jaw. Funny shot through, laser. Smoke and a second on Diverty. He was on the site in fairness. Really playing some nice contact with the Overwatch. Fell down to a molly of all things.
Yeah, that was a great kill from Darker in our potentially a round-winning kill as Leaf is caught up top. That's a bold position to be in, my friend. You're going to have to look in many different directions and you are out in the open.
And it looked like Lushaw's crosshair set for it. His reaction time is too quick.
No attempt to save that off from Jaw, 1v3. He just slowly walks into the angle and
like
loses
30 HP, no less.
Loud really brute force that exec. I thought they were cooked in this round. Even
though तो बताना मैं भी मिल जाऊंगा
This is just my Lucio stand cast, honestly. That's all I'm going to do for the next 30 minutes.
And we did that for him back in Challenge too.
Yeah.
We did that all through his engine.
We did that for, it's been 2 years of that actually.
Still doing it.
Great round win from Loud. A great recovery.
कनाडा विजुअल लो थोड़ा टाइम निकाल के बाकी सब हम देख लेंगे कनाडा ना भाई कनाडा में खतरनाक अब ग्रुप में एक बार कुछ कनाडा से कौन है कनाडा में हेवी मतलब हेवी
big damage
बीडू लोग हैं लास्ट टाइम प्लान बना था थोड़ा लेफ्ट राइट हो गया था
and with the ARM
करते लेकिन बीएन मतलब गुड और नाइस हां क्या
okay wow just slips away
get a waterlogged weapon for his trouble. And out we go. Vander recovered here now. Trent falls back to the A side.
5-3 वापस एडवांटेज में Loud
to play with. Kamazini just gets that Hunter's Fury up.
भाई क्लोज आउट भी कर सकते हैं उनके पास बहुत बड़ा अल्ट से वेस्ट टाइम के लिए चैट और वो लोग बराबर खेले एक्चुअल में 8-4 हो सकता है 9-3 हो सकता है 8-4 possible है
up close with the Vandal. He has won G2 a lot of rounds like
this.
Low buy,
मेरे पास वो है यूएस का
flash and there it is, no command.
active, but the KO brought down, and no one's going to expect Bvvvvvvvv to push the smoke like that. Sometimes a pinch of audacity can really transform the recipe. And Darker here has to come back in from watching the flank and salvage this round.
25 seconds to play with. Can get this spike. Leaf isn't there just yet to help Trent, but by the time he has to play, surely not right, yeah.
Darker pinged out.
Pinged up.
Now forced to play inside main and hope he doesn't get double swung, which, spoilers, he's probably going to get double swung. Leaf is only sitting on a bucky in fairness, but it's going to be tough to exploit at this range. Here it is. And there goes Darker.
I was just saying it, but so far in this stage, there have been a number of rounds where G2 have Bvvvvvvv with a rifle low buy for everyone else, and gets a multi-drop. This has happened multiple times. He's doing that against LEV in their last match.
Good night, Jebba. Thank you so much.
By the way, that's the best spot to play as an anchor. The close in the corner by the smoke, I've never seen it cleared once in my life. No one has ever cleared that match.
How the day had dinner,
I've ever seen in the history of Valorant. That spot has never been cleared. It is actually unbeatable.
Result का Valo match कब है? Next month.
Back into the game.
End mostly. Aim in fast का आवाज दे दे. Commit नहीं होने वाला.
Towards A main, blooming and being removed. It's Cowanzine. Wants to try and scout things out. We'll find nothing. The Thorns have been active, and there's Bvvvvvvv again. Gets his able to fall back.
Beautiful stuff.
Shocky coming in backside. Bit of danger, but slips away over to dugout. G2 might be able to flow back in here.
Tag हो गया तो मजा आ जाएगा.
Nah, it's going to be tough. They're a bit sold out, and the Neon is miles away, so you don't have that aggro disruption with the wall coming through, nothing like that to play with.
एक damage नहीं पड़ा तुम लोग बोल रहे हो.
Scale back into the site with Luke Shaw going to play just on the other side of it. Maybe look for a swing. Valor looking to set this up. Okay.
Oh, little baby smoke.
Little mini go set up. Yep. Oh, there's Jaw though. This backstab potential could be nasty. Loud are in trouble. Caught between a rock and a hard place. If he swings through the wall here, surely a Jaw is going to preempt it. Gets through.
Did Lucio go for the knife through the wall?
I think so.
He did.
I think so. 3K flawless round here for G2. Jaw gets involved.
That is a ridiculous little attempt. Respect, though. Great retake from G2. Again, solid anchoring from Bvvvvvvv. And something we've seen a lot from G2 this year, with Jaw specifically, is when playing on one side of the map on this Neon, he will send it down to get flanks on the retake. That's a pretty common protocol that G2 have had in 2026. Just gets all the way around the wall, which probably obscured some of the noise for that too.
Okay, Verdi, uncomfortable. Always an overpulse there, though. That's been heavily conditioned. There was a 0 point there to suppress Leaf, but he was happy to hold his ground.
Yeah, this is nice from G2. They were able to hold A side that time. Loud didn't like hard fully commit. They didn't have everyone there for it. It was really just Verdi. They're forced away. Loud still, by the way, with these plants, what's been going on, like they've got enough money to keep buying up, so G2 are not getting any free rounds.
Flash hoga kya?
Oh, this is nicely held. Behind him, though, bear in mind is Trent. So they got that beautifully double-faced, and there's a smoke even to make this harder. Loud are being slowed down. Forced to play through Molasses, and Leaf has not left this position since the start of the round. He has got this main position on lock, and Verdi's going to run straight into it. Surely the man can double down. Once again, Loud, after a good start in a map,
ड्रोन करके डिक्लेयर करना चाहिए वो लोग का ईमेल लेने के बाद और उसके बाद दो बंदे लोगों को इंसर्ट करना पड़ेगा ताकि वो लोग रिटर्न ईमेल क्लियर करने के लिए इन्फो लेने के लिए वो लोग क्लियर ना कर दें फिर बाकी तीन बंदे लोग हाथ पकड़ के चलो Mid लड़ो, hold trigger करो, arts लड़ो,
the other player can get the kill.
B में जाना है, B में जाओ.
Yeah, doesn't end up happening. Pretty easy for Leaf to lock that down.
The money here for G2 is going to be a problem for the remainder of this half.
Yeah, they're just buying max for the rest of this.
Yeah. Also, we have Reckoning Overdrive.
बोल दे विस्का बार का. वो क्या?
That low buy round win is going to be so decisive for how the rest of this hat plays out. Yeah, it really is.
Already
Wow, they're going to themselves that they lost that round. And it was a heroic round from Bvvvvvvv, getting that two-piece, only two rifles that they had.
And then obviously following, we had the, the Cosmic Divide retake scenario there for G2. This is such a great opener. Leaf really rewarded for his patience here. This has not been re-cleared properly.
If you go back and tell someone in 2024 that Bvvvvvv was going to be the best player for G2 in 2026, like, huh?
Yeah, people think
we're
forgetting how incredulous We all were.
Football team
I think
has
when he got brought up to this team, and then, like, it was a narrative that ran for weeks and weeks, like, oh, maybe he does well, maybe he doesn't flop entirely, and all of a sudden, it became the norm to see Baby put up these performances that really anchored his team.
रात के 5 बजे,
and
hello, 6 बज गए,
really
सुबह हो गया.
led them forward. And honestly, there have been seasons where G2 have needed to rely on him, like literally rely on him. We are in one of them right now where, like, you know, Valorant has had a couple tough games. Jaw is not able to maybe look just like the world beater he sort of once was. Yeah. Leaf is put on roles where the skill expression is tougher.
And look, when you hype up Baby Bay, and I just said he's the best player for G2 in 2026, actually he was putting up bad numbers at Santiago, and he had some struggle games there for sure at his international debut. But when it comes to Americas this year, back in kickoff when they were making their comp switches towards double duelists and Baby Bay picks up the waylay, he's frying on that agent. He was incredible in kickoff. And now to start stage 1 3 weeks in a row, he's been the most consistent player. Destroys Loud on Haven here.
From the dive duelist back to Chamber Vice Studio again. So it was only a pretty short-lived Shmi arc. But there's also a G2 who are changing, like, day to day, their entire approach to some of these maps. Just like PRX and Santiago, both of them were really willing to be flexible.
All right, Luke Show's got this hero rifle, and he's gone about as far as he can go as he meets this wall at the bottom of Art. But waits for the rest of the team. Going to go over it at the same time.
चलो
so this is Baby being the pivot now.
Baby को
heavy util on
clear
the side.
होना पड़ेगा. अगर clear नहीं हुआ, वो लोग late हो गए तो scene हो.
Even look at the flash he has all the way back in secret for like the over push. He's ready to fight them. I mean, this is a straight up stop. Okay, but Luke Show says I'm just gonna run past that and get the kill.
But yeah, Baby just doesn't expect that level of extension into the back of the site because still got a retake is huge there for G2.
Yeah, Luke Show just ran through took Thorns damage to get through that.
Yeah, I respect that.
Body timing. This could be huge.
I think it's going to leave a bit too small. Push it anyway. Here's the... Oh, okay, calls on a reckoning! Oh, what the timing there from Valen. Stunning stuff. Jaw going to break his way back into the site. And Leek finally chooses his spot to emerge. Kaunzine.
I don't think he's going to win this.
I don't think so either. Yeah, the deck there is Valen. Looks like we draw King off the top. Beautifully done. Last round of the half coming up. G2 have more than giving them an account of themselves here.
It was a great kill to find from Luke Show, but he still had 4 teammates with just pistols. Before he had his own, I like the idea of trying to get that timing to slide out with the ult, another swing, fight them in secret in like a transitional moment for G2 while they're setting up for this retake, but they are about 1 second too late, and they've been reckoned.
What are you supposed to do about that? That is
nothing.
Brutal.
Good retake, boys.
Unfortunately, nothing.
Good.
And that's a retake, by the way, without the Steel Garden prospect, right? Baby Bay got picked off early by the push up by Luke Show, and it was looking kind of grim for G2. But they banked these ultimates over these rounds, and they just go for another retake ult.
G2 fully dodged out that knife. Are they going for the yep? Oh, that's so nice. What a variation. Okay, Darker. But it doesn't matter. Darker goes crazy to at least put it back into even numbers 3-on-3. But G2 mix it up there. They just put the recall star, dodge out the knife, walk forward, triple face. It was a cool idea.
Although Luke Show has gotten into this site without giving up the game at all. He's got the potential here to get very deep and maybe even backstab here onto Baby Bay. He's not going to be ready for it. That's huge. What a timing. And that's going to crack this site open.
With the impact kills. Great trade from Kaunzine.
Not bad. 7-5
for a Trent clutch, in fairness.
Yeah, it's been...
Taps watch.
Harvard बस एक बहुत बड़ा ओमेन ब्लेंड है नहीं लेकिन वो अल्ट का वॉल रोक के उसके राउंड भी खेल सकते तो सोचो अल्ट का वॉल और उसके बाद हार्बर वॉल और उसके ऊपर हार्बर का गोला मतलब कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं है.
It's going to be a challenge. We've seen this guy pull up some pretty disgusting stuff in the past. First of all, scouting halls. Towel here, trying to stay clear of it. Info, yeah. I mean, going for that in a 1v2, it's fairness, but hey, last round of the half.
That's going to be a tough one to win. And they kind of set up the uncrackable setup. G2 love a little recall multiplayer swing play. They're bread and butter.
Yeah, just, again, that Luke Show getting early into the site here is just, it's so big. Baby Bay, obviously, it's a reasonable misconception to make. Gets off the site, checks over towards mid, and it's no good. 7-5, the score is at half here on Pearl. A sluggish end to the Starfall but some signs of life in that final round. We'll see if they can bring it back after this.
हैं? बिंक्स भाई अभी घर वापस आया और आपका स्ट्रीम गुड स्ट्रेस बस्टर लव यू टाइटन शेडो भाई लव यू $20 इसमें तो काश दोस्त मेंबरशिप आता है व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप के साथ भाई मजाक सेट कर कभी कभी मेरे को सच्ची लगता है मतलब फक बहनचोद कितना बेशर्म हो सकता है एक इंसान हाँ टाइटन बाय थैंक यू फॉर द $20 मेरे जान गुटे लव यू एंजॉय माडी लाइफ टेस्टमैन बोलते हैं सुनो ये अपने कोई तो बंदा है नया आईडी करके आया है ये अपने कोई तो बंदा है इसने अभी YouTube चैनल बना के अभी सब्सक्राइब करके अभी सुपर चैट किया है पहला सुपर चैट है ये मैंने नाम देखा नया नाम है और डॉलर में दिया मैं पहले ही क्लिक कर दिया ये अपना ही कोई तो बख्शोदी प्रो मैक्स है चैट अपना ही कोई तो भिड़ू है ये है कौन वो देखने का भी कितनी कंकड़ी है तो का फुल लेता नॉट मीन कोई तो है ये कोई तो है
Need to find their dub here. And as we get the second half underway, hit up expressvpn.com/VCT for in-game rewards with advanced and pro plans right now.
Heading into this pistol, I just want to acknowledge that across both maps so far, 6 of the round wins from Loud. That's basically half of their round wins total or so come from winning a pistol and then winning the round after that.
Am I right or am I right?
Found a lot of success there. Can they go 4 for 4? Or will G2
Titan Shadow?
I mean, G2 if G2 get out of this series losing 4 out of 4 pistols, I don't know what to tell you.
And win 2-0? Yeah, that is a little disgusting, honestly.
It's important. Great way to start on this attack side. Jaw pinged out here with that early foray into A main. This was a real con bolt thrown out.
So Luke Show gets to just post up in A main for free and has the teleport getaway back to site, and then Loud are immediately able to just activate this protocol where they then double up, play towards all the 2 players.
So much map control, what the?
Yeah, this is a nice, simple little effective way to work the map early.
Okay, we're just...
Loud or
into double-faced sightlines. I like the idea there from LEV. Set up, high-low set up, and oh, buddy. This is getting dangerous now for Loud.
The problem is, though, when you're both playing all the way tucked into the corner and have basically no getaway mechanics. I mean, you try to run as a Neon, but you get multi-swung. Yeah, it's a little tough. So
next one, normal membership.
The answer, though, to this from Loud, the response at least is to try and take more of that map control. Play up, and he's extremely splash. Oh, my goodness. But he sets it up beautifully. They're low, though, very low. Oh, the knives! Lee finds 3, a knife to finish it off, and now he's up against Luke Show, who's looking more like a raid boss. Still at full health with a shorty to hand, and Lee's about to dive into the smoke against him. I tell you what, salvaged a sinking ship, did Luke Show?
Yeah, Luke Show with the shorty plus the other bullets by. Love that. Love that for him.
Great flash setup there for Barty, though. That,
4 for 4?
Oh, yeah, that's...
You can't go 4 for 4, not take a map. You can't do it. No, that was a great play from Batu, though. They're kind of silent in this game so far, but kind of how I teed up the first half, I'll do it again. I do think this KO will be really important because finding the timings where you can throw that knife when the execute is coming in to just get rid of all of those neon abilities, real nice.
Anyone from North America server, बहुत सारे लोग हैं.
Stop these fast hits. George dancing that smoke there, trying to see what's what is G2's
भाई ये लोग अभी G2 force क्यों नहीं करते बे कम हो गया बे
plaza area is revealed by the Aldro.
मन करता है लाल वाला सुपर करो बट क्या करूं नहीं इतने वैसे कोई से नहीं अपन इधर ही
main G2 will slowly retreat and this Loud team can put a lot of emphasis over on this A side of the map
even by Illinois मतलब
trip over towards the connector door in street and then all the way pushed up is Luke Show on B, so they know nothing's really going on over there.
They're Loud wanting to try and stack as much as they can.
And now they know. Luke Show,
plant
he hears them.
I like it. Shoulder peek. Beautifully done. It's going to force Luke Shaw off the line. There is hope here for G2. Multi-swing the line. Yes, go 1-for-1 now, though. But it's going to be an issue from Upper. Bit of an extension there from Valorant trying to swing. Karanzine able to handle him well and up with the stinger, though. It's down to Jaw and Leaf. Sure, they've got some space to work in. Do they look to make use of Short? Jaw barely gets away. Stuck in the mud, slowed down by those stinger bullets.
Neon moment.
Now where are you going? Back to B? Yes, okay, I respect it.
They're all going back. I mean,
the labored pump fake from G2.
Yeah, I don't know.
Love you.
Loud need to
rotate off the side.
Rotating off the side, but I mean, it's a 4-2 retake and they're better weapons. They'd never lose a situation like this. All right.
Joel really was maybe hoping for a weapon upgrade there. Maybe he thought that Lau went around the world. Either way, he tries to take that fight solo.
अभी ये लोग को कुछ सेव करके एक बार लुक्शो के पास ऑफ आ गया ना I think Loud जीत गया
And Luxo going down, they carry over the better weaponry into this next round. I don't think Loud
अच्छा rotation था भाई अच्छा तो खेल रहे हैं Loud.
Me when I try to remember something that happened 30 minutes ago.
Last map, second half, they did not win the bonus.
Right.
No.
And I don't think they.
तो logging channel पे जाना
I don't know about the first half. I'm not sure, but you're on the right track.
और Binks का हाल same है.
I'm just going to assume they haven't. I don't think they have. Okay. Can they do it here? My narrative that might just straight up be fake and wrong.
It's like, yeah, G2 cheats with the pistols unless it's an important thrifty round that wins in the map ultimately. You know?
This is kind of a KO classic. They actually didn't throw a knife. A lot of times you'll get the early B knife, but you know, sometimes you vary it up. You delay it.
Trent. Oh, uncomfortable. He's got someone to pick up the line, though.
Ooh, that deep flash comes through.
Maybe they just picked off. That's a push-up out of arm by Luke Shaw.
Yeah, just took a peek towards market, and Baby Bay gets cooked. Trent, well, hey, he'll be happy he didn't die, but he's at 20 HP off that B little trap play.
Yeah, this side is open. G2, though, unaware. And I get Jaw's definitely uncomfortable after being hit with that 0 point. You talked about how important it's going to be to slow G2 down, and it catches onto the Neon.
क्या करेंगे अभी?
Bro, where are we going? We've given out the map control.
Yeah, they've been able to get those orbs over towards A.
Good night, Sky Bye.
Leaf insert on A main, yes. So that definitely seems like they're going to ultimately go for an art crunch onto this A side. But Loud, they've got 3 players here ready to go. They can throw a lot of stall util. Look at Bati, he still has that molly. Could just slow them all down. Could maybe even kill Trent with it.
बाकी लोग हैं नहीं help करने को.
That's my line.
Also, when they run in the site, Kalensin can throw a recon up behind them. Could be an easy spam kill coming through.
They're looking for a fight. Body pinged out here, but able to get to safety to some degree. That is spammable, though. There's Luke Shaw emerges with a headhunter. And its price will be paid. Very much estranged for the rest of his team, but still knocking heads together. Needs that spike in time. He is ticking. It's going to be pinged down and still takes the fight. It's Buddy getting absolutely ruined. Eventually, you need to reload. No time left. Lasted a moment there from Leaf, but not enough to get G2 the round. A finally Loud convert on a bonus.
Yeah, bonus round 1. That is massive. Recovered a couple rifles. G2 economically crushed. Loud really predicted that art crunch was going to come through. By the way, Luke Show, another first kill. He put up 4 in the first half. That was the catalyst of most of Loud's round wins, or at least a couple of them after the pistol. He just remains on point. When has he ever played a bad game? Like I said, this is just going to be 2 hours of talking about how good Luke Show is.
Okay.
But does he deserve it? Probably.
You want to make the guy look like a garden gnome, bro? That's on you.
Oh my god. All right, well, yeah, he's got to run. That was some good utility first on the way from Pillar. Yeah, the recon is hitting everybody.
Jaw is asking the question, though, isn't he? Will the answer satisfy him? That's the question. The answer is no. How about Outlaw to the bread basket?
Yeah, G2, they run the double wall, and the harbor wall kind of helped the defenders get out, honestly.
That's crazy. Still, G2 at the site now, despite being at a player disadvantage. Kalensin also has the Odin in this round. Thorns onto Upper, so that's going to be Luke Show being forced to wait a bit longer, and it's re-smoked as well.
So Kalensin can get this recon in, and then you're going to have the Neon dashing in with the wall.
Into the cove, Luke Show going for a relay bot, might be a catching over the road. Baby Bay has to play here with nothing but a sheriff from the backside of Buddy. Barrels into the site. Here's Baby Bay, and there go Darker and Verdi. Now the player advantage for G2. Weapons aren't there. I tell you what, they are exuding confidence now. Time is short. Buddy trying to tap that defense, but brought down. There it is. It's the classic G2 Thrifty. Had to find it here, and that's certainly going to get them back on the road.
Again, just feels like every important round, every important moment. Who was there for G2? It is Baby B.
Yep.
There he is again. Crazy. Little double shot with the Sheriff. Verdi can't get that trade. And Bonti was on the spike, so he wasn't actually with the timing to be able to get off of it and get the trade after his 2 teammates died.
Let's go, hot dog! What the f?
All right, great job, production. We cut that off.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Throwing all your walls down, getting that side control, forcing them to retake into Sheriffs. That gives G2 a much-needed round.
That Olo ka be heavy strong.
Suddenly just right back into the game. This is crazy from Luke Show. I mean, that is
he is always
too far.
He is trying to do the most. He is trying to do the most this game.
And it's been working more than not, but
लेकिन इससे ये तो मालूम पड़ गया था Arbor heavy strong है.
What a timing from Bonti, that's lovely.
Arbor heavy strong है.
Safety now as well. Joe hasn't really had a chance to
beaty दे रहे हैं
put this judge to work. He'll have an opportunity, sure. Okay.
Keep going hard work, pays off. Thank you.
Awkward for Loud to retake now. Look at this presence at long for G2. They've got everything set up right where they need it. And there Jaw finally emerges. There's going to be pressure coming this way as well. Verdi slides on in. The trade's not there because Jaw's gone the other way. Now playing in the smoke. This is flow state gaming from Jaw, and he gets caught by Kawanzine out in the open. But the contingency is in place. G2 with a double face at B long will shut it down.
Yeah, they just got the freest site there, and they have so much great post-plant utility to throw down. I mean, anything they have in their comp that you think of would be good for stall when they're playing defense, it's going to be good on attack.
Playing like English defense, the holding angles of PRX.
Rifler and Baby Bay back site, and Jaw playing close. And
enjoy the game,
can
do
just
whatever.
trade off of him easily like that. It's over. It's just over.
G2 really taking up that space in his post plants here when they've got a judge able to play inside hall. Something they weren't able to do as much with his harbor comps on
playing back. And Luke Show trying to get another first blood on this map.
Always looking for a funky off angle. Last round, to be fair, he walked the corner and got taken out with his tour de force out.
Yeah, Jaw, he did get caught by that knife. Luke Show has no reason to give up this space towards A. Space on B is taken from Loud. They are ruling over both extremities at the moment.
Spike drop.
Down under a minute now. And Loud making the right assumptions here in rotating towards the A side. Huddersfield, man, geez, there is just some very impactful ultimates here for G2.
Valentin is ready to go on A.
This off angle, will it pay off? He can get off it with the rendezvous. Oh, we're walking it. Luke Show gets a freebie.
कैसे उसने जिगल नहीं किया लेकिन बहुत टाइम बाद गया है वो
seconds left. Kawanzine getting the drone up, gets a nice little tag and immediate Hunter's Fury.
उधर गया सीधा मर गया.
No one else revealed, but that should be enough here for Loud. This is going to make the end game of Pearl pretty interesting. A Loud round here is going to throw things for a loop. Leaf, too many players to swing into there, and Ballon and Trent starting to realize that
Well,
do not favor them.
अब ये लोग वापस बी जाएंगे. चट ये लोग का बी बहुत
strong है.
मेरे हिसाब से ये लोग वापस बी जाएंगे. And there's still a better team, but where do you think Arentage went wrong?
Loud are going to go ahead and throw one player away, trying to get these guns away, but wouldn't recommend anymore because Loud's weapons right now, with the state of the economy, way more valuable than G2's.
Yeah, discipline. Barty could have tried to play off that relay, but had no one backing him up.
Can you please tell me best
a modest 19 and 14 scoreline so far. It's really been Leaf, who we scrutinized with the Phoenix play in the previous map, has stepped up on this Astra.
Well, some aspects of it. He still put up 17 for 14.
We were
he still did his job. There were just some aspects of it that, like, playing to get a lot of the alt orbs and stuff that were not super consistent.
That's a macro consideration, right? That's not really his issue.
This has been his best smokes game so far, though, in this stage, switching this roll up. G2 put a lot of emphasis on getting this B control early, but they do get knifed up.
Good knife, yeah. Slows it right down. Joel wanted info. It's how he's going to get it, apparently. Lucho.
Yeah, he took that swing up top and got punished for it.
Oh, he's going to do the funniest thing ever. Straight into the smoke. It's extracting a trade somehow. Awkward reload time for Babybane. Yadaka can't catch onto him. No. Oh, that's not good at all for Loud.
Yeah, that should be wraps. That was a must-get kill for Darker.
Jump कर रहा है, दूसरा बंदा pick करके मार रहा है. सिर्फ jump कर रहा है, दूसरा बंदा pick करके मार रहा है.
Calling a cancel here, or are we trying to make time for Leaf to wrap her out? Okay.
They're just going to give him a second. But
it's been enough time that Birdie suspicious.
Yeah, now he's a little bit concerned. But yeah, you would hope that the rest of G2 now, they're just going to make a ton of noise, so there's going to be a moment again for Leaf to go forward.
Oh, he's lucky he's against the Guardian, and he still can't win it out. Too many angles to watch. Birdie benefits from timing there. Start up onto the side, but he's down to 45.
Look at that, just keeping Valen alive, really heads up play.
Valen might get double swung here, though. No, too slow from Cowanzine. And now Trent and Valen can play off this company, you would imagine, and buy as much time as they can. There it is.
Almost a lineup, but a great round from Valen there.
Close.
Fairness, still, the economy's in an okay spot here for this Loud
outfit. What Vandal skin
the early stages of this round, right? It's a bit chaotic, yeah. It's just
beginner तो don't buy skins.
That early spot on Luke
Play for fun, understand the game. एक बार game में मजा आया फिर पछता.
And I want him to. Hey, sometimes you're going to lose, but if you're Loud, you want Lucho just playing with confidence, taking as many early fights as he can because he's won a lot more than he's lost. It's really just unfortunate, more so than that Darker doesn't get the kill when he goes for the swing through the smoke.
Pausa!
I'm not sure what has got Josh looking so mystified there. It might have been the Babybane moment where he thought he might be punished by reloading, and then he
probably
isn't punished.
Yep.
Actual में वो लोग अच्छे जगह पे भी थे पता है
अभी. In the mouth.
3 बंदे थे वहाँ पे.
Okay.
Down भी खेले थे, pop flash fight भी करने वाले थे.
4-on-2, they just relax.
लेकिन G2 ने counter कर
the rest of the map.
मेरे को नहीं लगता G2 कुछ change करेगा. वो लोग वापस भी जाएंगे. और इस बार वापस Loud 3-man भी चालू करेंगे. Guarantee.
On that side at all. He's going to play off of it. He's always looking over his shoulder.
एक बंदा वापस lurk को रख सकते हैं.
Mid-connector at the time.
अबे वो lurk वाले को तो पता है कि किससे क्या हो गया तो लोगों ने सब कुछ छोड़ दिया था. तो बाद में वो लोग ये जा सकते हैं लेकिन मेरे
success from Loud has
early fight भी चालू
from being able to control the extremities like that round where they really kind of funneled G2 into mid because Luxo was up in A main, he gets that kill and teleports away. At the same time, they had multiple players push the B main, really playing for the extremity control, puts them in position to win that round. When G2 have just been barreling into these B hits, though, Loud have had no answers for it so far.
Here's round number 20, coming out of a Loud timeout. See what the early action has for us. A bit of a mix-up here for G2.
Yeah. And you look at the Loud comp, they just don't have that level of stall that G2 do, playing with the Vice. Or if, maybe they had a fade instead of the Soul to have a seize to be able to throw a choke, something like that. It's just not a ton of stall.
G2 played out of knife range off the root here, so this could be a fast hit with very little advance warning. Trent going to send the drone, and High Tide going to give them a way in. So many walls in play now. Jordan, be careful that aren't position though. Here's Valen fighting tooth and nail on the site. Cowanzine doesn't want to try and test this right now. He's very much alone, but he might find a timing into Plaza. Leaf is still setting things up, but he's safe for now. We're into the post plant. A long way away, allowed, being forced to rotate in. They had so much emphasis at B.
Oh,
and there's Leaf. Perfect timing. Cowanzine is downed.
Luxo trying to get back in with the operator. That's going to be tough. Probably swapping over to the headhunter after taking a first shot, hoping that a tap could bait someone out. Turns off the Astro Util. He can just stick right out.
They're going to do something about this. Luxo's watching the line.
So close.
I mean, Valen put 2 and 2 together. He realized they had to fully commit with numbers. And that was a sick round for Valen in the end. 4 kills for the captain. And he's good for one of those rounds per game. That one was important though.
It looked like that could have been the first moment where Loud are able to stop one of these fast hits, but even still, Valen just comes through, third man, perfect two-man spray down. That was really nice.
Good catch on that knife.
0.26?
Yeah, I mean, he turns off the grab well, so he could just
0.26?
Nope. G2 right back in there.
Here's the price you pay for not being able to win that round out of the timeout. It's got to be a save here for Loud. Starting to build in some decent ultimates. Relay Bolt, Verdi. Has the discipline. You cannot say the same for Luke's show, though. They were digging deep for that. can at least find a way to trade it.
It's not a weapon that can be recovered, though.
Yeah,
awkward engagement there with some split ideas.
Oh, Jaw! Into the B side, there's no one else here.
Okay.
There was a rifle recovered by Loud elsewhere, but again, G2 find the lightly held site and press on it.
This is going to be a moment, again, where you're wanting Jaw to probably get back hauls or play close because Dogger is likely going to use that Astro Wall to cut off B main. You want everyone from G2 just on site here.
This reckoning is
that's
so
nice, actually, to supplement Jaw's position.
You are going to struggle to swing this and get anything done, so it's going to be waited out. Jaw slides across, and he collects Verdi. Leaves Kawanzin alone in tower with nothing but the classic, and he will be dealt with eventually as well. G2 once more. Big strides forward to try and take this series 2-0.
And even if all of that didn't work out, you had Baby Bay coming late street for the rewrap. Yeah. These side execs have just been
so many walls, man.
Harbor,
and it's the layers of util that you can throw down after. Like, they still have the cove to throw down. They still have, you know, Baby Bay can throw down all of that stall util. Like, there's so much, man.
Yeah. This is a very intricate comp with a lot of moving parts, but you get a clean execute like that and can play post-plant with all your util.
But up at least Loud ka retake acha hona chahiye.
Pull the side apart on his own.
Astra ult or Q ult bhi hai.
Wall just going to divide that A site. Loud attempting to play in front of the wall, but they can't on account of the grab well.
Comes in, spotted out potentially Jaw here, pushing in! He sees feet! In this economy, you better believe he's going to go after him. Verdi and Dark are dealt with. And now 3 left for Loud. They're in awkward positions. Kawanzin very much out at sea. And the rest of his teammates trying to dash back in, but again, we're dealing with this post-plant util that could be so challenging. Code sprayed through. Valorant can't quite get the plant down. Good intuition there for Kawanzin. You think he's going to go low, but the Odin's still going to be powerful from that position. He'll still look for a way in. Luke Show anchors the side, sees Trent walk across him. Now at 50 seconds left, it's fallen apart because Kawanzin has found 3 with the Odin. Leaf wants the timing here, but he's suppressed. 1 is not going to be enough here. A noise cut with 40 seconds in the round, and here's that secret position is still being taken up. He avoids being pinged as well. I think the timing of Luke Show is going to do him in, and okay, Kawanzin found the spray.
Thought the game was done. I thought the game was absolutely done. Was ready to give my closing comments. I was thinking of the post-game monologue, but
Odin plus Dugout.
With that Odin able to actually break down the cove. Barely gets the timing to be able to deny the plant onto Valen. Jaw had such a great 2-piece entry as well. That should have been wraps.
He's starting to heat up, though. That's looking pretty dangerous if this game extends any further.
It's going to be a timeout call here from Josh RT. He wants this to be done. You know, it's been a fast day. The first game was quick. Time to get a nice early dinner in if they can close this out now. Have the night to relax.
I think that some of the calls coming into these rounds for G2 have been very good. They've won some pivotal gun rounds. Actually, Optus making the correct call on the initial side here and usually sending Jaw there. He opens it up. It's the weak side of the map. So Jaw only needs to find 1 kill in some cases. They get the B side locked down. They just throw all the util and we're good to go. We've also seen like the group up A main, but with the variation of not getting caught in the 0 point. Feels like avoiding that knife early, trying to starve Loud of information for as long as humanly possible. Get a safe post-plant is really important.
So heading into this next round, you're likely going to see Luke Show popping his ult. So that's something that G2 are going to have to be, you know, forward thinking about. Their economy isn't great, so if they lose here the last round, their bye will end up being a little bit awkward as well. But honestly, it still feels like G2 are more likely to close out the game now. They have just been playing more better rounds. Loud have not had answers to these fast executes. They still lose 2 players. It is recovered by a monster play from Kawanzin having that Odin. Out of the timeout, Loud looks like they want to fight very aggro, take this space over towards A. And they have found success with that, keeping this A main control. Jaws really trying to sell some art presence, getting up close, playing inside of that cove.
This playthrough mid is big. It's going to allow you to potentially split onto the A side from the defender side of the map, but a huge 0 point.
Everybody in mid spotted there.
Flash used by Barty just to try and re-clear into mid connector. That initial smoke, the cove that was used to get G2 across is now expired as well. Down to 31, that's not what you want to see at all. Barty needs to give a bit of ground here. Potentially stall out what could be following this up, which would be a fast B hit. But instead, it's back to the original plan for G2. Get players inserted here, down towards mid-connector.
I could definitely see us ending up in a spot where there's going to be massive pressure on Verdi to be playing from main.
Selling the fake is Valen at B with the high tide committed. 3 players here from Loud come across to the side. Sick mid-rounding, honestly. And now G2 have a soft side here to hit on the A side.
That being said, no info on A main. They have to know someone could be here. They're staring at it. Baby Bay was, at least for a moment.
Comes in. He's going to get the light on Trent, and he was looking to try and make the plant. But Lee pushes ahead of it. That's Luke Show out of the game. Counts still here with the Odin, though. Oh, caught on the run. That's got to be cooked, surely. So much now rests on Verdi's shoulders after a middling series. Got to try and save his team, and it's not to be. It's up to the assistant coach to go 1v4, and that one, you can write it off as well. 13-10 for G2. Finally, getting a dub here in stage 1.
See you later, Bunks. Bye. Off to heavy deal. Maybe something coming up very soon. Good. Rooftop with watch party screen with water. Gonna share pics soon. W bhai Kapish bhai. Congratulations in advance. Love you. Love you. Congratulations in advance. सुबह सुबह बवाल मचरा. चलो 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 अभी जा रहे. Bye 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 chat. Thank you so much. Thank you once again Bot Bhai for the 15k. And J by for the insane $400. And Kapish Bhai for future W heavy watch party. Love you. Bye bye. Adios. Adios. Take care. See ya. Good night. Bye. Good morning by the way. Bye.